Opie and Anthony.
Radio shock jock.
Opie and Anthony.
Yards.
Yeah. Just watch one good zombie movie. Eventually, they'll get you too.
Well, I don't know.
Oh, you'll get the first couple thousand,
Oh, yeah.
but then there'll be a couple more thousand after that, and after
True.
that, and after that.
Zombies very rambunctious.
Right, and eventually you got to sleep. So now they're starting to pry open the windows of your estate.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I think
Even I Am Legend, he took all those precautions.
That's what I'm saying. I was basically going with that movie, I Am Legend. See, I live
like I Am Legend, only white.
I live way up in the sky, so I'm saying I have a better shot than you, my friend.
There's zombies in your building.
Yeah, they're going to climb 40, 45 effing stories?
No, they're going to say hi to the zombie doorman that identified him every day, and then just go up to their zombie apartments, which are right next to yours.
Yeah.
Come through the wall.
You think?
Yeah. Everyone's going to be a zombie. Especially people that live in well-to-do neighborhoods, because they're the ones that they got the most to lose. The people that are going to have the upper hand right now are the homeless.
Yeah.
Because they're used to all this crap. It's all the people of wealth and even upper middle class that are just going to be left out going, I don't know what to do. I don't have money left. The bank, I went to the bank. I filled out a little withdrawal slip. I was going to put it in a vault that I bought, a little safe. And I went to the bank and the door was locked. And there was a note there that said, no money. And then you go there and there's other people that show up. And then you start clawing at each other's faces to be first online.
Oof.
Yeah. And when the bank, if the bank ever did open again, there's limited funds. So if you're first, you might get some money at the end of the line. What, are you going to stand at the end of the line and go, I'm going to stand here for no money? No, you're going to take out the guy at the front of the line. It'll just be anarchy.
You think the homeless people are worried like we are?
No, they're laughing at us right now.
But do you think they have any type of worries in their head? Because they got nothing, but you think this affects them somehow?
I won't get a cake. I earned that cake. Went to the cake bank.
Could we at least start a new radio station? Caveman Radio.
Yeah. That's it's going to be. We're all going to be thrust back into the Stone Age. Even Rich Voss is contemplating getting a shotgun.
Yeah,
Rich Voss here this morning in for the vacationing Jim Norton.
Well,
actually, he's working in
He
Frisco.
never vacations.
The homeless are going to worry because one of the first things people cut back on during a depression is soda, canned
Oh,
soda.
and that's their currency.
And that's their living.
Yeah.
So they're going to be crazy scrambling when there's only one or two cans in a garbage can. And
So the homeless will be affected too.
everybody will be infected.
Yeah.
Dude, how
And
about that? Like, I know, and I'm not talking about bum fights. I know that's been done, but almost like cockfights that they do. But we get a couple of homeless guys and throw some cans in the middle and have them collect them up, and they got to just kind of peck at each other to get the cans.
We could do the same thing with two radio execs.
Well, that's true, too. Yeah, they could fight over the cans.
Well, homeless. I read
Boss, you might want to sit back for about 5 minutes because I'm segging into something.
Go ahead.
Oh, brother.
And certainly we'll be back to you in a minute. But we have to bitch and complain for about 5 minutes. And before they get panicky Pete's down the hall, we're not talking about this company.
Oh, no.
We want to talk about a little radio company called Citadel Broadcasting.
Yes. Citadel Broadcasting.
Shouldn't we save this break for like 7:30 when everybody's listening?
I think we should just continuously weave it through the program today for the entire day because it's such a special day.
Right.
This is officially the last day you'll be able to trade Citadel stock on the big boys board.
Yes. Let's go back in time when radio was very, very healthy.
Yes.
And your boys Opie and Anthony were doing very, very well.
Yes.
Starting to do well financially, starting to do well professionally. Our personal lives, well, they were in shambles, but that's okay.
That's never mattered.
Right.
That was always the least of our worries.
Right. You're right.
I mean, you could always dump a bitch.
Right. I lived with a crazy broad for so long. I'm like, I'll get to that situation someday. And I remember vacationing on Cape Cod when the word came down. Do you want to be in on an IPO? Why don't you explain what an IPO is? And remember the good old days when someone would come up to you, and not many people were fortunate enough to be in on the little insider club there.
Opie, let me tell the people, only the movers and shakers got in on the IPOs. That is known as an initial public offering.
Right.
And what it is your chance to buy the stock of a brand new company that's just becoming public at whatever rate, whatever price they deem will be their opening price.
Right.
And then from there, the sky's the limit.
Usually the stock shoots up from that point, and you are just rolling. I mean, literally rolling in the dough.
Let me use an example. Let me just pick one out of my, that area.
Yeah.
Google.
Google
was outrageous for their IPO because I believe it was teetering around. It was around $100 a share, which is crazy for an initial public offering.
And who has that type of money?
Who has that kind of cake?
But it's an IPO, so you start calling in favors and selling everything you got.
You get in on the Google.
You get in on that Google.
And it immediately shot up, I believe, to almost $200 a share. It was one of those stocks where you were like, oh, my God, I got in on this.
Right.
And this is like how you make your fortunes.
Right. So,
yeah.
So when the word came down that we could get it in on the Citadel IPO, we're like, oh, my God.
Oh, my God, ground floor.
What did we do in our lives to deserve this?
How much and where do I send the check?
Right.
That's how we were. Eager little beavers.
And I think at that time, it was almost a guarantee every IPO would go through the roof. Almost a guarantee.
Yeah,
we're like,
yeah.
wow, look at us, and we are like, our lives are rocking. Now we're being invited to be in on IPOs. It's a business we understand. Radio. How can we lose?
We got some liquid assets,
right?
And we're able to scrape up some cash and
Sure.
throw it into this.
I remember vacationing on Cape Cod. The word came down. There were phone calls as I'm kind of like just sunning and walking the beaches. Yeah. I got my cell phone and I'm wheeling and dealing with the bigwigs back in New York to get in on the IPO. Oh, I have to fax a few things.
Oh, it was crazy.
But I'm like, I am in. And then I called Anthony and like, you got in, right?
I'm
he goes,
like,
I sure did, Ope. I sure did.
I'm in. and I was the kind of guy that like, as far as trading stock goes.
Just wait, Rich. You might have a heart attack at the end of this segment.
As far as stock goes, I was always the in-out kind of guy, buy some stock, get out, things like that. This was really going to be kind of a long for me, you know?
Yeah.
I was going to hang in with this one for a while. So I figured I'm not just going to buy a little bit of this.
Mm-hmm.
Let's really invest like a man.
Oh, yeah.
Let's invest some real money, Ope.
None of this fooling around crap.
No.
None of this, we'll throw a couple thousand at it and see what happens.
No.
I was basically, how much do I have in the bank right now?
Let me just write that check. I'll transfer funds, whatever I need to do. And
I think we went in exactly the same amount, the same shares.
We said, how many shares can I get for $100,000?
No way.
So me and Opie each took $100,000.
So Mortimer and Randolph.
Right. Exactly. And each of us purchased 5,500 shares
of Citadel
Broadcasting.
$100,000. I never wrote a check for anything larger in my life.
Which at $19
to this day, I
a
do
share
believe
equaled out to about $100,000.
Yes.
For 5,500 shares.
It was a little more than 100 G's.
Yeah, whatever it was.
Oh, just a little more.
That did make you nervous.
It's an IPO. What's wrong with you, Rich Voss?
It's a sure thing, Rich. See how stupid you are? We're getting in on the ground floor.
Holy.
The ground floor.
Not only was I not nervous, I was feeling really good. I was starting to look at vacation homes and all sorts of stuff.
I was seeing a retirement like you see in the movies.
Right.
Feeling good, Opie. Looking good, Opie. I'm on the beach. You're on the yacht.
Yeah,
that's, you know.
And then, in all fairness, after we got in initially for 100 G's each,
Yeah.
the stock was at $19 a share.
19.
I do believe, like IPOs do, it did go up. It didn't go up like a Google.
But it went up
What
to
was the official high of Citadel?
$22 a share.
So I remember Ed and I going, all right, well, we just
Here it goes.
It's now up $3 a share. We got, 5,500 shares. So we're talking about a $15,000 profit already.
We're thinking
Something like that, right?
16.5.
Well, I wasn't
Yeah,
thinking
16.5, you're right.
and I wasn't thinking get out. I'm thinking
I'm like,
here it goes.
I'm like, this is a good start.
We're on the road because this now up.
Up.
Here it goes, Alice.
Up.
Yeah, it's going up.
Well, shortly after the high of $22 a share, it certainly went back down below $19
It
a share.
dipped back, but you know something?
So now we're
These things can happen.
officially losing money on
In
this.
the hole a bit.
Well,
A little bit.
How long did it take for it to drop?
Not too long. I'd have to look at the chart, but not too long.
It stayed at 22 for, I think, 10 minutes. You had a 10-minute window of opportunity to punch out.
And there were signs that radio was changing, but we're like, radio will figure it out, and in
Sure.
turn, Citadel will go back up to where it should be, because other radio companies were in the 40s, Rich.
And
So we're thinking $19 a share. If it goes up into the 40s like these other companies, oh my God!
And let me
We're
tell you
making
something
well
else.
over $100,000 in profit.
a little man named Fareed was running the company, who was like one of the financial whizzes at Infinity Broadcasting.
When Mel
He was
Karmazin was running this
what they
joint,
called the bean counter. So
Sure.
I figure, hey,
We're in
this
good-
guy knows money.
We're all right.
We're in good hands.
yeah, and we knew he had a private jet.
Oh, yeah.
And he wanted to syndicate us, and he did syndicate us.
Oh, everything was coming together. Well, it steadily just kept declining down through 18. I believe we started voicing a concern to each other when it broke through the $17 barrier into the 16 and change. And then we're thinking, is this coming back? Should we punch out now, take the loss? Blah, blah, blah. Well, let me tell you, the faith and confidence we had in the genius management skills of Fareed and Judy over there at Citadel, we could not be shaken. We knew this was coming back. Even as it fell through 16, 15, 14, and 13, we knew
We sure did.
that it was coming back at some point.
And then it dropped to 16.
Well-
and then 15.
14,
13,
and
12,
all I kept thinking is
11.
we're going to bottom at 10 because there's no way it's going
Right.
into the single digit things. It's definitely going to come back.
And then it got to a point, Rich, where out of principle, I was never going to sell this thing.
Never. People were like, you just got to take the loss and
I'm like,
see if you can write it
nope.
off against some gains that
Nope.
you have that year and stuff. And I'm like, no. I am holding this because I don't want to be the guy regretting going, you know what? I sold that at 13 a share.
Right.
And now what is it? What could you check what?
Yeah.
53?
Yeah.
It's at 53 and I sold it. Well, ding ding, there's the $10 mark. It just punched through.
Look at Rich.
into the nines.
Rich, I would dream for a $10 share
Oh,
stock
my-
at this point. Look at Rich's eyes like, oh, my God.
I would be popping Dom Perignon and lighting cigars with $100 bills
Right.
if I could off that stock at $10 a share.
Right.
It would be a victory.
Yeah.
As it fell through 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, once you fall below the dollar mark, NASDAQ and Wall Street and
Everyone
and
takes
the
notice.
Dow starts going, look, you got to do something because we don't trade penny stocks.
Yeah.
So if you don't get your stock price above $1, we delist you.
Yeah.
From the NASDAQ or the
Sure.
Dow Jones. they then take you and put you in this thing called the pink sheets.
Mm-hmm.
It's like if you go to Times Square and it's like the lights, there's tourists, there's movie theaters, there's TGI Fridays, whatever you need, it's right there. And then you turn down one of those side streets.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the pink sheets as compared to like the real Wall Street traders.
This is off Wall Street.
Yes, this is off Wall Street.
You know how they like to talk about off Broadway? This is off Wall Street.
Okay, so
Well,
it goes to $1.
We
Yeah.
watched.
At what point do you start blaming the Jews? At what dollar?
No, actually,
No.
Fareed and Judy were being blamed.
Yeah.
And during this time, they had the wisdom, the foresight, the smarts to just yank us from every station that they had us on.
Right.
Even though we were doing very well.
We were doing very well, and they were not paying us a lot of money.
No.
And we even decided, all right, we'll take another drastic pay cut.
Just
and
to
then
stay in the market.
Then they officially came to us and said we can't even pay that anymore.
Yep.
Well, so the fact that you already put $100,000 in,
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
the fact that you lose in everything,
Yeah.
Your reward is to get taken off.
Off
Oh,
the
yeah,
station.
yeah,
to,
yeah.
to try to
Yeah.
get the money back. So
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
your
taken
reward.
off of the
you know what?
station.
You guys invested in us. We lost your money.
Yeah.
Here's how we're going to pay you. You're fired.
Take it easy. Right.
Well-
take a hike.
So we're at about $1, right? Well, a year ago it was $1.86.
$1.86 1 year ago today.
Right.
That was the year's high.
6 months ago, it was 90 cents a share, Rich Voss. Remember, we put in $100,000 each.
Yes.
And we did $19 a share. 3 months ago, it was 24 cents a share,
Yes.
Rich Voss.
3 months ago.
1 month ago, it was 19 cents a share.
What about my career or the stocks?
19 cents a share. So that's a penny on every dollar
Right.
for the share
Right.
so far.
A week ago, it was 14 cents a share, Rich Voss.
A week ago.
Oh, I wish it was still 14 cents.
Oh, my God. To get out at 14 cents, I would feel like the guy on the Monopoly cards.
Yeah.
When you take a
Yeah.
community chest.
Remember, this story started 20 minutes ago at $19 a share.
Yes.
Now we're at 14 cents a share.
14
I
cents.
cannot wait till you guys are living on the street and someone hands you a bundle of money and you guys go, we're back in the game.
Yeah.
Well, yesterday, Citadel officially closed. Are you ready for this, Rich Voss?
$19.
At a penny a share.
1 cent. Mortimer.
So, if you want to point and laugh at Opie and Anthony today, to summarize this 20-minute break, our $100,000 investment that we did a mere 4 or 5 years ago is now worth, do we have a drum roll? Our $100,000 investment.
100,000 each.
Each.
We each put in 100,000, so that's 200,000 that was invested in there.
Right.
But $100,000 investment that we made.
Yeah. We have a drum
at
roll.
the IPO.
Right.
Ground floor.
Right.
Is now worth $55.
How can the price be going down? Something's wrong. Where's Wilson?
When cakes are mentioned!
$55.
We just turned $100,000 into $55.
10 of what we invested makes $1 million.
Right. I can't even buy a pair of new jeans
10 of
with
what
my
we have
initial
now
investment.
You're
makes
$100,000.
$550.
You're
10 of what we had
Right.
makes $1 million.
Right.
10 of what we have now
Right.
makes $550.
Your investment can get you a half a pair of sneakers.
Yes.
Right.
You can get
100,000
one Jordan.
would have
You can
been
get
a nice
Jordan.
vacation home somewhere. Now we could barely afford. You could get a cheap pair of jeans for $55.
I can't buy a full box of ammo for my Desert Eagle with what my stock is worth now.
But see, I don't do stocks, but what I keep hearing, especially what liberals are saying, is wait it out and it'll come back.
Yeah.
That's what
I'll
they're
wait
saying.
that one out. That stock certificate, by the way.
Yeah.
I have the actual certificate.
I don't even know where mine is.
It is going in a frame.
Yeah.
It is hanging on my wall in
Yeah.
my office to stare at as a reminder
Yeah.
of the giant cluster F that any involvement we've ever had with Citadel Broadcasting has
Yeah.
brought us. Fareed and Judy were they weren't quoted, but a journalist said in the paper yesterday. I was reading an article on how the stock is a penny, and they were talking about how the old management team at Citadel before they took over had shows that were conservative talker, WABC. I mean, that station bills. And then in their infinite wisdom, Fareed and Judy decided to put on shows on there that were off topic for conservative talkers. And just they said that the incompetent management brought Citadel to the point it's at now. And that is Fareed and Judy.
Thank you, guys.
The two people that can go down in history as taking a stock that was at $19 a share at the IPO, went up to $22, and then sunk down to where it's now being thrown out to the pink sheets at 1 penny a share, taking everybody's $100,000 investment and magically turning it into $55 and having not a clue where any of that money went.
This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you $60 each and buy you both out.
I want
Okay,
it.
you're going to make $5 each today.
The certificate, to me, is well worth.
Okay, I've never had a $100,000
I have a piece of
certificate.
paper that I bought for $100,000.
Yeah.
A piece of paper. I have a square 8x10 piece of paper. I could have bought a work of art that I could have hung on my wall. That would have been envied.
I'm a fan of some of Picasso's stuff.
You probably could have gotten a Picasso.
Not when he got weird, where he put the eyeball on the cheek and stuff. He did his stuff before that. Oh my God! I think I might have been able to
Dude,
Picasso, you
get
can't
something
buy a
nice.
pistachio.
You could have gotten. I would love to see. Maybe somebody can go on a site, maybe here or online, Pal Talk. I know a lot of people there.
Yeah.
They can maybe go online and see what type of famous art, something we'd all know, that we could have bought for $100,000.
Yeah.
That I could have hung on my wall instead of a stock certificate.
Yeah.
That will do nothing but remind me.
So once again, our $100,000 investment is officially worth $55 today.
$55. Thank you, Fareed and Judy, for that great investment, the great company, and the great see you later once they booted us out the door.
Yeah.
Once they ran out of cash.
Yeah.
Thank you. Good job.
I would be out of my mind.
Yes. Whoa!
Oh no! Whoa!
We're giving the David reaction.
Oh no! Whoa! Whoa! And that's how we start today. Yeah.
Wow.
John says it. I what are you going to do?
Let's go to John.
What are you going to do?
John will talk for all listeners today. John on Long Island. How are you, John?
You have to just laugh.
This is why our show is quite different than every other radio show out there. No one's going to show you the underbelly of our souls.
Yeah.
No one does that. Every other radio guy is like, look how great I am.
Yeah.
Not us. We do a little of that. Look how great we are. But we also do the other side.
Look at what idiots we were when we went into this IPO. Oh.
It's worth $55, Rich. For real. I'm not even joking.
No.
Thing is,
Being Jewish, you got to be having like an aneurysm or something right now.
The good thing is it didn't happen.
And look at Rich. He's all itchy, and it's not even him.
Oh, I know.
He's just like imagining what this would do to him.
Well, but at least it took a while, and it didn't ruin your vacation in Cape Cod. At least.
Oh, dude, I was kind of. I remember being mad after I did this deal. I'm like, why didn't I? Why I have a little more?
Oh my!
Why
God.
did I not go more in? That's how I'm justifying
See,
it.
then you can look at it like you're a winner.
And then when it went down to like $10 and $8 and all that, I'm like, oh my God, this is a great
buying opportunity.
So, and I was ready to go all in again.
The one time.
So I guess it could have been worse.
Oh,
The one time I bought stock, I bought a mutual fund. I put $5,000 in.
a mutual fund.
I don't know anything.
not
All I know is I'm watching it every night because I'm a gambler.
Yeah, but it's a mutual fund. It's not going to really spike.
Well, it started dropping. It went from $80, then it was dropping, and I got out and made $300. It went from $80 to like $4. I would have lost my
Oh,
$5.
really?
Yeah,
Hey.
and $5 to me is like $200,000 to you.
Hey.
You know, Thurston
Let me
Howell.
go to John in Denver. John is doing a little math here. John?
Opie and Anthony, if you'd have taken that $100,000, invested it in beer, not the company, but cans of beer, you could have drank the beer and sold the aluminum today for $147.
We would have made more on the aluminum at a scrap yard. Wow. That's some perspective.
You know what? Kevin in Jersey. Kevin?
Is this Opie and Anthony?
Yes.
Hey, guys, guess what? You just won $100,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just won.
Boy, is that justice.
You know what?
You just won a candy bar, man.
This is...
No, I'm sorry. You got $55. What?
$55, man. Hey, can you guys play?
I was going to buy a new truck.
All right, we'll play that for you, Kevin. I know where you're going. The $100,000, how many candy bars can we now buy? Candy bars are still under $1, right?
55, probably like maybe 100 candy bars.
Sometimes they go on sale
at
2 for
most.
1 at gas
Yeah,
stations.
there you go. I guess.
All right, so
thanks.
we
I'm
would
gonna
get
do my
around
shopping soon.
we would get around 100 candy bars for $100,000. Can you imagine? Can you imagine someone went to you and go, all right, you see this 100,000? I want you to go to your local convenience store,
Yeah.
7-Eleven, what have you. Quick check.
Hey. Oh.
And I want you to buy 100 candy bars for that.
Yeah.
People would go, we would go, you're crazy. What are you talking about?
Why? What are they, Wonka bars? Is there a magic ticket inside?
What are you talking about? No, really. Trust me on this one. This is what your 100,000 is going to be worth someday. So you might as well go and just buy the 100 candy bars now.
Yeah.
What?
Well,
Can we play the 100 grand as we go to break? The phones are lit. People are doing math.
I have a quick.
We'll go to the
solution.
phones after the break.
I love the perspective thing. I
Yeah,
love when people
yeah.
can put it in these certain perspectives that, that's really good. Perhaps we could find out if you laid $1 end to end, how far 100,000 of them go,
Yeah.
as opposed to 55 of them.
Okay.
And see how far we could have gone. You know, when they go, oh, you could take and stack the money up and it goes to the moon and back.
Yeah.
Let's see how $100,000 laid end to end,
Yeah.
how far that is and how far 55 is.
Right.
You can take those certificates and put them on eBay at least.
I could probably do that and sell it for more than
my God.
$55.
I think if I sign mine, I
Yeah.
can maybe
Yeah,
get
yeah.
$20.
Yeah. No, you can make more than $55.
Yes,
You
I would
think?
start the
Yeah.
bidding at
All right.
102,000.
Yeah. Yeah. That's,
$102,000.
hey,
the bidding.
we once gave away 100 grand, and this is the end of that fine contest
I
we
believe-
did many years ago.
and I believe-
As we go to break here. What?
I believe that's why this happened to us. This is karma.
Yeah, no kidding.
Mel.
Jim Jeffries joins the program next, but first this.
Hi, who's this?
Hey, it's Craig from Waltham.
Hey, Craig, guess what?
Oh, did I win?
You are the 107th caller.
No way! Damn it, I won! I won! What? No way! You're kidding, right?
107.
Oh, wow!
107th caller. Congratulations.
100 grand! Oh, my God!
You just won 100 grand, bro.
Oh, Jesus! You know what I'm going to do with that?
What are you going to do with the 100
Oh,
grand?
man, the first thing, I have this old... Oh, I cannot... Jeez, I got to...
Calm down. Calm yourself.
I am the winner! I'm the winner!
Well, what are you going to do with 100 grand,
I
bro?
got this... Oh, man, I got this box for a truck. I've got to get a new one. A new... Oh, that... Oh.
Wait, dude. How are you going to do that with a candy bar?
What?
How are you going to do that with a candy bar? We just gave you a 100 grand candy bar.
What do you mean?
We gave away $100,000. It's a candy bar, bro. Congratulations.
What?
You just won a candy bar.
Hey, what the you've been I've been listening to radio for like 3 hours, man. You said $100,000.
Yeah, $100,000. We gave you a candy
That's
bar.
a candy bar.
Congratulations, buddy boy.
Oh, you guys are a bunch of douche. Hey.
Congratulations, man.
He was pissed.
Good morning to everybody. It's the Opie and Anthony Show. Rich Voss in studio today. And Jim Jeffries has joined the program.
Yes.
He walked in the middle of that little rant we were doing. If you're just tuning in, oh boy, you missed a good one. Basically, our $100,000 investment in Citadel Broadcasting, we invested about 5 years ago, is now worth $55 today.
Yeah.
We turned $100,000 into $55. And we never, by the way, we never sold. This isn't if we didn't sell crap. This is what it is. Our $100,000 is now worth $55. We never sold. It's worth a penny today.
If you were to take that $100,000 and March 20th and 21st bought tickets at the Arlington Cinema Draft House to see me, do you know how many people could get in March 20th and 21st at the Arlington Cinema Draft House for $100,000?
I'm saying 10.
Yes, because it's $1,000 a ticket.
Yes.
Oh, I thought you were saying it's $55.
Yeah.
Oh,
I was working the other way. I wasn't going 100,000. I thought they were spending their $55.
And everyone's doing the fun math on the phones, Ant.
Yeah.
Everyone knows Ant drives an Escalade. That $100,000, you could barely you can't even fill your Escalade for the $55.
That's what I wanted to get on. It's something even better. I could have bought an Escalade cash,
right,
and another car.
Yeah.
And now that money, I can't even fill my tank up.
Right.
how many
With
hair
gas.
plugs could you have bought?
They're not plugged. They're the follicles. They're individual follicles that were placed in the head from the harvest area in the back of the head, and then they put them in the thinning areas one at a time.
Have you got
They're
the
not
plug?
plugs.
Yeah.
They're not plugs.
He's got plugs.
I'm going for it. Any
are?
day now. Yeah,
See?
I'm all for
You're
it. I know it's all
you're
going.
a perfect candidate, by the way.
I'm on this stuff. I use this stuff called Nanogen. I did a TV show, and I'll do adverts for these people.
Yeah.
It's like black dandruff in a tin, and you shake it on. It makes all your hair thicker. It looks it looks rubbish in real life, but on telly,
TV.
it looks awesome.
Well, that's what got me. I went to. I was looking at tapes of us doing Letterman, and when we walk out, they kind of had a shot that was kind of an over-the-shoulder shot almost, and I was just like, oh God, you get that big, especially on TV.
Yeah.
You know, you just get this big white spot on the back of your head. It looks like a monk.
Looks like a yarmulke.
I've got a forward island happening, and it's going. that way.
Yeah.
You got the Phil Collins.
they'll
I've
fix that
got
right
quite
up.
a weird one. Occasionally, when I'm on the tube, like the Underground in London, I see another person with the same thing. We sort of have like a brotherhood of.
Yeah,
right on,
we're
man.
losing
yeah,
it in the front.
I'm
Yeah.
losing it in the front. My back's all right, I think.
Kind
but
of a thing.
occasionally, like you see yourself on a security camera,
Yeah.
and you're in a store, and you're like, "Oh, it's bad. That security camera's not good for me."
Well, it's like stock. It could come back.
No, it won't come back.
How old? Oh, I
I'm
don't wanna-
32.
Wow, you're a
my
mess.
God. You're too young for that
See
type
what
of hair loss
The
that
thing
you
is, my
got.
two older brothers are keeping their hair,
Oh,
and that
crazy.
upsets me. But I always work on
Yeah.
the I've slept with more women than the both of you put together
Yeah,
policy.
see, that works.
That's why I point and cheer.
You're a pretty good candidate there, though, because you got like, that's a good like place to put, because it's not like you got horseshoe head balding
No.
or anything like that. Where you got a lot
I'm
to
thinning.
fill in.
Let's go with this hair plug thing. So
fine.
$100,000. How many of these quote? I'll say quote hair plugs would you have gotten?
Probably could have brought in me and 9 of my friends
And would have a
and
full
got
head of hair.
the whole procedure done with the most.
you would have-
follicles
I
you
mean,
can
you
get.
guys-
how many ball friends you got? Can I
you
be
guys-
one of the
yeah,
9?
you can be one of them.
You guys would all had hair like that old Illinois governor. I can never say his name.
Just
Blagojevich.
Nice.
Blagojevich.
He would have had
Yeah,
so
yeah.
much hair in his body, he could have ripped the face off a woman.
And now we couldn't buy a Pacino wig. Yeah, it looks good. Couldn't even buy a Pacino wig.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I had it done a few months ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you ought to
Well,
do
take
it.
the hat off. Give us a look.
Well, it's still.
He refuses to take the. You're taking the hat off finally.
See here.
Hey.
Wow.
I think you're looking sharp.
This is all.
Wait, let me see.
It's not even there. It's barely even little stubs.
Whoa, look at you.
See all
Listen,
that?
now,
And does that keep growing?
Yeah,
Does it keep
it's-
growing?
It's your hair.
Yeah.
It comes from the back, which is genetically
So
engineered.
does that
never
mean you
fall
always
out.
have to have long hair at the back because you got a big scar now?
No, you can't even see it. The way they do it, you can't even see. There's
I'm
no
doing it.
undetectable back there. Doesn't matter how short you cut it. There's no scar.
I'm doing.
or
Shane
anything.
Warne had it done, and he looks awesome.
It'll
you don't know
grow-
who Shane Warne is.
it'll grow to 22 inches and then drop down to 1 inch.
You ass. No, it won't.
Yeah. I always hate it when like women always go on about men who get plugs or men who have comb
Don't
over.
call them plugs.
No, who get comb overs or they wear wigs and they look at what a pathetic man. Yet, most women I meet now have extensions. That's false hair. That's just as bad as a man with a wig. And
Fake
so,
hair.
yeah,
That's not just as bad.
No,
No,
not
of
at all.
course it
Oh
is.
my God!
You
I
can
was looking.
spot you can spot a
dude, I
toupee
was
from the moon.
Stop
I
it, boss.
couldn't get my camera out fast enough yesterday. And I missed the shot, but every time you see a guy with a hairpiece, it's so obvious.
Dude, look
No,
at someone like
no, no, that's only because you see the bad,
bad
hair
ones.
pieces. The
You
good
think?
ones just.
You think?
Yeah.
You know who's
Wait,
got it?
Not all hair pieces are like Rich Voss's teeth.
No.
Some of them are
Oh,
just
see.
authentic.
Listen,
Because
here's the
your teeth
difference.
suck.
Here's the difference. Watch. My mouth is closed. What do you do with your head?
I wear a hat.
What about Shatner?
That was almost beaten down.
Oh, no, it hurts. I tried the best thing I could on you, and you look good.
Yeah. Shatner has a wig.
Shatner was notoriously known for years to have some of the worst wigs we've ever seen on television.
Yeah.
He went from the kind of thinning, comb-overish, almost Captain Kirk of the original series, and then the movies, there was like cotton candy on his head at one point, and then it was down, parted on the side. And then when he came in, now he's got this, like whatever it is, a hair replacement treatment thing.
Something happened.
And it's a wig.
Yeah.
So it's a goddamn wig.
It looks good. You're right.
It
We saw
looks
him
very
recently.
natural on him.
Well, it's like Elton John ages ago used to look
You're
rubbish.
right.
Oh, yeah,
It
the
was bad,
most
bad,
horrible
bad,
wig.
bad. And now it looks all right.
Okay.
Yeah, they kind of figured that
turning
out.
me
What I
around a
don't
little bit.
understand
But I
about
wasn't wig guy. I wasn't going to be wig guy.
Yeah, I know. You don't want to
No,
do it in the
I don't
early
wanna be wig
90s.
guy.
Now's the time to do it. And all the Australian cricket team, once you retire from the cricket team, they're sponsored, so they all get the plugs,
Yes, the hair restoration.
head of hair.
Just say plugs.
And
Everyone knows what
No,
you're talking about.
plugs were these big chunks that
Yeah,
they
they
rip
were
out of your head and put up
that's an
front like
individual hair by
Barbie
hair.
doll. Yeah, this is individual follicles placed artistically.
John Cleese just had it done.
Yeah?
Yeah,
see?
John
All right.
Cleese just had it
John
done. He
Cleese.
looked all right, and he admitted it. He was on Leno, and he talked about it.
Yeah.
Well, what I don't understand about your implants or your
Yes.
okay, you put them in your hair.
No, he
Now
doesn't.
your other hair that starts falling out. Now you're going to have the new hair, and then your other hair because your hair doesn't
That
stop
is
falling
a
out.
very good question.
Thank
You have to actually consider how fast your hair has been falling out and stuff. My hair was thinning so slowly but I just started noticing like the little ball spot. But because of that, you pop some Propecia.
Does that work?
Yeah, no, but my brother took
Rogaine,
Propecia.
whatever.
It makes you not enjoy bot sex anymore because
Oh, really?
Not that you want to do that, but it shrinks your prostate. Because where Propecia came from allegedly was they gave it to guys with prostate cancer. They started taking this thing in conjunction with chemo. Right, it was shrinking their prostate. And they were the only chemo patients with full heads of hair, and they went, but it shrinks your prostate.
So there's always a positive to prostate cancer. You're saying is
Who said
Yeah,
this was a
positive.
medical
At least you
show?
got a nice full head of hair. All right, let me...
Or you use Rogaine
Yeah.
to keep your hair or something like that. But you know something? Or you wait the 5 years. If it starts falling out, you let them chop another chunk out of the back of your head and put more in. What are you going to do?
You got a few
Mine-
chunks on the back of your head. Hold on. I want to go to Bob in Connecticut because we're going to move on from the Citadel investment thing. Everyone was standing
right.
by, and then we can move on to hair loss and other things. Bob, go ahead.
Hey, morning, boys.
Hey, Bob.
A dollar bill 6 inches long, so you would have had 50,000 feet, or roughly 9.5 miles. Now you can go about 27.5 feet with your money.
Wow.
So you're talking almost 10 miles,
Almost 10 miles.
as opposed to not even as long as the room we're standing in.
Right.
About as wide as your office.
Put it into kilometers. It sounds even worse.
Yeah, right? That's true.
so 9.5 miles compared to 27 feet. That's almost 40 times around a quarter-mile track.
Yeah. As opposed to not even walking
right.
from the bleachers to the track.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what we did to our investment.
Yeah.
Wow.
Thank you, Bob.
Fantastic.
That's insane.
Could have bought one of those Z06s. Could have bought a Z06, and now
Small flat.
couldn't even get enough gas in it to drive like across Long Island.
All right. We got to take another quick break and catch up here, and we'll continue with the Opie and Anthony show.
Righty-o.
Actually, we could go to the FU line.
You could have had a high-end hooker for about
Oh my God!
2 months in your house, and
Yeah.
you would have her just touch it now.
Yeah. And now you get me.
Maybe
Oh,
not
now you
even
get like a
touch it.
toothless, friggin' homeless woman.
Man, I need some lunch.
That's what you get now. Oh, God! You can put it in those terms. It's really depressing.
That's depressing, isn't it?
We'll go old school. You can pick up a tunnel bunny, but you got to drop her off halfway through the tunnel.
Halfway through the tunnel, and it could have just been.
Explain Tunnel Bunny. What is
They
that?
used to, in the 70s, when this city was rocking, and we're heading back to the 70s big time, by
Bring
the
it
way.
back.
You're going to start seeing this stuff.
Back
But
when $55 was worth something.
You had these hookers, they were called tunnel bunnies, and they would wait outside the tunnel.
Yeah.
You'd pick them up.
Yeah.
They would do their business before you got to the other side, and you drop them off after you pay the toll.
And then they take the other tunnel on the way back.
Yeah, they're called tunnel bunnies.
Ingenuity. Why don't things like that happen anymore?
It's ingenuity.
But
You're right.
the do-gooders in this city had to shut that service down.
Oh, it's just a poor girl trying to get a ride to the
Yeah.
other side of town and back again.
And
Who's
back
to
again.
say, yeah.
Back and forth all day long.
All day, just
I think you should have underground bunnies. They could get off at different stops.
breathing in exhaust fumes and
yeah.
Squeegee.
tubes.
We had the squeegee guys. We had all sorts of fun
I
stuff to
wonder
look
if
at.
you're done for them to cough it up and it all to be black.
We go to the
I
FU
didn't swear,
line.
though. I didn't swear, right?
It's all good.
All right,
Don't
just
worry.
checking. Just
Yeah,
checking.
Jim Jeffries, he's great for our show, but man, he was. They were having a heart attack down the hall yesterday with all the dumps. It's okay. It's all
It's
good.
Australian slang for something else.
That's right. Here's
I don't know any better.
here's the FU line. We'll continue in a bit.
Thanks for calling the Opie and Anthony FU line. Here's the latest batch of FUs.
You have 7 new voice messages. First voice message.
I would like to give a big fuck you to the big fat lady that came into the gym today and decided that, I just want to wait and think about it while my fucking thighs roll over my front of my fucking shirt. You fat fucking bitch. Fuck you.
Next message.
This is an FU message to the angry gentleman that keeps leaving FU message to BMW owners. Listen, douche. A BMW is a fine instrument of automotive engineering. So go sit on your thumb, you Camry-driving piece of crap.
Next message.
Hey, this is the state employees of New Jersey. I'd like to give a big FU to John Corzine for trying to take away our fucking days. Don't take them away from us. Take away the trucks from those useless pieces of shit that you call bosses. Get rid of them. Get rid of the trucks. Stop fucking with us.
Next message.
I'd like to give a big motherfucking FU to my dispatch supervisor. You could not do your job if your fucking life depended on it. I hope your firstborn dies in a fucking house fire this weekend.
Next message.
Hey, I'd like to give a big fuck you to my new boss. He fucking tricked me and sent me out of 15 years of seniority at my old job to a fucking dump. Fuck you, you little bald bastard. Why don't you go eat a cock sandwich?
Next message.
I'd like to give a big FU for all you deadbeats that work in ShopRite with me. You are losers, and you never will amount to nothing. The ones that are good are the ones that are good. The other ones, FU.
Next message.
Yeah, I want to give a big FU to my stupid prick of an ex-girlfriend. Fuck you. Oh, and by the way, you've gotten fat.
End of new messages.
Call the Opie and Anthony FU line. 866-FU line 1. That's 866-FU line 1.
Thank you and goodbye.
Rock and roll. Opie and Anthony. Full house. We got Rich Voss. We got Jim Jeffries, who's doing his HBO taping tomorrow night. I'm going.
Yeah.
A lot of the fans going.
Right.
We need a lot of energy tomorrow night for Jim Jeffries.
Good crowd.
We need a really good crowd. This is a very, very important thing for Jim. Filming an HBO special. That's huge. And then later this morning, we got Dr. Dirty checking in. John Valby.
Oh, yeah?
He'll stop by. I think he's playing, too, which is cool.
Is he bringing his little keyboard?
I sure hope so, because he's a bore without it.
Let's be honest here.
And for the first time on our show, Kevin Nealon
Really?
We've said no to Kevin Nealon. I can't even count that high anymore. But he's great on weed, so we said, all right, what the hell?
Bring him in.
Bring him in to say hi to everybody. What else you want to talk about? The world's falling apart in front of us.
It really is. It's kind of... last night I was kind of getting a little distressed about it.
Are you starting...
Not crazy.
You're starting to feel that itch?
But I was starting to look and just go, wow, because I troll the websites like Drudge and I'm reading, and I'm just going, wow, this is good.
Let me give you 3 headlines. Stocks fall again.
Yeah.
The stock market hasn't been this low since 1997, excuse me.
Yeah. And it's going lower.
Of course it is. More people lost their jobs last month than in any month since what year?
1948.
1936.
I heard on the news.
That's pretty much right. 1949.
Oh, 49.
And over 40,000 people. This is the biggest headline of the morning, because this is the type of thing you're going to see more and more of. Over 40,000 people protest budget cuts at City Hall in New York City.
Yeah.
40 to... I heard it's
they got lots of time on their hands. Yeah, they got nothing to do.
50,000 people not happy. It's all getting together at the same time.
They're just homeless
unruly
people.
mob.
Huh?
There's an unruly mob.
It certainly was. 50,000 people.
Let me explain something to you about that whole healthcare thing. Cause they're running huge campaigns on the news here in New York City because Obama is giving a bunch of money to New York for health care. And he said this isn't a blank check, this is for health care. And now our governor Cockeyed,
Governor Patterson.
Who,
by the way, took up jogging recently. We never got to that story.
Watch out for that tree. I see him run right into one. So Governor Patterson is apparently cutting a lot of health care programs and laying off a bunch of people. And they're saying, well, if Obama's handing you this money and saying it's not a blank check, it's got to go to health care, you're not doing the right thing. But actually he is, in a way, because he's cutting the money before the new money comes in. It's like, you take from Peter to pay Paul kind of a thing. But I've noticed the ads are very deceiving. They try to make, and they always do this, they try to make it seem like they want to help you.
Yeah.
These ads come on and it says, Governor Patterson wants to take away your health care that was promised to you by President Obama. And he's closing hospitals. This will mean less health care for you. And then you notice it's sponsored by the healthcare workers.
Right.
They don't care about you. They care about their gigs, their jobs, which, of course, they should. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but don't whiz down my back and tell me it's raining. Mm-hmm. I understand what you're trying to do here. You're trying to save your own jobs. And the truth of the matter is people are losing jobs. They got to cut back. The city's got to cut back. They're talking about evening up the tax thing. Everyone that was carrying a sign for these healthcare workers want, again, to do what Obama said in New York State, which is tax everybody making over $250,000 a year. Mm-hmm. Families, which isn't, in New York, isn't rich. I'm sorry. If you're sitting there going, that is rich. It's not. If you're making that in New York. Move. Shut up.
Well, if you're making it in Buffalo.
If you make it in Buffalo, you're a king.
A billionaire.
You're the king of Buffalo.
Yeah, but the zombies are going to take out Buffalo first. So
it's New York City.
Doesn't matter if you're.
All I'm saying is these healthcare workers. It's a big sham that it's not saved for the children and for healthcare and this. They want to save their jobs because they're going to be about 7,000 of these people laid off if they don't make some concessions. And look who's got all the healthcare jobs. Look who's got all the healthcare jobs.
What,
Stop complaining.
Well, they're working.
I know. I'm saying that's fine, but it's like, just stop bitching.
People are going to get sick, what with their unemployment.
Well, you know something? We're in some hard times. I don't know how many concessions the Opie and Anthony show has made. We've made plenty of concessions.
I'm all right. I just got free watermelon and an Egg McMuffin.
Yeah, me too.
Right.
So everything's
a good day for you.
I was talking to somebody yesterday big in show business, and they're going,
no, you weren't, first of all.
Yeah,
big in show
her name is
really?
Bonnie, and you listen to me.
Bonnie.
That knows all around the country, no matter what, you just keep hearing no's. People are just running so scared.
It's because you're Jewish.
And no's. No, they're not saying no's.
Okay. Sorry. I thought you were doing that stereotype. I'm sorry, Rich. I didn't mean that. It was.
You know the difference between the Jew and you? I didn't lose 100,000. Shut up.
You never had it.
That's not any juice.
Why don't you just say I'm rubber your glue?
Stop it.
Listen,
No,
Buy another used friggin' Mercedes that smells like cabbage.
I'm rubber your Jew.
I'll never forget that.
So no's save jobs. Wait, I didn't say that right.
What?
When you say no, you don't lose your job over no. Yeses are what lose jobs. When people say yes, they have a chance of losing their gig. When you say no, it's still safe. Do you understand?
Like you mean greenlighting something?
Yeah, there's a lot of TV shows and stuff aren't going ahead, but they're just paying people to sit there and wait.
Yeah, a lot of executives just cower in the corner. They sit in their office, lock the door, no decisions are made, and they just sit there waiting for the axe to fall.
Mm-hmm.
No one's doing anything right now. No work is getting done, believe me.
Yeah.
And yet golf course prices haven't dropped. I don't understand.
Yeah.
My word.
And Chris Brown can still afford a Lamborghini with blood on it.
You hear about this Chris Brown?
Yeah,
This Chris Brown?
I watched it on the news when I woke up this morning.
You know what? It's worth doing. We got kind of the highlights. Chris Brown and what he did to this Rihanna.
Oh, there's a picture.
Huh?
They were just showing a picture.
Yeah.
Of
He went to town on her, and she's gone back to him.
Her face is all brown and beat up. Her face looks like your liver.
What does that say to every girl at home?
She's stupid. Now I'm done. Because everyone felt sorry for Rihanna, and then you find out they're back together. You're whatever. Whatever happens to you, you deserve it now. You dumb broad.
When he was jet skiing, and then everyone in the news was going, "Can you believe it? He's jet skiing!" And it's like, what? When's the reasonable amount of time after beating a woman when you're allowed to jet ski again? When does it become socially acceptable?
I think a week.
Right.
But it was a month.
Yeah,
He waited a month.
then he's fine.
They were saying he's jet skiing because he's black and he can't swim. That's what they were saying.
Rich.
Oh,
Rich Voss trying to make a joke, and instead we all get fired. Great, Rich.
Yeah, what is
great
day stuff?
I did a nice joke about beating women, and you had to turn it sour.
Way to go, Rich.
You know,
I don't need Reverend Al Sharpton on my ass.
Yeah.
You can't. He's downtown right now.
You idiot.
My God.
My God, man.
Yes, I want to say that was Rich Voss.
Saying black people
not
can't
Opie
swim.
and Anthony.
Right.
I
Jim
apologize
Jeffries, it
to
wasn't me
anybody
either.
that it was offended by Rich Voss's remarks. I want that known immediately.
Right.
Oh, I'll tell you what.
We do not condone
This isn't-
the remarks of our guests.
Right.
And
Way to go, Rich.
no
Way to
control over
go.
them. Let me finish my apology.
We'll do a poll.
We don't put up with that kind of racism here. Thank you, Steve from Bayshore.
Right.
We will never put up with that type of racism
Right.
here on this program, Rich Voss. And if that happens again, I personally, and I've never done this before, but I will personally ask Keith to have you removed from the studio because that type of racism, my God, who's being punched in the face? The bus driver?
Yeah.
By who? By who?
It looks like a Jewish man. Looks like a Jewish man.
Rich. Rich.
Yeah, let's just say the guy can't swim.
Right. Rich.
It's not racist. First of all, I'm part black, so it's not racist.
Oh, you're not.
The original,
Yes, I am.
Really?
Are you talking about the original tribe
The
of
original
Israel?
tribe of Israel,
Israelites?
yes.
Yeah, all right.
Yes.
Oh,
good for you.
yeah.
I'm just trying to look out and say, so my people
All right.
were not swimmers.
All right. Listen, we got the Chris Brown all over every TV, so why don't we play the highlights, make it very easy for everybody.
Yeah.
We make it, we go right to the facts here. He had good technique, though. He was able to drive and punch at the same time. He had her in a chokehold. And
It seems like he's done it before. It's so good.
He was smashing her face against the window.
Yeah.
The passenger window, which is a talented move because usually that'll make your car weave.
And also a Lamborghini, that's a very slanted window. That's not an easy move. It's not like you're doing a people mover where you're right up close. That's a real sort of smashing upwards motion.
Yeah, you got to kind of go down and up.
Oh, yeah, down and up,
face.
bang! In the thing.
Yes.
And then go, I'm going to kill you. What are you doing? You're not coming to the Grammys.
Here we go.
TMZ releasing this video of the R&B singer in court, and here's why he may want to strike a deal. A search warrant used to get phone records reveals a detective's description of what happened on the eve of the Grammys. It says, first Rihanna read a 3-page text message from a woman to Brown. That's when the argument began. Brown tried to force Rihanna out of the car, but he couldn't because she had her seatbelt on. He shoved her head against the window, then punched her, and continued to punch her while driving. Her mouth filled with blood. It splattered all over her clothes and the interior of their rented Lamborghini.
Oh,
That's such a nice car.
Lambo, you know something?
And it's rented. I thought this guy had a bit of cash. Renting?
Yeah.
I can rent a Lamborghini.
Rented the Lamborghini.
But can you bang Rihanna?
Oh, I can now.
Against the window?
I can do it now. She's all weak and knee. She's taking Chris Brown back. I can tell you what, if I was going to hit you, it'd be one punch and a cry and a bit of an apology, right? None of this keep on doing it while I'm driving stuff. But in contrast to Chris Brown, I'm a good catch.
Well, it continued.
During the alleged attack, Brown tells Rihanna, quote, "I'm going to beat the blank out of you when we get home. You wait and see." Rihanna calls her assistant, who doesn't answer, but she leaves a message saying, quote, "I'm on my way home. Make sure the cops are there when I get there." Brown tells Rihanna, quote, "You just did the stupidest thing ever. Now I'm really going to kill you."
And they're back together. But, I could care less what happens to this broad.
But when he said beat the blank out, what was the blank, do you reckon?
S.
Yeah, the big S word.
Sometimes just say F, though.
Well, you can say beat the crap out of you.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah, so it's like,
But if they're saying blank, then he went with the S.
Yeah. And then you've done the stupidest thing.
That's wrong.
I want to know what because you know that the text message was. It was a bit of I can't wait for you to A, B, C, and D me.
Right.
I used to have when I was cheating on my girlfriend, who I don't see anymore. I always used to, because in your phone you can put several numbers in under one person's name. There was a gay friend of mine. Alan Carr, he's quite a very famous comic in Britain, and I'd always put like the girls under his name. So if any sexy text came and it flashed up on the phone, my girlfriend would look at him, and I'd go, you know those fags, how aggressive they are.
How aggressive?
They're always trying to try it on with you, aren't they?
You scheming.
You're insane.
Another one, I knew she was going through my phone, so what I did was I got my best mate Jason. I changed his name to Cindy in my phone. Then I sent a text from Jason's phone to my phone that said, "I want to S your D," right? Yes. And then I just left on the table and went, "I think I'll go off and have a shower." I hadn't even turned the hot water in before I had that phone thrown at my head. And I was there going, "Call it! I dare you!"
Go ahead.
Yeah, call it. Jason answers, "Hey there, buddy, what's happening? Why are you calling me?" So these are little tips that I give to the cheating man out there.
Those are good.
So you don't have to smash a woman's face into the dashboard of a...
Speaking of which, to bring it back around, the third part of the beating.
The affidavit says Brown continued to punch Rihanna while driving. He placed her in a headlock and bit her left ear. At one point, she began to lose consciousness, and the biting continued. Brown bit her left ring and middle fingers, then released her. TMZ's Harvey Levin spoke to us tonight in New York.
She told police that he has done this to her before, and the way she put it to them, that this was a case of escalating violence.
That's wonderful.
Escalating violence. That's great. Usually ends
and
up.
he's younger than her, isn't she?
He's like 19 or 20.
I think he's 24 or something.
Oh, she's 19 or 20, right?
He's a year younger than she is.
Yeah, they're both like barely 20 years
kids.
old.
Didn't another rapper, like a famous one, goes, "Oh, we're gonna take care of this"? Like, who was it? Like, I mean,
it was me, mate.
There was rumors out there.
You don't know about my rap
DJ
career.
Jazzy Jeff.
I ain't.
DJ was Will Smith.
Yeah,
not even
his
Will
lyrics
Smith.
might be nice.
The other guy.
She deserves whatever she gets now. Whatever. Back together. She's just stupid.
You know what?
This is going to smash her career up as well.
Yes.
Like, his career's over. That's point blank. His career's over now, right?
Yeah.
But if she stays with him, that's her career as well. Because if she comes out all powerful and all, you have to stand up, and she can even do ad campaigns and all that type of stuff, and she'll be on Oprah and all that stuff. She'll come out of it very well. Like, it will actually help her career.
Right.
But if she stays with him, she's done. Because I've always been a mogul in the music industry and could always pick the trends.
You always know.
Yeah. If anyone wants the information, come to me on who's going to get famous.
Let's go to
You know what she should do, though? Really, honestly, just F one of the most hardcore rap guys, videotape it, and then send it to him. It would just, if he beat her if he beat her like that, that would devastate him. Just crush him mentally like that. She's just, this could be you.
And this just in, she's not going to testify.
Well, he should go to prison.
He got 2 felony charges yesterday, right?
Yeah.
And she's not going to testify in the case, supposedly.
She's getting paid off or threatened.
No, she's got more money than him.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
She's got more. She's a bigger star than he is.
Yeah, she's had massive hits in the last couple of years.
Picture you and Bonnie.
We're doing what? Doing what?
It's the relationships like that. She's the one that really is more talented.
Oh, yeah.
She makes more of the money. Things like
Well,
that.
she doesn't make more money, but she's
and
more
then you're the
talented.
hanger-on kind of, you know.
She doesn't make more money.
Want to punch her in the face.
Even in joking form, you were willing to defend your cash.
You're right.
We were obviously making fun of you. No, she doesn't make more money.
No.
Okay, let me explain something about it.
I'll be what? Nice to my wife.
I'm the unleavened breadwinner in the family.
Let me tell you the difference too. She's a farm girl. She could take a punch. She's not gonna sit and call and text. She'll fight back.
She'll beat the crap out of you in a second. You'll be crying.
She can hit me. She can't knock out my teeth. You can't knock out stuff you don't have. So I'm not really worried about that.
The rap community is lining up to defend this broad, big time. They're all behind her.
Defend her what?
No,
for going back to her?
But then she turns and does the dumb thing and goes back with them.
Because
they were all supporting her. Well, that's the rumor. That
Jay-Z's like the guy.
Chicks do that. They get beat and then go back.
Yeah.
Weird psyche thing.
Wouldn't have a love like
Let's go to Malik. Malik knows a little bit about the community. Malik at Asbury Park. Malik, how are you, sir?
Yo, what up, on there? Yo, what up, choppers? What up,
What's up, man? Hurry up before your phone card runs out.
Oh,
you didn't.
Hey, yo, the whole situation with Chris Ariana is, I went through the same thing. He's going to get off with probation because she's not testifying against him. They back together, and he's going through anger management classes and all that. And the whole situation with, the picture and everything, the picture may, look bad, but I think the media's taking it out to be more than what it is. You know what I'm saying? They too young.
Whoa. More than what it is.
He didn't beat her that bad.
Yeah, if you punch a woman, you punch a woman, point blank. I don't want to become like some soft touch.
I mean, you punch a woman, but they also not tell you that there was another car that was following them that was supposedly other chicks that Chris Brown was involved with, that they're not even bringing them into the story, so we don't even know if it was girls.
Oh, right, so he was at fault with the girls in behind the car, and he punched her. Well, he's even a better picture.
Yeah. Hit him, right?
So not only did he hit her, but he had other girls following.
Well, you said you dealt with this. You hit a woman, and what happened?
No, he got beaten up by Chris Brown, this guy.
What happened?
I think he did put his hands on it and all that, but I don't think it's going to be all that with what they're making it out to be. If you get an assault charge, any type of assault charge, especially a domestic violence charge, they automatically going to hit you with a felon charge. You're going to get locked up. But if you take the proper steps, and Chris Brown got money, he's going to get off with probation. He's going to get 3 to 5 years probation, and he's going to slide. As far as his career, all his sponsors, all 7 of his sponsors bailed out. So his career is a wrap. But she took him back. And, it's just young puppy love. You know how it is.
Yeah, but you're wrong. They're not going to give him probation. They're going to use him as an example, okay?
Yeah.
He's getting locked up.
They tried. No, he's not getting locked up.
He ain't getting locked up.
No, not getting locked up.
I'm with Malik on this.
No.
He's not testifying.
If she doesn't testify, he's not going nowhere.
And not only that, I think he has a huge career because of this. That's how effed up the entertainment
do you think he'll...
Yes.
Oh, I think he's done.
I don't know, man.
Yeah. Mind you, David Beckham beat up Victoria Beckham several times, and it was...
Didn't they deem that, though?
No, that never happened. That never happened. I just seen, I just don't do it.
It's not some rumor. It's like,
really?
What?
Yeah,
no, he's like the nicest guy in the world. He works for charity. He's a good father. Oh. Well done, Bex.
Yeah. And it was Jay-Z that made the comment about we going to handle
Jesus Christ.
Jay-Z.
Oh, Jay-Z.
See, Jay-Z is Jesus Christ. Different story.
So this kid, Chris Brown, has got to live looking over his shoulder forever, huh?
Listen, man.
Yeah, we'll see.
If Jay-Z was to say, Jay-Z got other fish to fry. He got a bigger situation to deal with.
Like what?
So, I mean, there's other things going on in hip-hop right now that he got to deal with. That little Chris Brown situation ain't. And that's not even a radar on his map right now. You know what I mean? It's
radar
not even a blip on the radar. You know what I mean?
Blip on his thing. I hear you.
Yeah, so...
That's not even a road on his globe.
I'll go with it's not even a cyst on his hip. Little A-Rod
topical
tie-in. Thank you. It's not even a cyst on his hip. Right there, Malik.
I want to know what other things are going in on hip-hop that are bigger than this.
Yeah, what's bigger than this
We've
there, Malik?
Killed
to have a fish fry.
We got the insider on the phone here. Hey, Malik.
All right, for one, you got 50 Cent
and this new guy that's coming out. Well, he's been out for a while. His name is Rick Ross.
Dude, slow down. We're all about that. We had 50 Cent on our show.
You're saying in Rich Voss?
We're in on that one.
Yeah.
Is that what he said? You and Fitty?
We're at war right now.
There's a little rap battle going on with this 50 Cent, this guy, whatever.
A couple of the Australian rappers and the New Zealand rappers are going at each other as well. It's really it's really
That's
mental.
got to be hardcore.
Oh yeah,
Right,
kangaroos
so
versus the wallabies.
They project over to Jay. And also you got Jay's protege, or I don't want to say his protege, but the guy who brought Jay into the game when he first came in the game. You know, Jay said a comment against him, and now he's getting at Jay, and he's exposing a lot of things about Jay-Z that people didn't know.
Like
you know
what?
I'm saying? So Jay, Jay talked about he came in the game as this big hustler in Marcy Projects or whatever have you, and you got guys that, brought him in the game and was like, nah, he wasn't this big gangster what you think he was. You know what I'm saying? He was an average dude. Don't be mistaken by what he said.
Mm-hmm.
If he put himself in a position to get the money and the power what he got, you know what I'm saying? It was because he made smart moves. But don't believe everything that this dude says. You know what I mean? First of all, 98% of hip hop is fake anyway.
What about Coolio? What's happening with him? Because he was just on Britain's Big Brother and he came second. Everyone really liked him.
Oh, God, really?
Yeah, he came second. Third was the Mini-Me out of...
Austin Powers.
Isn't there rappers, like certain rappers that have like colognes and change their names a lot that wasn't really a thug growing up either?
Shut up, Rich.
Rich.
I'm asking
All right,
you a
Malik, we're
question.
going to let you go. No, we're
Hey,
good
watch
with
your
Malik.
back, man. You've let a lot of secrets out. Watch
no
your back.
kidding.
You don't want him to be shot. You got a cap in your ass.
We got to take a break, but we got two quick calls we got to get to. Katie in Jersey. Katie, go ahead.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey.
I was wondering what you guys thought about Rihanna being endorsed by CoverGirl and Gillette and all that. Like, are they still going to support her if she goes back with a man that beats her?
It's now going to be called Cover Up Girl.
They would look really bad if they dropped her as a spokesperson because they would look like they don't. They're not for
the new adverts are going to be for foundation covering.
Makeup would love her.
Covering your friggin' wounds.
I got to jump in because Melanie's a little mad at us here, and this is amazing. Go ahead, Melanie.
I'm not really mad. I'm just, you don't know what it's like to be in an abusive relationship unless you're in one.
I was in one.
Been in one.
It's called marriage.
My hands used to hurt on a daily basis.
What's the matter, Melanie? What happened?
Are you? She's, this being in the public, she should now see and have her wake-up call. But when you're in a relationship, it takes something major for you to realize that you're in a bad relationship.
Major. She was hospitalized.
Your head being
with a
smashed
mouthful
into
of blood.
So, you accept the fact that a guy is beating you up?
You don't accept it because you don't really know.
Oh, you're insane. You're stupid.
Well, you know
All
what?
you broads are stupid.
Can
if
we
you're
go out
allowing,
sometime? I like to
if you're
see
allowing
it.
your man to beat the crap
Watch
out
that
of you.
movie with Farrah Fawcett where she
The
burns
Burning
it.
Bed.
Yeah.
Right. What are you talking about? You don't have people in your lives that can help you out?
There's a way out. The prisons are full of women that figured out a way out.
If you don't know that you're getting beat up, buy a mirror. Here's the thing.
It's because women don't want to move into smaller flats.
We can't all talk at the same time. It doesn't
really
work.
know it. If you've not been or seen someone that's been abused, you don't know it until you're through it. And like I said, I was with the man for 10 years.
10
and
years.
I didn't realize what was going on and how badly I was being abused until one day when he threatened to take off with my child. Then I sat and talked to someone, and I realized what the hell was going on for those 10 years.
Melanie.
And I put an end to it.
Melanie, how could 10 years go by? This has always boggled me. I know there's some kind of psyche thing that's going on with abused women, and it extends back into their childhood and things like that and stuff, blah, blah, blah. But how could you go 10 years watching people? Did you think that every woman was being beaten at home and it was just a normal thing?
You don't think of it in that way.
All right,
when
well, then
you're
how do
in a relationship.
Okay, so the answer is no. How do you then go about 10 years and not, didn't it hit your mind occasionally going, his fist? No, didn't it hit your mind occasionally where you would say like, wow, this is bad. This isn't like I see my friends in kind of nice, loving relationships, or at least relationships where the girl isn't being beat up.
Well, when this is your first relationship that you've ever been in and you've never had anything to compare it to, or when you're isolated
an
from
uncle.
friends that
I
don't.
had a kid.
Yeah. You had a kid?
When you don't. Yes,
Did
I
you have the kid with him?
Yes.
Right, okay.
Your
Well,
first relationship?
that makes it a little bit different.
How old were you when you hooked up with this guy?
I was 19, fresh out of high school, and right into college. And I had never dated in high school. Just, I was friends with all of my guy friends and never had a relationship. So I didn't know what he was doing to me was abuse.
Yeah, can I ask you something? First, like you hooked up, and of course he was probably all sweet and nice and everything. First time he beat on you, what were you thinking? You must remember that first time. Kind of run us through it quickly.
It was just that, okay, this was a fluke thing. It's never happened before. It's not going to happen again. Or what did I do that provoked him to, be that way?
Wait, let me jump in. Melanie, what did he do to you the first time?
Yeah, I want to know, what the situation was, because all of a sudden he's like some sweet guy, and then, how did you...
He was smart, though. He never put his hands literally on me. He would throw objects, inanimate objects, and beat me down verbally and everything, and throw things at me.
That's called a relationship.
I've done that.
All right, wait.
No.
It depends on the object, though. Was it like a Nerf ball or was it a frying pan?
An anvil.
Right.
All right, what?
He used big Yankee candles and big, huge glass objects.
You smell like vanilla.
Yeah, all right, what's wrong with smell like lavender?
She's in the emergency room, and people are like, you smell great.
I think you might just be hard to live with.
Well, so he never, rolled up a fist and belted you one.
But it was Yankee candles, large ones, by the way.
One time he did. And what was that over?
The day that I left, he choked me.
He choked you on
the day that I left, when I was leaving, he had me by the throat trying to choke me to death.
Now, why would you leave while he's around? Or why would you put yourself alone in the situation?
He was saying he was throwing me out of the house. We got into an argument, and I told him that I was done. I was packing my stuff and my child's stuff to go to my parents, and he didn't like it. We were in an argument, and one of many, and he just flipped the switch and
started choking you. Did you ever call the cops on him, ever, in 10 years?
No, at that point I would have, but a neighbor had seen what was going on and beat me to it.
Awesome.
So.
And I got to jump in because the women, screw us, the women are pissed.
Yeah.
Jen in Westchester, go ahead. You got Melanie on the line.
Hi. I was in a abusive relationship, and it's not a physically abusive relationship, but it was emotionally abusive.
Oh, he beat you with the phone, right?
Yeah, all right.
Is that what happened? He's still beating you with your cell phone.
No. She just hasn't got a speech back.
Yeah.
That's the way she talks. Oh, God damn, Jim.
Let's go to Stacy in New York. Stacy, you're on with Melanie.
Stacy.
They call me Stacy.
Good morning.
Hi.
I just want to say this woman is just, I know abusive relationships are hard. I've never been in one, thank God, because I would never let it happen. And I think a terrible name to women. And the fact she brought a kid into the world with this guy, and probably sat there and let the kid see her be beat. And God knows if the kid was beat, I think she needs to grow a pair and, stop acting like it's okay. And Rihanna's dumbish crap for going back with this guy, and she deserves whatever she gets.
There you go.
So what?
There you go. Melanie, what do you have to say about that?
I'm out of it. I've been out of it for 5.5 years. Thank God my child was never hurt in any of it, and most of what went on was not in front of him.
I used to get the hell beaten out of me, but my parents never hit each other. So what's the more better situation here than... You know what I mean? Thank God the child was never... come on, it was a few thrown things. The choking, I'm going to say bad, but I'm going to say that this wasn't a horrific incident.
It was probably a lot of psychological abuse. No, this sounds like it could have been pretty bad. How has it affected, Melanie? Yeah, we got to take a break, but how has it affected how you have relationships now? Are you in one? Is the guy great? Are you leery now of this?
I one.
What? Yeah?
I just started a relationship after 5 years. It was horrible because you just
with Chuck Liddell, she's going out.
Do you flinch a lot?
You walk around going, is this guy for real? Is he gonna snap tomorrow like the other one did.
Oh, so you're thinking that because women like that are in relationships, abusive relationships, usually end up going back into another one. Yes. They kind of almost seek out guys that are.
I did shortly after.
You did
afterwards, but at least I was started to see the signs, and it was like as soon as he started to yell or get irate or something, I was like, you know what? Screw you, I'm done, and would walked away from it.
Does your ex still see the kid?
Unfortunately, yes.
It's the dad.
I don't.
Throws mom a belt in the face.
I don't like when they say that. Unfortunately.
All right. Well, we got to take a break.
Dads have as much right to see.
I like his fascinating stories, though.
Oh yeah, it's a very special episode of the Opie and Anthony show.
Even if you're in prison, you have the right to see your kids.
Oh, I mean, I got kids.
Unfortunately, yes. I'd throw a frying pan at her if she said I couldn't see my kid.
All right, we got to take a break. Jim Jeffries doing his big HBO taping tomorrow night. Could they still get tickets, Jim?
I'm not sure. But give it a go.
It's got to be sold out.
Jim Jeffries at BroadwayVideo.com. Your email.
Yeah, and we're looking for a really, really good comedy crowd tomorrow.
People into laughing.
This is a big day for Jim Jeffries. Big day. And Rich, filling in for Jimmy Tay, what do you got?
March 20 and 21, the Arlington Draft House Theater in Arlington, Virginia.
Got a busy one this morning. Opie and Anthony, Jim Jeffries, Jim Norton is out in San Francisco. We got Rich Voss filling in for Jimmy. We want to talk about boating. We want to talk about something that happened at a funeral, which is just amazing. A stranger just...
Yeah, I heard about that story.
It's a great story we got to get to. But we have the women calling like crazy about being abused. Like crazy. Let's go to Christina in Brooklyn real fast. Christina, how are you?
I'm good.
Good. What's up?
Well, I'm a little offended by how many jokes are being made about the issue, and I just wanted to give you a place where you can go and get some facts. Specifically about women in New York.
Are we getting kind of facts just talking to different women and getting their opinion?
Oh, there's a few jokes flying, but we think,
Yeah, we don't.
We're kind of...
It is a comedy show.
Pissed, man. Rihanna is stupid to go back with Chris Brown.
We were the ones
the allegations are true.
Go back, so.
Right.
Yeah.
And
but you know how beatings can lead to murder as well?
No kidding.
In 1996, half of the murder victims, female murder victims, were killed by someone they were intimate with.
Yeah, that's usually the way.
Yeah. So it's important to really take this...
I can't keep a girlfriend.
Are we going to have a pop quiz? Because this...
No, So why doesn't somebody get in touch with her and tell her that stat, and perhaps she can then leave a relationship that might lead to her death?
Yeah. You know what I think it's important for you guys to share with young women and young men?
My body.
Right, that too. But listen, there's a lot of teens who don't know that getting hit is not a sign of how much he loves me. It's not right.
No, but we've been saying that we think it's wrong that she was getting hit, and how dare she go back to him?
Is that happening a lot?
I don't know how you're blaming us for saying that we're saying the wrong thing here.
What the problem is, girls, they don't understand because they go, I'm going to hit that. And they don't, I'm going
to hit that.
Yeah.
They're getting the hip-hop lingo mixed up, and the white kids are going like, I got to hit that?
Yeah.
So then you hit it, and you're in trouble.
Oh, my God. Someone get the audio of the former president. His wife had open heart surgery, I guess. Barbara Bush. She's going to be okay. But he did a press conference where he was laughing and crying at the same time. You got to see this.
Crying over here.
If you guys really want to help teens in New York, it would be great if you could tell them they can go to day1ny.org.
You got
and find out about how to get help, to get away from their abusers, to get legal help, because teens don't know how to get out of it.
Let me tell you something, Christina. I already have a program set up for teen girls in New York. It's called Facebook /Anthony Cumia.
Yeah.
That's a great program for wayward teen girls.
Yeah.
I'm running my own little hostel at my house.
You won't be hit by a fist.
No, you won't be hit. Not by a fist.
It'll look like a fist, though. If the rumors are true about Anthony.
Do something good for
funny. Do something good for the kids who need to know about how to get out of
being funny is good for New York.
All right. What girls are getting hit? Stop getting hit. If you're getting hit, stop getting hit.
Yeah.
Just leave the relationship.
Leave the guy if you get hit.
If my kids got hit, I would fly to the guy's house, and I go, what did they do?
You know what you should do? Get a boat there.
What if your daughter got hit?
Which one? Because both of them are wise guys. So they are
Tell
wise
you the truth, from what I've heard, they deserve it. So, okay, Rich, forget it.
A lot of people say, like Dave on Long Island, where are the fathers of these girls who get beat?
No father.
Marcus in Queens can't believe her father, Rihanna's father, is okay with her going back to Chris Brown. We got, this is a good one. Mark in Pennsylvania, then we're going to try to move on. Mark, go ahead. You're on the Opie and Anthony show. Nice setup, and there's Mark being a dud.
Hey. Hello.
Go ahead, Mark.
Hello.
You're on there?
What's up?
Okay, man.
What's up, guys?
Hey.
Yeah, listen, my mother was abused by my father for, 30 years, to the point when I turned about 17 and I kicked the shit out of him.
Oh, you did?
Oh, absolutely.
You were one of those scenes, those movie scenes where the guy goes, "Let her go, Dad!" And then there's like the big standoff between father and son, and the father realizes the son's old enough now to kick his ass, man.
This is a Lifetime movie. I
hate those.
Mark cursed, by the way, when he turned 17. He beat the crap out of his father.
Yeah, but so for 13 years before you were born, this was going on?
Oh, it was.
So they can't blame you.
It was total. I was number 3 out of 4 kids.
And your brothers never beat him up?
They didn't have a set of Keonis. You know what I mean? My older brother, he was always bigger, but he was just a chicken.
Yeah, you should beat him up.
Did you say you're one of 14 kids?
3.
No, I'm one of 4. One of 4.
Okay. I thought he said 14. I'm like, what didn't leave much time for beating mommy up.
Yeah. I went to punch my dad out when he was just teasing me once when I was about sort of 17. When you start doing that thing when you think, I'm big enough now, I'm going to have a go at it. But the first punch you throw at the old man, because you sort of love him, right?
Yeah.
You sort of love the guy. You don't want to hurt him. You don't want to make your point. It's sort of like, my punch was sort of like a light little tap to the shoulder, where he had no problem punching me in the face. And my dad said, "Oh, you think you're a big man, are you? Come on, big man. Come on, let's have a go. Let's see what you can do." Right? Bang! He clocks me in the head.
I was 21 the first time I punched my grandmother.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
With her arthritic, gnarled-up claw.
She hit
trying to
me
punch you back.
That is that defining moment, which I personally never got.
Me too.
I never got to. I would never.
No way.
The idea of a fight with my father never even came into play.
No way.
He would have pulled out a gun and shot me if I ever had the upper hand.
I'm still waiting to punch out one of my brothers because I had the promise my whole life that I was bigger as a baby, I was bigger as a thing, and I was going to be taller than him. And one day, after all his picking, and I never became as big as him. And now he's a cop and all that type of stuff. But I'm going to punch him out one day, maybe in his sleep.
Now he's a cop with a big full head of hair.
With a big full head of hair, and he's a cop, and every time, and he's a weapons trainer.
He's a man,
and he's the people when they learn new holds from America and all that. My brother teaches it to everyone like that, and we come home, and my brother goes, "We're at Christmas." My brother goes, "Oh yeah, there's a few new holds we got worked out at the moment. There's a few new positions we've worked out."
Jim won't just stand up and he'll show you.
And then my mum goes, "Do it on Jim, do it on Jim," and I'm sitting eating my dinner going, "I don't want to have a thing. Do it on Jim." And then my brother stands around going, "See how he's trying to resist? See how he's trying to resist? I can get the bloody hell off me. I don't want you to do." I end up with my face on the floor and Mum clapping.
You better.
Oh, wonderful!
When he does that, you better watch that new move where he smashes your head into a Lamborghini window.
That's a good one.
The Rhiannon.
Yeah, Mark, go ahead.
Yeah, listen. My father was a lot like Anthony's father. He loved guns. Okay, he had guns everywhere in the house. He was 250 pounds, and he was a Golden Gloves boxer. He was insane.
Oh.
He was a crazy person. However, he liked to drink. He was an alcoholic as well too. So I sort of knew when he was all lit up. That's when I beat the piss out of him. You know,
oh,
and
really?
I love guns and I love all of those things like Anthony does. But I do not, to this day. I've been married for 26 years. I have 4 kids of my own, and I would never lay a finger on a woman.
Wait till she gets as lippy as your mum.
What's that?
He was just making a joke. It was a good one.
Those Aussies they have a strange sense of humor.
That's good though, because they say that you start doing what your parents did to you, you were able to break the what is it called?
Chain
the
of
chain.
dysfunction.
Sure, you broke the chain.
I think you either do the same thing or the exact opposite. To tell you the truth,
right.
Like there are certain things that my father did and stuff that I just would never even fathom doing.
Yeah.
So I don't
Could
think
go either way, you think?
I don't think that's
I would
true.
love to see the stats, though. I think more people, do the behavior their parents did to them.
Yeah.
I hate to say it, but I think that's what happens.
Yeah.
What happens, like the other day, we were in such an argument, and I've never hit a woman in my life, ever, either. And and we're in this major argument. She goes, go ahead, hit me. That's what you want to do. What do you do? I mean, I didn't, but she almost gave me permission.
Well, maybe it's her turn on.
Hey, Rich, come on, you got to practice your 12 steps, brother.
I know. Listen, I didn't. You're 100%
going
right.
to beat my kids so bad, and I have no issue about it. And I mean this. This isn't a joke. There's too many little S-heads running around the streets who deserved a bit of a slap when they were younger. I've never stolen in my life. I've never been a violent, but I'm going to beat the hell out of my kids because if my mum didn't do that to me, I wouldn't have stayed in line.
The new age thing is to not ever lay a hand on your kid. They say that only verbal discipline and this and that and the other thing. But to tell you the truth, a lot of things I never did because I was petrified that I was going to get a thrashing for doing them.
My nephew was 5 years old, and he was in the kitchen. He's never been hit his whole life, right? Because my sister-in-law wouldn't do it. My brother, I know he's secretly the cop. He wants to hit him, but he can't do it, right? and my mum's doing that thing that what grandmothers do. We're going, taste this with a spoon in the kitchen.
Yeah.
And my nephew goes, I don't want to taste it. And then he goes, taste it, and he goes, F off. But he didn't get to the end of the F. Right? And my mum backhanded him. Bang! Across the room. He flies across. He's cowering in the corner. And I walk in and go, what's happened to you, Max? He goes, no, hit me. Nana, hit me. And I go, well, you're not going to swear anymore, are you, mate? and then my brother comes home, and this is 2 hours later, he's still going, Nana, hit me. Nana, hit me.
Traumatized
and then he goes, and my brother goes, what did you do, Mum? I go, he told Nana to F off. And then my brother goes, well, you don't tell Nana that. And he goes, I tell you what. If you tell your mum about this, I'll set Nana on you again.
Oh, yeah. She would say something.
My kids grew up good because I used to waterboard them when they were young.
Yes.
What does waterboard mean?
Really
what does waterboard?
torture.
Huh?
What does waterboard mean?
Torture.
It's a torture they were using in Guantanamo Bay. No, this is not just taps of water.
No,
they pretty much tie you up and get you at the brink of drowning and then pull you up and
My
say,
mother used to wait till we were asleep, like tell us everything was okay. Let us all go to bed, and then she'd come in and smash all your furnishings in while you're asleep, while you're five, and go, clean it up, and then you'd be going, oh, Jesus.
That's bad.
It's a Joan Crawford movie.
Yeah. We'd fall asleep, and my dad would come in and rape us.
I can't believe that.
We're having fun.
That's a Jew thing. He wouldn't look us.
All is going nice until then.
It was nice.
That's why Voss doesn't have his original teeth.
Hey, Mark, you got anything else? That's good, right? You're all good?
I got. Listen, I just want to say you guys are awesome radio. You know, you, Jimmy, Jimmy.
Well,
and I love you guys. And I just want to say any woman that allows a man to touch them like that and they don't get out of that relationship are totally insane.
All right.
100%.
Just want to remind you, we're also heard on satellite radio. Thank you, Mark.
You guys are all punching out.
All right, Mark.
Punching out, very funny.
Melody has to. I'm punching out. There you go. Marlene in Queens. It's hard to leave a guy who abuses you. Happened to me. You want one more of these before the break?
One more, because there is some
we do have
psyche.
to take a break.
There is something.
I think it's got a lot to do with not wanting to leave the apartment.
By the way,
it's very hard to find any flat.
By the way, before we get to Marlene, Stephen S. from Bayshore on Instant Feedback writes, the Chateau Cumia Teen Girl Shelter and Cuddle Den has been in business for well over a year.
Ah, yes, that's true. And Marlene hung up.
She hung up.
Either that or her husband hit her with the phone. Got a good shot on her.
I like to think that the guy listens to the show heard Marlene. Wait a minute.
Yeah, wait a minute. That's my wife.
That's my wife in the other room.
He's coming out wet with the towel around him.
Who are you talking to?
Right. Cracks her right in the phone.
You ain't talking to those guys.
She's got number marks on her ear right now.
What was
that was her big moment to get help.
Yeah, that was our moment.
We just blew it by saying Marlene's on the phone.
Yeah, we blew it for an email from Steve from Bayshore.
Right. just to get a funny line in before the call. We just blew it for her.
Sorry, Marlene.
Now he's got a wooden block between her ankles.
Yeah, he's going to hobble her.
My mate used to ring the children's helpline as a prank phone call.
Oh, no.
Right, this is true. Right, ring the children's helpline, the one where you talk about if you're an abused child, and he'd get his son to get on the phone and go, hello? Hello? Right? Then he'd walk in the room and go, who are you talking to?
I have to go.
That's what he tells me.
Yeah.
It's a great story.
All right, we're going to get Rich's opinions on boating, because he had a lot to say during the last break.
Of course he did.
That didn't make the radio yet.
He doesn't like boating.
He doesn't like boating. We're going to get into that in just a bit. And this strange story of this woman going nuts at a funeral.
I want to listen to the Crying Bush.
Yeah, we're going to try to get the Crying Bush, too. We're pulling the audio, see if it's worth it.
I think we're calling Bonnie.
That's the beaten bush.
We're having a wild one today. It's too bad we have to play commercials because the show just continues right through the breaks.
Jim's hysterical, man. He's got some great just stories from home stuff.
Oh, absolutely.
That's just really funny, man.
Jim Jeffries and his brother.
Yeah.
His brother who's doing the right thing in your mom's eyes.
Yeah.
Helping the public. And
he's probably as corrupt as hell, my brother.
You're hoping, right?
I imagine he would. He lives in a very big house with a nice car. I don't know how it all worked out for him.
He's a cop in Australia.
He's a cop in Australia. He's a cop in Sydney, yeah.
Yeah.
And the thing is now, I'm going back to do some gigs in Sydney in a couple of weeks, and I'm going to get like 50 cops coming. So I think I think I'm above the law in Australia. I think I can do whatever I want.
That's pretty good. It's a nice feeling.
What was the story he was just telling? It's worth redoing for
all right, I'll tell you. Now you're not going to laugh, right?
Well,
because it's
I'll laugh again, and they'll laugh out there.
I'm 17 years old, and I'm driving back through Crow's Nest in Sydney. Another great Australian name, Crow's Nest. And so we're driving back now. 17, obviously, the drinking age in Australia is 18, and I think I had like 1 pint of lager. And but it's 0.05 in Australia, but I'm not allowed to have anything on my breath because I'm a minor, right?
Yeah, sure.
So they pull me up to do a breathalyzer, and my brother's name's Danny Nugent, right? And they hand over the breathalyzer, and I breathe, and I go, "Oh, do you know Senior Sergeant Danny Nugent by any chance?" And the cop just looks at me and goes, "No." Walks away to his car. 10 minutes, I sit there sweating, doing nothing, right? Come back to the vehicle. Please step out of the vehicle, mate. And I'm like, is there a seatbelt? Please step out of the vehicle. So I step out. They smash me onto the bonnet of my car. They cuff me. They reach for their holsters. Right? I start crying like a small woman in an abusive relationship.
For 30 years.
Right? And I'm going, oh, Jesus, please help me. Oh, no. Then I hear my brother laughing through the radio. Just like that, right? They uncuff me. I start drying my eyes, going, "Oh, good joke, guys. Good joke. Yeah, solid like that."
All teary-eyed. Oh, they must have just pounded you after that.
I've bumped into one of the guys since who still knows my brother, and they all still laugh and point. And I'm a 32-year-old man now, but then they go, "Oh, remember when you cried?" And I still.
Does that haunt you every day?
Not every day. There's been a lot of other worse things that have happened too.
That's good, man.
Oh, so sad.
That's real good.
But whenever I'm out with my brother, I get free McDonald's.
Yeah.
Swings and roundabouts.
Sure.
On the arm, they call it, I guess. Yeah. Hey, you take that with you.
No, he knows all the little food places where he can flash his back. I remember when I was underage and I had like a girlfriend. I was 17. I had a girlfriend who was like 16, and he'd take me out on the drink, and he'd get her into nightclubs like with full knowledge that she was underage. And
really?
Yeah, no problems with that. This doesn't go out to Australia. He can't get fired or anything.
I'm sure he's happy that you're telling these stories. Yeah. On a show you can now hear all over the world. Yeah, really.
There's all kinds of corruption.
I was saying before that.
What I like,
he's a TV cop now.
That's what I was getting into. Let me jump in. What I like about you is your mom. Yeah. It sounds like you don't have the greatest relationship with your mom.
We have a tense
and she's more proud of your brother, who's a TV cop, than you, who at this point is traveling the world, making people laugh. You got this HBO special that you're filming tomorrow night. We all know about now.
But I've got an HBO special, but my mum doesn't understand what that is.
Yeah.
And I go, Curb Your Enthusiasm, Sex and the City, Sopranos, and she's like, they got packed to the rafters.
Yeah, but your brother never beat up her husband.
And but my brother, he's the cop that goes on the telly now. now and goes, whenever there's like some 16-year-old who wraps his car around a pole, where he goes, when will these kids learn that driving fast, a car is not a toy, it's a privilege. He does that. And my mum will send me, not even, she doesn't know how to work a computer.
Right.
She'll send me video cassettes. I don't even have a cassette player.
VCR.
Yeah, she just sends me cassettes going, look at what your brother's up to. And I'm like, Mum, I've got my own sitcom. And she goes, what's a sitcom?
He's on TV for a minute talking about a car wreck.
Oh, yeah. And my brother gets in her ear and goes, when's he going to get a real job, Mum? When's he going to get a real job? Just to stir her up. Does that? Oh, I think I earn more money than him. And she goes, when's he going to get a real job? And then he says to my mum, he goes, there's always a spot on the force for him. Not if they do drug tests, there's not.
Oh, that's good. Some guy here on Pal Talk has got a great reference. Does he drive the last of the V8 Interceptors, eh?
V8 Commodores, they drive.
Last of the
they
V8
get
Interceptors.
V8 Commodores, or they drive Subaru WXs, because in Australia the cars are all about is going fast as possible.
Yeah, and you got to get from point A to point B. There's not much in between.
The cop cars are like little tiny ones that can go through traffic. And for some reason in America, you're still using the same cop cars off the Blues Brothers movies. What is it with those old cop cars?
The old Crown Victorias.
I can outrun one of those.
That's so funny, yeah. They are starting to upgrade some of the highway patrol ones, the Chargers. They're using a couple of departments have Camaros on order and stuff like that. But for the most part, yeah, still the old Crown Victorias.
Crappy old cars.
They're just meant to throw perps in the back seat and,
Yeah. Because you got to buy some
rouse some drug dealers and stuff like that. I've seen some of the international cars, though. It's amazing what those cops are driving.
Oh, the Australian ones, they've like not just the normal car, they soup them up as well.
Yeah.
They go real quick.
It's like the Road Warrior with this turbo.
I never understood that about the Road Warrior, right? So Mad Max is an era where petrol's run out. Yeah. Why aren't they driving around hybrids and stuff? Why are they rocking around in Holden Monaros, which is like a V8 engine with nitro in it? And, like, that's not a sensible choice. Let's get one of these smart cars from Europe that look like you're sitting in an egg.
Well, you got Humongous and his boys chasing you, so you got to balance economy with get the F out of their speed.
But he wouldn't be on a motorcycle. He'd be on a moped. He'd be on one of those little tiny, like Jamie Oliver.
Yeah, Lord of the Wasteland Humongous is chasing you in a Hugo, like some old...
Have you ever seen the original Mad Max, the American version, where they didn't think that the Americans would understand the Australian?
Yeah, so they dubbed in.
They dubbed American voices over the top.
Like, hey, what happened? Well, I seem to have had some problem with these gentlemen. That's like, you wouldn't understand that?
This car is done up, isn't it?
That is ridiculous.
And so because you call it the Road Warrior, we just called that Mad Max 2, but because Mad Max didn't do very well in the cinema, they liked the second film so much that they called it a different film because it stood on its own. But that's enough of the film history.
Well, the second one was, I think it had a little more money behind it.
It's a great movie.
Bigger.
You watch Road Warrior again, when he goes, you need a truck driver?
Yeah.
I'll drive your truck.
Drive that tanker.
I'll drive that tanker.
2 days ago, I saw rigged out all that tanker.
And it turns out the petrol was actually in the bus and the tanker was full of sand.
You ruined it.
It was. Oh, yeah, if you haven't seen it.
In 20 years.
Yeah, and in the hours, they're all ghosts. Kevin Spacey is Kaiser Souza. And like, watch these films, will you? And if you haven't seen the wrestler at the end, it turns out he's gay.
Yes, of course.
I'm just ruining films that I haven't seen now.
I love in the Road Warrior when that ass gets his fingers chopped off by the boomerang that the kid throws.
Oh, the little
everyone else,
kid.
And the little the other guys, Humongous's cronies, like pound on the roof of the car they're driving, and they're like, like it's the funniest thing they ever saw was one of their guys getting his fingers cut off.
on Beyond Thunderdome, when they went to like that. On Road Warrior, when they went to that town, there's all the feral kids standing around, like the kid with the boomerang, and they're in that little blockade area, right?
Yeah.
There was a girl in that would have been about 14 at the time, and she had become the manager and owner of the Sydney Comedy Store, the first comedy club I ever tried to get into, right? I'd done about 2 open spots. I got my first paid spot. I just watched Road Warrior the day before.
That was 3, though. That was the Thunderdome.
Yeah. I watched Road Warrior, the second one. No, she was one of the kids in the second one, not the third one. I know what you're talking about, but she was the kids in that sort of village, right? Anyway, so I watched the second film, And then I meet this lady who's in charge, as far as I'm concerned, for my entire career, the only comedy club in Sydney. And I went, I just watched Road Warrior. You were in that. Now, she's one of these women who's had a lot of plastic surgery. I'm going, so that movie was about 1982, and you were about 14, so that would make you, just thinking I was being inquisitive, didn't work at the Buddy Comedy Store for 2 years.
Oh, damn.
She held a grudge.
Yeah, well, that's screwing up.
And she doesn't own the comedy club anymore, and she doesn't work there. So if you're listening, Jane Sweetapple.
Sweetapple.
Yeah.
Sweetapple.
You know Jane Sweetapple?
From New York when she used to come here. She was kind of hot, though, when she came to New York.
Was she blonde?
Yes.
Did you see the one with the little ponytail in the...
I haven't seen that girl in years.
She was mean, man.
Remember when the Rat Finks motorcycles went into the tar?
What?
The Rat Finks, their motorcycle gang.
No, I don't.
You don't know that movie?
No.
I thought you would have got it.
No, sorry, Rich.
Frankie Avalon.
Frankie Avalon.
Hey, why don't we
Jersey Boys.
Why don't we get to this story? It's a good one today.
So who's the woman crashing the funeral and hitting the body with a piece of metal? That's what everyone inside wanted to know. Her name is Nicole Leonard.
Right there is just...
That's all you need.
That's what everybody wanted to know.
That's a good setup right there.
I want to know.
This is a crazy story.
Was it an open casket?
I believe so.
Everyone inside wanted to know. Her name, Nicole Leonard, a 25-year-old North Carolina woman accused of showing up at the funeral for William Leppard yesterday. But deputies say she didn't come to pay her respects. Once inside this church...
And then she walked up to the pulpit and she stood around and she said, I've always waited for this opportunity. And then she looked out and started saying, I love you, and then she started kind of crying.
After dancing in front of the service, witnesses say she opened the casket, grabbed the man's head, and started striking him with a metal car antenna.
Oh, fantastic.
I tell you what, there's been moments in my life
wasn't even an
where I've been like cheating on girlfriends and stuff like that and had a couple of girls on the go and stuff, and I've thought to myself, if I die now, this funeral is going to be awful. There's going to be people showing up and punching and crying and disappointment.
Who are you and why are you here? Well, we were in love.
Oh, my God. Can you imagine?
I've often thought that.
Wow, man. Something. Well, obviously something was going on.
That's what's happened, hasn't it?
Yeah, that's what happened. She probably scorned, he probably scorned this woman or something.
She said, I love you, then beat his head with a pole.
Yeah, let's find out.
Pick the head up
here.
And just started beating him.
After dancing in front of the service, witnesses say she opened the casket, grabbed the man's head, and started striking him with a metal car antenna.
It was something unusual.
Oh, but she wasn't done. Deputies say she grabbed the flowers and threw them at family members sitting in the pews. Naturally, it shocked those inside. Anybody have any idea who this was?
No, she didn't know anybody here and nobody knew her.
Yep, no one knows why she was there. Leonard was escorted out by funeral workers, and deputies arrested her a short time later. She admitted to doing what she's accused of and told deputies she did it because she felt it was the right thing to do at the time. People who were there...
I couldn't believe something like that happened in the church.
And that woman has been charged with disorderly conduct and disrupting a funeral.
Maybe
she was walking in front of the casket. She was dancing in front of the casket.
I didn't know there was a charge of disrupting a funeral. Do they have to, is that like a thing that's used often?
That's a good question.
If you beat up the dead person, remember when?
But I think what's funny is not the story; it's the guy who reads the story. He goes, "So we hit her in the head." That guy, he just seems so happy to be here telling this story. It should be more somber.
Amazing.
Remember
should
when
be more
we were
somber. Yeah, he's kind of laughing about the whole thing, isn't he?
Yeah.
And a car antenna.
Right.
And on the lighter side of news.
I could have went to when we did the Starbucks tour. We wanted to go into funerals and do stand up there.
We might still do that one.
Yeah, right. Is that her? That's the crazy antenna bitch.
So you think?
I think this guy was banging her.
You think?
Kind of scorned her a little bit.
No.
And then she comes in and says, "Hey, well, you're dead. Here you go." That's what you used to do. You probably beat her ass with a car antenna.
There's a lot of
What are you
nutters.
thinking?
She had to know.
It was her.
She had to know the guy.
He was her hairdresser.
All right, a little visual joke, but very good, Rich.
She
does have
very
an awful
Eastern European in the face. Maybe
She does,
Maybe
yeah.
you didn't pay the full postage.
Little Russian, yeah. Why do you not pay for me? You die before I get green card. And she's only got a little walleye thing going there too. She's just slightly
She has
cockeyed.
her eye. She's got that lazy eye.
She got that. Yeah.
Almost looks like a glass eye, the right one.
Maybe that's the one that he hit.
Yeah, with the car
Maybe she got a
antenna.
bit of whiplash with the antenna. It was self-inflicted.
She had her reasons.
Maybe
That's
he
what
worked
she
at like
says.
cartoons and was doing a radio or something. But I got greedy.
Yeah, you really did. Speaking of cars.
All right, we'll take another break here. What do we got going on? Rich is, where are you playing, Rich?
I'm at the Arlington Draft House, Arlington Theater Draft House at March 20th and 21 in Arlington, Virginia. And there's many witnesses here that saw me last Friday night just completely destroy.
Witnesses. He's talking about
witnesses.
Yeah.
He makes it sound like witnesses saw me do well. So
because I don't want people
it's on the record.
to ever cross the radio and my stand-up ever.
Rich,
Never
people
fail.
are meant to assume that you're going to be good. You shouldn't have to tell them.
You
that
don't know
you've
this
been good in
audience.
the
Listen to
past.
me.
That's
Listen,
it's
you
a
don't know the
legally
history.
binding thing.
Yeah.
You don't
I
know
gotta
the
tell
history
you,
here.
we did the funniest listener contest last Friday, and you destroyed. And as many times we tell these people that you're unbelievable on a comedy stage, they're still surprised when they see you destroy in a comedy club.
Real quick, Bonnie
It's all relative.
Bonnie was so mean as a judge. Then, the comics were scared to come out because Bonnie was going to smash them after it. Bonnie, real quick, was doing a pilot for the Gong Show. They were doing it, and a 6 or 7-year-old girl came out and sang.
Yeah,
right. And all the judges gave her a 10, and Bonnie gave her a 1. Said, "I didn't like it," and the little girl started crying.
Good.
Harsh but fair.
See, and they don't. Whatever. The Gong Show.
Good.
Should have been a good show if they just let everybody do their thing. But they got to keep it safe and happy and all that.
You know what bothered me about the Gong Show in any format, the new one, the old one, whatever, is the giving somebody 10 points out of 10 unless they are the last person up. You set your maximum at 9. Set your max at 9, and you could even set it at 8.
I remember
and then
a pole
wait.
dancing competition in this room that you rigged by giving all the other contestants a 1, and then the girl in the nurse's outfit you gave a 10.
Because it didn't matter.
Therein making our scores not even matter.
Very good, right?
It was a good system.
See,
I
totally ran the voting on that one.
But the way you're saying,
there was 2 girls that were uglier but could really pole dance, and then the one
I
girl that was
understand.
the ringing.
I did take that to its extreme.
Well, Anthony,
What I'm saying is, if every judge played like this, you see somebody, the first person up is fantastic. No one's going to do better. You give them an 8.
Right.
You give them an 8. Everyone gives them an 8. Then they got that score. Then the next person comes up, they suck, you give them a 7, a 6, 5, whatever. The last person comes up, oh my God, so much better than you even thought the other one was that got an 8. Give them a 9. The only person that should get a 10, if they're outstanding, is the last person. Because once you give out that 10, then if someone's better, they can only tie the person that you already gave the 10
there's
to.
different levels
they
of
throw
perfect.
away 10s.
I hear what
like
you're saying.
Friggin' whatevers.
But I want to get back to the funniest listener contest because, this is going somewhere. I gave Rich his compliment. He's great on a comedy stage, but he's still a dope.
What? Oh.
Listen to this. It was time to announce the winner after doing this for 2.5 hours.
I carried.
And here's the big moment. Rich Voss announcing the winner of the funniest listener contest.
What do you call them? Tommy and Owen. Know what you two have in common? You didn't win. A big hand for our winner tonight, Owen Bonus. You guys all did great. Go to their websites. Thank you for coming out.
Rich.
Listen to OBS.
Rich, you just
Jonathan. It was Jonathan. You said the wrong name.
Oh my God, you're the worst.
Who did I? No, I said Jonathan won. Didn't I? Oh.
I said Jonathan won.
He got there. So this guy thinks he won.
He walked on stage.
He's all excited. The family's excited for this guy. He was a nobody. This is his big break, and this idiot just messed up the whole thing.
Oh, my God. Did you screw the pooch on that one?
And then he's arguing with us that he did it right.
Well, guess what? Guess who won?
Did you really that up? Did you really do the worst thing you could have done at this moment?
Is that Kelly?
He's taken, ladies. He's taken.
Wait, what did I say?
You said Owen.
Okay, hold on. We have the top three here.
You can't do it.
Hold on. Tommy and Owen, know what you two have in common? Jonathan won. Did I that up?
Yeah, you did.
Okay,
I thought that was a nice little recovery because you just dopied it up a bit more.
Yeah, now the family that was excited and the kid, it's taken away from them.
They really did take away the moment.
They were already spending that TV that they won.
You had almost a perfect night, and then you had to. Of course, you had to ruin it for yourself. Of course,
it was a lot of fun though. We had a great, and the fan, everybody was great.
It worked out way better than I thought it would.
Anthony, as a gambling guy, right?
Yeah.
What are the say out of 8,760 hours a year? What are the odds that somebody would get conveniently sick for 4 hours out of that?
Oh wow, it's probably very slim.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, slim to probably none.
No,
almost
impossible.
I
don't think it's impossible.
I had the flu. I came into work that day. You want to listen to the tape? And I was hysterical. I was delirious with fever.
Did you throw up?
I took my temperature. I don't throw up when I have, like, the flu. I throw up if I drink too much and I have a hangover the next day. I don't think, knock wood.
Yeah, who throws up?
I don't think I've ever gotten sick. I don't think I've ever thrown up from being ill. I've thrown up from drinking. I don't think I've ever thrown up from actually, like having a flu or a virus or something like that.
No.
You know, you get an upset stomach, you know, sit down on the bowl and stuff, but I've never thrown up from being ill.
When you have one of those nights where you throw up because you drank too much, how long does it take for you to start drinking again?
No, I get...
Because, I mean, like me, I mean, that'll I'm out for a while, like weeks.
No, I keep drinking after the vomit.
Really?
Yeah, I got a pretty good constitution. I've only thrown up like 2 times in the last decade.
Here's the problem I have. It's just drinking. No, yes, it is. When I
want
drink,
us all to yell no, and no.
I was hoping someone would. When I'm hungover in the morning, if I have a really bad hangover, it is over 24 hours long, and I won't get sick like overnight. I'll wake up, I'll be hungover 9 in the morning, 10, 11. At like 3 in the afternoon, the next day, I'll be like, oh my God, I'm going to get sick. And I'll get sick at 3 the next afternoon.
Oh.
It makes no sense.
We used to just drink Southern Comfort and
that's
just
crazy.
Crawl to my front, puking and crawling and puking.
I don't puke while I'm drinking. It's not that. It's the next day.
It wakes me up, so I will not open my eyes, and I will just be in a little tiny cocoon under my duvet like that. But horny as hell, like can't move, but like more sexually aroused than ever. If I'm hungover. That's when I'm at my peak of wanting to do
Really?
something. Yep.
It does take your mind off of the...
I can't physically do anything.
The headache.
But that's all I want to do.
Yeah.
More than eat, more than anything.
Let's go to Jeff in Boston. Jeff.
Yo. Hey, guys.
Hey, what's up, Jeff?
I just want to say I watched the show that Jimmy hosts on HBO, and I have never laughed harder at Jim Jeffries. I'd never seen him before, and he was fantastic.
Right, that means that's as hard as you can laugh at me. You can't laugh any harder.
No, it's a 10.
That's a 10.
Score that
at 10 on the laugh scale.
Thank you very much. That's very nice.
Well, that appearance on Jim Norton's show has come to what's happening tomorrow night. Jim Jeffries is filming an hour. You getting an hour?
I'm getting an hour special.
An hour special on HBO, and we're filming this, or he's filming this tomorrow night there, Jeff.
Sounds good. Can't wait for more.
Sounds good.
No, I don't know what the hell to tell you. I was surprised they even got through. You guys are
we were
more popular.
Honestly, we were using you for a little setup because there might be a few tickets available for the taping of Jim Jeffries' HBO special tomorrow night. Where is it at? It's at NYU, right? The Skirball Center.
I'm giving away 1,400 tickets. Just giving them away.
Damn.
Just right. Skirball Center, New York. There's a 7:30 and a 10 p.m. And the email is jimjeffries@broadwayvideo.com.
For free tickets.
For free tickets.
For the HBO taping. Running out of time before we move over to satellite radio. Opie and Anthony, Jim Jeffries, Rich Voss. Pretty good one for a Friday. Jeffries was just saying that in Australia, the packs of cigarettes were getting bigger and bigger on you?
Bigger and bigger. When I was a kid, they were 10 packs and 20 packs. And now, brand called, I think Holiday brought them in.
Yeah.
Packs of 50.
Packs of 50.
But I haven't been in the country for a few years. They might have gotten bigger.
Yeah.
Can someone Google the biggest? I don't know, but they're definitely packs of 50s. And those I don't know if they did in this country, but when you meet those James Dean, or characters who think they're James Dean-esque, and you roll them up in your shirt sleeve.
Yeah.
I last time I was in Australia, I saw some guy trying to roll a 50-pack in his shirt sleeve.
It looks like
it actually looked like the tumour that he was going to get. But yeah, real big packs. They're just going to keep going because people say people always go, how much do you smoke? They never go 10, 20, 15 cigarettes. They always go pack a day. Right. And the marketing people, they figured that out, and then they just went, just keep on adding 5 every couple of years.
And they say 1 pack a day.
Just 1 pack a day.
It's 50 cigarettes.
Yeah, 50 cigarettes. That's what my auntie's on. My auntie, I don't know how that woman's still living. She's on 50 a day, and she has a vodka bottle down the side of her bed. Mind you, she's gone mental. And my Uncle Bruce, she kept on putting my Uncle Bruce down and keeping the old bloke down, right? And he left her, and it turned out that she'd been pumping him full of depressants and stuff like that, and he lost his brain. A week away from her, he started talking normally and stuff like that.
Wow.
Oh, she's evil, my Auntie Susan. If you, here we go. Holiday Kings. Packet. Is that 50 or 58?
50.
That's just a pack of 50.
Holiday
50
Kings Gold.
50
cigarettes.
How do you carry it? That's probably actual size.
It's
a
big.
giant.
It's a big. You could, if you threw it at someone, you can knock them out. There we go. That's actual size there.
A girl.
That's actual size there, and it goes back a long distance.
Wow. Yeah, I would guess. Yeah, it would have to be very wide. Well,
I think they all do. I think Winfield do them as well. I don't think it's just Holiday. I think Holiday were the ones who brought them in, but then Winfield was the other. That's
that's a great idea.
That's Australia. Everything's bigger over there. Everything's bigger over there. You guys don't know.
Yeah, it's got to be.
It's a big place.
It's a big, giant island. Nothing in it. Yeah, you guys haven't filled that thing up yet.
We overtook you 2 weeks ago, fattest people in the world. I don't know how we did it. It was in the news.
How did you guys do that?
I don't know. We've got all the sport and the heat and the surfing in the world.
Yeah.
I see fatter people walking around America than I do in Australia. I don't see as many fat people. I think in Australia they stay indoors for the air conditioning.
We got some.
I don't think they venture out. You guys are proud fat. Your whole fat families will venture out.
And they'll wear clothing where their gut sticks out. A fat person will get their belly button pierced just to draw attention to their fatness.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We're proud of our fat.
I saw one at Raging Waters in LA, and she had tattoos running up her body. Fat people shouldn't have tattoos.
No.
Fat people shouldn't be allowed out of the house.
Yeah.
Accentuate any bit of your fattiness.
There was one woman in the lazy river bit. And she was the fattest human I'd ever seen, but she got into that lazy river because it has a current that pushes you along, and it's only 5 foot deep. And with the push of the current, she actually had her first walk in over a decade. And trudging through with every bit of misery that you could.
The kids holding on to her to float by.
Kids being pulled into a gravitational pull.
This is something I got to just bring up because it involves the fat thing.
Yeah.
Opie snapped a picture of me when I had the flu on that Friday, and I was sick, and I was blowing my nose. So I was like that, and he put it on the Twitter. I said, he goes, you mind if, and you said, you mind if I take a picture of you?
I wanted to get a picture of you and your misery. I'm Opie Radio on Twitter. Yeah. Let's promote it a little bit here, because, I do a lot of fun stuff after the show.
So I'm blowing my nose.
Yeah.
And I take the deep breath, and go, and you caught me just like that.
It was a perfect shot.
And it's the winter. I haven't been working out as much. It's whatever. I do have more of a gut on me than I did probably during the summer and everything. Whatever, regardless.
Wait, this is radio. How tall are you?
5'10".
5'10". How much you weigh? For real?
163.
Just so they have
That's 163?
Yeah. Just so they have a reference point, my
200.
friend. So you have a little pouch on your
that's what it is.
163-pound frame.
It's right here.
I shag women who weigh 163.
Well, let me tell you something.
What happened?
These douches.
Hey, they're my
that
followers.
Go to your Twitter followers are a bunch of C words.
They're my followers.
Because somebody actually wrote like, "Oh my God, look at his gut. It's and like I'm sitting like this.
I want to say I'm
and
sorry.
sitting on the chair. No, and my shirt. I had a light shirt on, and it was kind of tucked on. It was the ideal circumstance for a really bad picture.
Sure.
And I was sick, so I don't care. But this
seemed like
load of crap that is called Lady Trucker. She calls our show. She's on your Twitter site a lot. She calls Ron and Fez a lot. Look at this lump of crap. I want to say the S word so bad. This is a bag of leather, a leather sack.
Oh, my God.
Full of dog feces.
Yeah.
You are about, I got to say, you rank amongst the top 3 most disgusting people I've seen in my life, and I can't remember the first 2. I can't remember the other 2. So right now in my head, Lady Trucker is the most disgusting person, not even female, person I've ever seen, and she was getting on me about my paunch, my paunch, because I was sick and took a picture blowing my nose, and she was getting on me about my paunch. I wanted to take this fatty and pull her breasts over her face, because you could, like a shirt, like a hockey fight, where they take their jerseys and pull them over her face. I want to do that with her breasts, and then just beat her senseless. She is disgusting, and she's criticizing the way I look. Go eat something. Keep that body going before you drive your truck into a tar pit where it belongs, so they can scrape you up and display your bones in a million years, you dinosaur, you effing brontosaurus. I hope you jackknife and your own truck runs over your cab. I'm sure you damage your truck. She should have that Mac dog on her chest.
She probably does.
You look like a truck.
She has her weight under her belt.
Yeah, what is that number on there? Was that from the 4-H club? Did some little kid raise you?
If only the people.
She was in a fun walk or something. That's her number.
What?
That's her number, not her weight. She was doing a little fun walk, probably for a good cause.
She was walking for the cure.
Yeah, what's wrong with you?
Please stop it. Just lay her sideways and roll her. Do a roll for the cure.
No, have you ever
you slovenly pig. You're a slovenly pig.
She got to you?
She's not
What?
I'd be worried about her hanging herself.
I can't effing believe did she get to me.
She's not that much bigger than you. I mean, your stomach hurts.
That's right, Rich. Yeah, we're just about the same. Look at those cans on her. They're under her armpits. Her belly fat is pushing her breasts under her armpits. You flatso. You'd be a flatso if there wasn't so much fat under what probably were A cups.
And what's the bits under her arms called?
Huh?
Bingo wings.
Bingo wings. Oh, she's got more than that. You friggin' disgusting mammoth. You're a mammoth. You should have tusks. You're disgusting. You disgust me when I look at your picture.
Now imagine there's a picture of Gene Simmons right next to her. How do you feel?
You want to throw peanuts at her.
Yeah, who do you hate more, Lady Trucker or Gene Simmons?
Oh, I want to beat Lady Trucker with Gene Simmons, with his wig. I want to suffocate her with Gene Simmons' wig.
Are you over the Gene Simmons thing?
Yeah,
yet?
I don't care about Gene Simmons.
It's the audacity for her to say anything.
For her to say anything, exactly.
It's almost insane.
She just wanted to enjoy the fun.
If some Abercrombie and Fitch fruit wants to come up with his abs.
She used to be.
Maybe
she's lost a lot
That's
of weight.
a lifetime of fat right there.
Stop giving the woman a hard time.
She just wanted to be part of the fun.
She just looks like a lovely Australian lady.
Never going away. Oh, when I'm large Marge, you big fat trucking bitch. Oh, God, do I want to see her into an abutment. Just drive right into it. That's it. It's wafer thin. All right. Oh, no, just one, no. And she explodes.
It's a wafer thin.
Oh, my God.
Get me a bucket.
You are disgusting. Would you put a shed on the back of your truck for a sleeper? You mess. You're a mess. She's a waterbed, a walking waterbed.
Let me go to Bulldog in Jersey. Bulldog.
Yeah.
Hey, I just want to ask why he's like so perfect that he can always call people fat and ugly and everything when he's like one of the ugliest dudes I've ever seen in my life.
Well, you know something? You're a guy, so why would I give a crap what you think about what I look like, my friend? Riddle me that, Batman. Go ahead, Bulldog. Let me know. Bulldog, I'm serious. I'll give you a chance to talk. Hey, Bulldog, I'll let you talk, you Jersey piece of scum. Hold on, Jersey trash. Hold on, Bulldog. Wait a minute, Bulldog. What a tough name for a little pussy like you, Bulldog. What fruit? What faggot? What?
I would punch a hole in your sorry ass.
Shut up! Come on down! Come down! Now! Now!
You know what? Do you have a
Be here! 9 o'clock outside! Be here, you fag! Be here! You never show up! None of yous! You never show up!
You talk a lot of smack for me.
You talk a lot of smack, Bulldog. Oh, go screw. I had sex with your mother. I had sex with your whore mother. Your mother's a slut, and I banged her. I banged her in the most taboo way. Your father's a homosexual and didn't satisfy her, so I took mine and shoved it. I shoved it. Your mother's a slut.
You shouldn't talk to your father.
Shut up. Shut up. Your mother's a whore. Your mother is a whore.
I would be your father.
Get down here. Get down here. Get down here. Come down. Fairy Mary. Why don't you shove it? Shove it like your mother did. Shove it like your mother takes it. Your mother, that whore. That whore. Think of your mom. Think of your mom's sweet face. Think of your mom's sweet face. You know what she does? She's an effing whore. She takes it in a dirty spot. Her dirty spot's a big gaping one. Shut up. Shut up, Bulldog. Tough guy. Come on, tough guy.
You know what's going to happen to you?
What? What, jack off?
Somebody's going to shoot you with your own gun because that's what happens to punks.
Yeah, that's what happens. Come on down, Bulldog. More threats. More threats. I need threats.
Let me tell you.
Believe me. Document this, Keith.
I know once somebody gets the advantage on you, you'll hang up. But let me tell you this.
I ain't going to hang up, fag. I'm not hanging up.
I was a Marine for 20 years, okay?
Yeah? What'd you get discharged for? Homosexuality in the barracks? Don't ask, don't tell? What, you have to go home because your mother was getting banged? Your whore mother? Your mother's a slut. Your mother, your sister, they're all whores. Are you married? Your wife's banging someone right now. Right now. Because you can't satisfy anybody. You're a piece of crap. Bulldog.
I'm going to sneak up on
Good. No one sneaks up on me. Oh, Marine. Shut up. Just do it. Don't talk about it. You lying sack of crap. Just do it.
You swallow and don't tell no one. Is that what you do?
I dare you. I dare you to do it. Come on, bring it on, you pussy.
Hey,
bring it.
Just so you know. Hey, just so you know.
Yeah, just so I know. What?
I love you guys, man.
All right, I love you.
All right.
RichVoss.com.
We got off on the wrong foot.
I just wanted to get you wound up, bro. All right? You have a good day.
Thank you.
Jeez.
That was,
Well, let's go to Brian in Kentucky. Brian.
Good evening.
Hey, Brian.
Hey, do you wish you would have gotten a tummy tuck instead of hair plugs now?
Shut up.
Starts at the head, go down.
Wow.
Ooh, that was
bastard.
Uncomfortable.
All right.
Wow.
What?
Huh?
That wasn't uncomfortable.
I've
Wasn't it
never
fun?
seen you that angry.
I liked it. I liked the things you're going to do to his mother.
Oh, yeah.
I couldn't hear anything that he was saying back. Was he getting any good lines in?
Yeah, he had a few going.
I didn't hear him.
I think there was, if I
I'll
had
listen
a
to the
nickel,
replay.
I would have been your
I'll hear
dad.
what he
That
said.
was a good one.
All because of my,
Yeah.
all because of my Twitter account, huh?
Yeah, see what happened?
OP Radio on Twitter.
See?
This is great advertising for my.
What's Twitter?
Well, Rich does the Twitter too.
I tried.
But your updates suck.
Well,
Rich
I don't
goes
even know how to
on.
do it.
No one talks to me. I do these updates and no one responds.
Well, I put
Because you write stuff like I'm here in Miami at the hotel. I got a gig tonight. Who cares?
What are you doing now? I was taking my kid to Hershey Park.
Well, what are they supposed to comment about that?
Park? Is that a place?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's like roller coasters and stuff.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
Paul Bulldog's mother, Hershey Park.
Hershey's aren't a sponsor, are they?
Hershey, who knows?
No, that's got to be the worst chocolate in the world. The American, it's just, it's like.
Are they a sponsor?
Are they really?
Jesus Christ, help us. I don't know.
Oh, okay, no, Hershey's, eat Hershey's. Hershey's is good.
You know what? I like the Hershey's.
Yeah, me
too. I'm not even
I-
saying that to save the account. I enjoy it.
The park was extremely fun.
Yeah. You see how everything has a Hershey theme in Hershey, Pennsylvania?
We walked in.
Enough.
We walked in.
sounds like a
we
place
did
you
The
can-
sidewalk is chocolate brown. Enough
it?
already. Yes.
The land of chocolate.
You saw it, right?
We turned around quicker.
And the
than-
kisses are everywhere
Yeah,
instead of
yeah.
lampposts. They're
The Hershey Kisses?
They're in the shape of...
Sounds adorable.
I haven't gone there since I was like a kid, but everything had the chocolate theme in that.
No, we just went to the wedding. But on Twitter, I don't know what you're supposed to. It says, "What are you doing now? What are you supposed to? What are you writing?"
You don't say anything until your life gets interesting.
Yeah, is that what it is?
Yeah. So, if you're taking your kid to the Hershey's Park, no one cares.
Yeah,
You don't write that.
Other parents that are taking their kids.
You're
not
taking
gonna
someone else's kid.
not gonna
You're
reply to that,
stealing
Rich.
a child from Hershey's Park. There's some news.
You're stealing a child.
I've just beaten my
Abducted.
girlfriend in a Lamborghini. That's a Twitter statement. You put that on.
Yes. Then you put it on there.
You put that on there.
Oh, wait, they're changing the name of the show to the Opie and Chubby Show.
Oh, no. I'm going to be mistaken for E-Rock.
Just a little,
The
what is it called? Paunch?
A little
And eat
pot,
anything.
a little punch.
I can't get over
Little-
how fat she was, and she's talking about it.
Oh, Lady Trucker,
I can't
that
believe-
bitch.
I thought she looked quite nice.
That
You
fat
haven't
Well, I mean,
met her.
you're not a 10, so you would think that. But
And you are, Voss?
I'm a 9.5.
You're better. Are you saying you're better looking than me?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, there's people at home now. You could Google me and Rich Voss, and I would like a survey on who's better looking right now.
Well, of course. Listen, you can't go by these fans.
Don't go, I know he's got that mongy voice, and I have this charming little accent. Let's not go on this. Let's not go on this. Let's go purely on
Just
photographs.
pure
That's what do you have a resume? Do you have like a portfolio of girls you banged? Do you keep pictures? Do you have a?
I don't.
That's
Danny
quite
just
old.
brought up an old picture of Voss with his jerry curled hair and his
Is that really
horrid
you?
teeth.
Oh, yeah,
That's how my hair used to grow.
And that's how his teeth
And
used to
that's
look.
his teeth. Oh
Yeah.
my god!
No, they someone darkened
You're
more
Mari-
in. They went,
You're Maradona.
No.
What's that?
You're Maradona. You look like Maradona, the footballer, the soccer player. There's other sports in the world. They're very
My
good.
teeth
No,
were
no,
that
we
bad.
have no
Somebody-
clue about
You've never
soccer.
heard about Maradona. You don't know who Maradona is.
It sounds like a porn star.
The greatest soccer player ever.
Yeah,
Maradona.
you don't know that who he is?
Who?
The greatest soccer player.
Pele, Maradona, George, like Maradona. They got a
We know
musical.
Pele.
Oh, Maradona. Yeah, I know.
Maradona.
I think your accent's getting in
He
the
was
way.
so good that Maradona, after he retired, he came back a bit. He was still doing coke by the mountain load. He was fatter than Anthony is now, like really fat.
You son of a bitch.
And he was still going out the pitch against regular players, doing okay.
Speaking of which, good news. FatAnthony.com has been registered. So
Thank God.
you thought FatErock.com was taking over.
Thank
Have
the
we
Lord.
got anyone emailing that I'm hotter than Voss? I got to be hotter than
I
Voss.
just turned off everything. It's ugly out there right now.
I got
It's
it.
very ugly. We have very shallow.
Ladies are like you
we
know,
have very
these are
shallow
my
egos on this show.
these are
We
my-
got to shut down everything now.
Original team.
Everything.
Shallow ego.
I know.
Our egos are very fragile.
I think you got one
should
vote
say.
yes from Bonnie.
Fragile ego. Hey, don't read the instant feedback. Oh my God! Turn off the phones. Oh my God!
Oh my God!
I'm deleting my Twitter account now. I can't handle this.
I don't even. This Facebook is too hard. People throw beads at you. They're doing this.
No,
what the hell is all this stuff?
I
on
don't
Facebook?
poke anymore or anything. Poking's
No,
over for me.
poking.
I
None
don't
of that
care.
stuff. I don't.
No.
What the hell's poking on Facebook?
That was,
like,
that
hey,
was
you've
the
been
original thing. You poke,
really?
and then they started throwing sheep at you and
Yeah,
stuff
yeah.
like that.
What is
No.
all this crap? It's too much on
It's
there.
called social networking. It's taking over the world. How about you join the
Yeah,
club?
really? Somebody
yeah, it
gave me,
is.
someone gave me funny
It is.
love beads or funny
and
beads.
someone like you, you're a comedian. This is a good way to
Well, no, I do.
grow your fan base. That's why I'm doing it.
I never gave love beads in real life. Why would I do it
I
online?
understand that. That's why I picked Twitter, because it's a lot simpler than the whole
Isn't
Facebook
Twitter
thing.
part of Facebook?
You can connect them and stuff, but Twitter's is a basic Facebook, really.
I
it's
don't like
more
it.
basic. It's a lot easier to deal with.
Let's say there's a woman in the world.
Couple
that I'm
pics, couple
wooing.
updates, you're good.
There's a girl
See
that
what
I
people
really
are saying,
like.
move on.
There's a girl I like, so I'm wooing, I'm trying to do a thing. Then I get smashed in, say, San Francisco, and there's some photo of me with my finger down some girl's whatever. And someone tags it, and then that photo's up, and then that relationship that I've got growing in the other city deteriorates because there's too much information on my life being dealt out.
Okay. Yeah, you don't want people putting those pictures.
I don't like being tagged.
But they're going to, so I guess that would be the downside.
So now I'm getting like, don't take photos of me because I know I'm doing something stupid.
You don't want to be tagged.
Yeah, I don't want to be tagged.
In photos and stuff.
Yeah, I don't like being tagged on there because, like, I just had to delete a couple of pictures of me and an ex. That was like, somebody's like, hey, let me pop these up and I'll tag Anthony in it.
It's his stomach.
Oh, Jill. It's like, I don't want to, who wants to look at that on my page?
Right.
Who cares? I don't want to, so delete it. Untag myself.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah, that's all.
It's too complicated. MySpace was so much easier.
I preferred MySpace. It was so like
easier.
2 years ago.
I know everybody, but it wasn't. It was so much easier.
Twitter's almost old at this point.
Yeah, but MySpace, I prefer MySpace. MySpace, you could put your gigs up in big, like where you were gigging. And now Facebook's not like that. You can't advertise as much. It's better for the general public, but for us comedians, it's not as good.
I don't even know how to put top 10 friends on Twitter. Can you do that? I mean, on Facebook. Can you put, like, top friends?
You have to have 10 friends.
Huh?
Nothing.
Oh, yeah. Well, I got one in San Francisco now.
I'm being rude.
We really have to get out of here. Man, the phones are lit after that random answer.
I know people.
By the way, for the people that are wondering, sometimes when they go at the end, I love you, I don't even know if that's real or not. I don't know if that guy was now...
I have no idea either.
Twisting that or what.
But what are you going to do?
That's real quick. How do you say I love you to someone you don't know? Or
I like to think I wore him down.
I can't say that to people.
I can't say to people.
It's just I love you.
No, you can't say that. I love you. I say that to maybe my wife, definitely my kids, but I love you doesn't. I can't even say that to my parents. I love you.
I love you, Voss.
See, that's creepy.
Well, it wasn't so hard. I love Rich Voss.
Ew.
Yeah. See, now you can tweet that. Jim Jeffries said he loves me.
Yeah,
and then people will be like, "Oh my God!"
I am.
I took a picture of my sushi yesterday.
I'm very fond.
See what you can do with tweets.
Took a picture
the most mundane crap. I went with. I said this yesterday. I went with Dice's Q-tip thing.
Yeah, just Q-tipping your ears. Yeah,
why not? Because you have to have a status, and Dice is like, "Yeah, you could say you're Q-tipping your ears." I'm like, I'm going to do that later.
He was in studio. Why would he? We wanted him to stay on that show. My wife and I are watching.
Oh, yeah, we were talking about that.
Why would he... He almost just threw himself off on purpose.
But
why would he do that?
Why would they throw him off when he's a guy that is being so entertaining?
Yeah, I
don't think it's his fault.
He's a self-destructive ass.
You know what you're getting when you get Dice.
But Donald and Mark Burnett, who understands reality programming, was really stupid because it doesn't matter who's the first to get kicked off. You kick some other dummy off and you let the guy continue because he's going to give you good
Dice
stuff.
Being an ass on the show.
So I blame Mark Burnett and Donald Trump way more than Dice himself.
Right? I mean, that was great that he went to do radio. That's what he should do.
Yeah.
Anthony.
Maybe
I shouldn't read these. What? Fanatic Philly from Philly writes, and has the how the Grinch Stole Christmas stomach.
No, that's like the way the Grinch was drawn. That's pretty funny.
You're like got like skinny beer belly.
Yeah,
skinny beer belly.
So if I was on Twitter, would I put March 20th and 21st at the Arlington Draft House in Arlington, Virginia? That's what I would put on Twitter. Do people do that?
Put that?
You could do that, but they'll get bored after a while. They'll start dropping
plugs.
You.
Okay, so I'm not doing.
You can plug, but you just got to spread those plugs out.
I'm not going to plug it all on Twitter. I'm going to get good at Twitter.
Sunday, F.H. Riley's, it's parade day in Huntington, so it's going to be a great day to be at F.H. Riley's in Huntington.
What's the parade for?
St. Patrick's Day.
Isn't that the 17th?
Yes, but everyone else throws their parade earlier because they don't want to compete, like Ant said, with the city parade.
Oh, good idea.
You have a parade in Huntington when there's a big parade going on in New York City. You're going to be alone. So.
My birthday's this weekend. I don't want to compete with the other June 30th.
Uh-huh.
That's a good idea, not to compete with New York.
Yeah, so...
You keep saying it. It's not going to get any funnier.
Nope. I know. I'm trying to bail myself out. I'm trying to figure out how to make it funny.
Yeah,
Twitter it.
Suck?
It might be funnier in print.
So I'll see a lot of people at FH on Sunday. And you're going to go?
Sure.
It's parade day in Huntington.
Parade,
right. It's actually a really good time. And then, of course, the big news is Jim Jeffries, who killed for us the last couple of days, the big HBO taping tomorrow night.
I'm on Saturday.
A whole bunch of us
guest,
are going.
Jason Ellis. with it.
Yes.
Yeah. He's coming on stage.
I'm thinking of cancel my gig just to come watch.
You know what? If you're going to the big taping tomorrow, let's really hit it out of the park with Jim Jeffries.
Jim Jeffries at BroadwayVideo.com. Email them. I have a suspicion that it may already be all done and dusted, but they will get back to you. But,
all right.
Yeah, come along.
Thank you.
We'll just stand at the front in the vigil.
All right, we'll continue with the show in just a bit. Opie, Anthony,
hi,
Jim Jeffries,
hello,
Rich Voss. Why is our mics a bit on the low side?
My headphones weren't. I knew I should have lowered them before they came on.
There
I
we
never
go.
do that too. It was a rookie mistake. I put the headphones on, and then I went to the computer when it was all silent, and then the music kicked in, and I think my hearing is gone now.
Did he change out these microphones? Fucking Valby woke up. We wanted to do that live on the air. Man.
Look, he knows when to wake up. He knows when to come to the table.
What is wrong with the microphones? Holy
Take a little nap. He's fine.
shit.
My one smells of disinfectant. It's very nice.
If I go like this, you completely lose, and I have to eat the mic. What happened,
there's
Mars?
some kind of a thing now
What the
where
fuck happened?
Where they changed the fucking Omni to.
What do you do, man? No, there's something different. Trust me.
Is there?
Yes.
Oh, look at that. He's got that scared immigrant
How
look.
did that happen? Wait a minute.
Everyone, all right, now. Wow. What's the deal? I can't.
That's the look before a boat ride.
Oh my God! My mic is fucked up. I'm telling you. Been doing this way too long, and this is the thing that drives me nuts when the mic.
You just gotta
different.
Got to eat it.
Yeah, well, you're extremely loud in my headphones, and I'm really low. And then if I go here, then it's too loud.
Am I really loud? Because I don't seem like.
Yeah, you really are. And my mic is like there's nothing going on it.
Because I sound perfect to me now.
Yeah, actually, that's good. Yeah, keep with that.
All right, no problem.
That's good. Rich?
Yeah, this is good. He's not as loud as he is fat.
You're a little louder than Anthony. Anthony is where we want to be with everything.
Never sounded better.
Yeah, you're good.
I think I'm
Jim, your turn.
Hello, everyone.
You're
is weird.
louder than Anthony as well.
I project.
Rich,
This is
you're louder than Jim.
Yeah,
but I'm better looking.
And you're both way
mine's
louder
coming
than
with
Anthony.
water.
Back to Anthony. Anthony?
I feel good now.
Yeah, that's perfect. We want to work off Anthony's mic because that's perfect.
Everybody said it today.
Yeah, all right. Hey, we got a live studio audience. Look at that. Very enthusiastic live studio audience.
All men. I don't think there's a woman out there.
No, there's two women out there.
That's why I yell at these guys all the time. I'm like, look, if we soften our delivery just a little bit, we'll get to look at some puss.
Yeah.
Was that a soft delivery right there?
Just a little bit.
But is it worth it?
Instead, we get this every day. And we appreciate you guys. You know that.
But the pussy you do get is quality and
No, that one's he's cute. The one right there. The
Where?
guy
I don't see
grabbed
one-
her.
I don't
the
see
guy
one
grabbed
girl.
her to make sure he's with her.
I don't see one
Like
girl
right
out
there.
Where?
Oh, yeah, no, she's all right.
Dude,
See her?
they protect the women.
Yeah.
They're women like
Yeah.
fucking tigers.
The guy,
She,
the bloated Clark Kent
There
looking
you go.
guy.
She's coming in. She's coming in.
Grabbed her.
I liked her more when she was behind the stand.
into the den of
Yeah.
fucking lions over
You
here.
know what I noticed about this girl right off the bat? When she was coming in here, she was wearing a lot less clothing, and then realized there's a bunch of animals in here, and she covered up,
Yeah.
right? Is that true?
Are they hospital pants?
Yeah, she's got
Yeah.
the sexy hospital
She's getting ready to
pants
get
on.
beat.
And hospital top.
Hey, there you go.
So you
She's-
just escaped from a mental institution. No, she's some kind of a hospital worker,
She's gonna
right?
take a ride in a Lamborghini.
Yeah.
Well, what do you do?
What do you do?
A nurse.
Oh, I see.
I just got off of shift.
Yeah.
You must have loved my rant about the healthcare shit this morning, huh? Hey, fuck them, cut it. I don't give a shit.
Anthony, and she's white.
I know. I
You
see
were
that.
saying that.
I was saying a majority about. Although she could
you gotta
have
listen
some
to the
Hispanic
code, but-
blood in her.
What's
No?
this?
Oh, no.
You're Italian, right?
No.
What do you got?
Irish.
No.
Black Irish. You're Polish.
What do you got
You're-
going on?
Oh, you're Polish?
Yeah.
All right.
As a nurse, what's the strangest thing?
your borders.
And you hear this question: what's the strangest thing someone's come into the hospital stuck in their ass?
Oh, my God.
Besides Norton's tongue.
Yeah. Your wife.
Oh, jeez.
I know.
They do,
for one.
They do come in with that.
Anything?
Are you an
strangest
ER nurse?
No, I'm med surg.
Yeah, what's that?
Basically, it's all like, post-op, pre-op patients.
Oh, really? So when they were getting wheeled in and wheeled out, you're there.
How many deaths do you see in a day?
Oh my God! It all depends. I
Such
guess,
a cheery job, isn't it?
Yeah, I know. Why'd you pick a job that's so depressing?
The real answer
It's
is
not that
Rich Fox.
depressing.
It's got to be. There's sick people everywhere.
Oh, for two.
Yeah, but you're there to help, so it's not like.
No, you're there to help. Like, did you always have like this Florence Nightingale kind of complex as a
I'll
kid?
get one.
Did you put the Band-Aids on your
I'm
little
tired.
dollies and stuff like that?
No, not really. But
No?
No.
What made you go into that field? Was it the money, or was it like a real calling that you had to help people?
I guess it was a calling.
Really?
And I like to see the blood, guts, and gore.
Oh, is that it? Really? Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
You go down to the morgue every so often just for some laughs?
For a chuckle?
Yeah, actually.
Is that your
They
boyfriend?
look just like Voss's audience.
There you go. Excuse me, fatso, I'm talking now.
All right. We get the fat joke.
All right, shut up. All right, kangaroo pouch. Is that your boyfriend out there?
Yeah.
Oh,
How long you been? How long you been with him?
Almost 2 years.
Is it working out?
Yeah.
I mean, is there anything you want to tell him now on the radio? Now would be the time. He's all happy and cheerful. Why don't you ruin his day and tell him about one of the doctors you're banging?
I don't doubt that.
So how long you been together
The
for?
story she tells me from when she's at work.
2 years,
is
and you going to marry this guy?
I don't know.
No?
Oh, God.
So what are you wasting your time on each other for if you have no idea? Can we ask him, are you going to marry this woman?
You could ask her now, sir. That'd be fun radio.
Yes. If
why you put me on the spot like that?
What are you waiting
no,
for?
no.
She's not
Dude,
getting any younger, fella.
Oh, thanks.
Dude, you're like a dud. You're kind of a dud. Like, she's got a cool job and shit, and not
cool
cool,
job.
but it's
She
maybe
can
not
do.
cool, but it's like a career. What do you have? What do you do?
I'm a video production specialist for Pearson Education.
You work at a video store.
Yeah.
What do you do? Like, what does that mean? What do you do?
Pearson publishes like Penguin books, Financial Times.
Books for Penguin.
All right. But they do DVDs. Anyone who went to college, I don't know if that's the audience here.
They do.
those DVDs that come in the
by
back
the
of
way.
the book.
That was a backhanded insult.
Yeah, it certainly was.
I don't know if any of you go to college, but so you pretty much have brought film strips to the future, and did, because when we were in school it was a film strip that went beep and you change it, but now it's on like DVD. So you put the most boring shit.
Absolutely, it's the most
to
boring
DVD
shit that nobody wants to
and
watch.
send it out to school so they could, Hemo the Magnificent. We will teach you about blood and the circulatory system.
I go to work and I keep telling myself that I'm making a difference, and I know I'm not.
Yeah.
You want to see? You want to see your future? Look to the right. Him, that man.
What's
You
wrong
look
with that
exactly
guy?
like he looks like. That's what he looks like. He's going to grow up and look like him.
Yeah,
Okay.
father and son
But that
thing going
guy's
on.
wearing a nice suit. You'll
That's
never
true.
get a nice suit.
Yeah.
No.
So, what do you think? You like this guy for what? His sense of humor? Is he funny?
Is it because he's so dynamic?
Something tells me he's not funny. Something tells me the gig doesn't pay a lot. He's not funny.
That's a good question. Why do you like this dude? What's the big get with him?
Yeah.
Big
He
cock? What does he got going on?
He lets you put a strap on.
Are you a size queen and he's got something?
Yeah. Let her give an answer. Why are you with this guy?
Were you like 700 pounds and he stuck with you?
That's
the real reason she wears those pants.
Damn.
Hey, it's a good question.
He likes licking your stretch marks.
Oh, Rich.
I'm asking. I don't.
Why are you getting
What are
greedy?
you hammering her for?
Come
What's
on.
wrong with you?
If
We're
she
trying
was-
to rip into the guy and you're calling a stretch
Yeah.
mark woman. Anyway, tell us
Come on.
more about those.
Yeah. Why? What attracted you to him?
Yeah.
Oh, he's a good guy.
Oh.
Yeah.
So
There's a great guy over here, darling.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody's, any
Rich.
guy that isn't just smacking
married.
bitches around is a good guy.
What is it about him?
There's another guy here. He's
how'd you
not
meet?
great, but I'm here.
How'd you meet?
On a bike ride.
On a bike ride?
Yeah.
Oh, he's
And-
a faggot.
What?
And
Yeah, through a friend. It was,
through a friend, you're on a little bike ride, and you start chit chatting. And what kind of? There must have been other guys on the bike ride. What separated him from the pack?
It was just.
She was on his
There's
handlebars.
a bunch of girls.
Bulge in his bike shorts.
It was just me,
She
my
was the
girlfriend,
bike.
and him.
And him? How did he get his way, weasel his way in there? Oh, your girlfriend was friends with him?
Yeah.
So was she trying to be the matchmaker?
No, not really. We just all kind of went out.
Wow, you're pretty easy. Just bring a guy along and that was it. So what did he do that kind of made you go, oh, this guy might be worth pursuing?
Told her he needed to lose his virginity.
So it wasn't just like the bike ride that. Like,
did he ask for your number after the bike ride? Or did he have to go through the mutual friend? You don't remember anything. This is the dullest relationship I've ever seen.
I remember everything.
There's no passion here.
Throw it out there, hon.
I went down on my wife the second night I met her in a car. I remember everything.
There you go.
How do you not remember?
What is it about this guy that
He
you
said
like?
throw it out there, so I guess he got
Throw it
permission.
out there. What do you want me to throw out?
What do you do for the
swinging?
Coy.
The swinging, the cuckolding. What?
Yeah, what's the deal with
you
this
hear
guy?
that? She's on the spot, Anthony. She's being way too coy.
Is she?
Half the shit she talks about, yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Just ask her about work. Ask her about the real stuff that goes on.
What's the real stuff
between you and your coworkers?
Oh, fuck. Young Clark Kent is getting real.
You jack off the cadavers? What's going on at work? What's going on there? Come on. Well,
Tell
on
about the
with it.
doctors that you did.
All right, that's enough.
Oh, shit. Something's going on with the doctors?
I used to work at a disabled home, and there used to be this girl that used to wank off the downies. Like
the downies. Oh, my God. Wank off the downies.
And all the people with cerebral palsy, and she saw it as like a charitable contribution.
Yeah, well, it probably was.
She was popular down the home.
I imagine
Wow.
she would be.
They were probably all just animal noises when she would walk in.
I used to down up just for a shot.
I sit in a wheelchair, drool, and wait for my hand.
Wait, this guy's back.
Just an added bonus. She failed to mention she's a certified massage therapist.
Oh, wow. She failed to mention something so exciting.
It's very exciting.
Massage therapist isn't a fucking Yankee cranky shop. That means she does legitimate, like, you have this muscle pain and I'll fix it.
Yeah.
We're talking, we need, like, full fucking release. She probably doesn't do that.
Oh, she
Well,
won't do it
maybe-
when she's got her massage table out. For some reason, she treats it like a holy bed. And
Yeah.
Well, because she's a certified massage
Come on
therapist.
there.
There are people that do take it seriously.
You seem like a wild. You seem like a wild guy. During sex, do you ever make her wear your glasses?
Boss, never try to eat and talk at the same time.
I got the laugh. Will you leave me alone? I got the laugh. You're just jealous because I can eat without gaining weight.
Oh, you know, it's not even.
What?
Yeah, but Voss,
It's funny.
Keep going.
What? Yeah, hold on.
Oh my God.
What?
well, you know,
How
Go
about
ahead.
we move on? From
Anthony's
this
fat,
wonderful couple?
you're ugly, but he can lose weight.
That's really?
Yeah.
Me and her are going to yell your name tonight to keep from coming. How about that?
Why would you take on Rich like that?
You're right. You're
Fucking
right.
L7.
You're right. That
This
was
is
a
where
bad
Rich
move.
like
Bad
rules.
idea.
He
That was
can
really
work
bad.
his crowd like nobody. All right, are we going to move on from this exciting couple or what?
Yeah, that's
No,
it.
there's
We
so
really
much
found out a
more.
lot.
See, all it takes.
Thank God Jeffrey saved us with that Downey thing.
I do what I can where
All
I
it takes
can.
is a vagina to get a microphone in this room.
Yeah,
It's amazing.
I hear Kevin Nealon's here, but we also have John Valby here, who just woke up from a nice little nap. Right, John?
Yes, I did.
What, you drive all night to get here?
No, drove all day yesterday and then played in New Brunswick and had a few tequilas last night.
Yeah. Wow, tequila.
I know. I was here early this morning, too. I didn't
Hardcore.
know it was 9:30. So,
Oh, really? You were here early?
Oh, I was here at 8.
That way you got
He
a
didn't
good,
know it was
you get a
Friday.
good nap. That's
yeah,
fine,
I did.
man.
It was a fine little couch.
That's good.
Yeah, you playing the Stress Factory? You're playing Vinny's Club, right?
Yeah, that was last night. Yeah.
Are you playing there tonight?
Nope.
Where are you tonight?
Nowhere tonight. I'm taking my sister out to dinner. She's a New York opera singer girl, and
Really?
we're gonna have a little family time.
Wait,
Musical family.
For legit opera she
Legit
does?
opera. Yeah.
No, she does fucking dirty opera singing. Funny.
Well, you gotta ask, right?
She's wearing
Some
a
of them are
fucking
just
Viking
normal
hat,
masseuses, you
doing
know.
dick jokes.
You're
to fucking
doing-
opera music.
That is pretty fucked up in one family. You got
dildos up the hat instead of little ones.
That's pretty fucked up. One family's got
Yeah.
legit opera singer, and then you got John Valby doing very well with what he does.
Doing
Singing and
Wagner's
Does she
The
do
Ring.
she do Carnegie Hall and all that?
I think she's played there once or
Holy
twice.
shit!
Yeah.
He is classical.
Yeah, Yeah, I know.
He's
very good.
He's doing VFW halls, and she's doing Carnegie Hall.
You know their parents beat them and made them do music even if they didn't want to.
Yeah, have you ever heard John Valby?
No.
Oh, Jim Jeffries, you're going to love this guy. We love John Valby. We've been trying to get you on our stupid comedy tour for years, but it never works out because you're booked until the 2020 or something.
Well, you just give me 3 or 4 months notice, and I'll make room.
We don't know if we're going to have jobs.
Yeah, 3 or 4 months notice. What's that?
Notice like that is.
We don't even know if we're doing a comedy.
Your stocks might go up in that time.
Right. Yeah. From my penny fucking Citadel stock.
Yeah, it has been getting better the last 4 or 5 months.
Yeah.
At least for me, all of a sudden places are packed again.
Oh, yeah? You're seeing that? That's good.
Like in the 30s when the movies really took off.
Yeah.
I think with this little you got a little money,
Rich,
we're going out and having a good time.
Huh?
That's true.
Are you fucking kidding me? I'm losing audience members rapidly. Every time I talk,
I meant in the 30s, did the theaters pack out?
That's your routine, man. That's your routine. I'm getting bigger and bigger every day, Voss.
Well, you're a big act. You're a novelty.
That fucking ass.
When people find out I'm actually from Cincinnati, my whole career goes to shit.
I see Valby. He keeps hitting his keys and nothing's happening.
Is it supposed to
is that
be?
what I need to do?
There it is.
That's nice.
You want to get us rolling here, John, or what?
Love to hear something.
John Valby, everyone.
They say a girl should always dress for the job she wants. So why are all these girls tonight dressed up like slutty cunts? It's all because some hacker stole their identity. Now they have to make a buck dropping to their knees. Should have gone to freecreditreport.com, or you'll be sucking pirate dick just like your crackhead mom. They monitor your credit, give you email alerts, so you don't end up sucking on a dick until it squirts, or end up getting fucked right up the ass until it hurts.
God damn. Nice.
Everyone came to see you today there, John. We never have a crowd on Fridays. They came for you.
Fucking ass. Salute, I don't believe any of it.
Thank God for fucking with that song, because I can't stand those commercials.
Yeah.
I want to see that band fucking go out like Great White. Although they didn't die, unfortunately.
Oh, come on.
Ruined the joke. What, you like Great White? Sorry.
Oh, no, I don't like the group, but that club, that was a nice club.
Oh, you played there?
No, he was booked there the next week.
Yeah, well, enough time's passed by, right? No, apparently not.
You got another one for?
Yeah, I got a new Christmas one that I
it's okay.
Perfect time.
It also came from a commercial,
Oh, okay.
All right.
I love the original song. Girls, listen up, take my advice on Christmas Day. Give something nice, don't knit a scarf, don't give a tie, don't pussy out, this is your guy. Take it from me, cut to the crap, drop to your knees, face to the left, grab on his cock and pucker up and bob up and down and bob up and down. Give a blowjob, give a blowjob. That's what he wants, I guarantee. Take it from me, that's what he wants, that's what he wants, that's what he wants.
Notice the theme going, a common thread going through there.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Valby loves the blowjob.
Oh, goddamn. There's nothing finer.
Can I ask Mars something?
What happened?
The past few days, I've noticed a light show going on in the studio. The fucking lights will just shut off.
Yeah.
And then they'll just turn back on.
You know what that is, right?
What is that?
That's the mice.
No, there's a problem with the lights. They overheat the circuit, and the circuit protects itself by turning it off.
Put a penny in it. That's what we used to do.
Did you call him a penny? And you call him a cent? Do you call a little 1
It's a
cent
penny,
coin?
it's a cent. You got a fucking quid, a pound, a
No,
fucking...
but it's a penny and pence. I didn't know that you even knew what a penny was.
Yeah, a penny.
Well, he's got $100,000 worth of stock.
Yeah, exactly.
But so you still call your cents pennies?
Yeah,
This
there's still
isn't-
pennies.
This isn't funny. But
Yeah,
it's
no,
just
it's
interesting.
pennies, pence,
cents,
a
whatever.
tuppence.
Get your own currency.
We do have our own currency. We had a penny a long time.
It's
You have
dollars
a
and
penny?
cents, pounds and pence.
I didn't say pence, I said penny.
But penny comes from the word pence.
Exactly. It's fucking our English. Leave it alone.
All right.
We made up our own after we kicked your fucking asses out of here. Your red-coated fucking lined up victims to leave before we shoot you again. Great fucking battle technique.
Yeah, load the musket. Let's.
Yeah, stand in a straight line. They'll never see us coming. Why do we wear red coats too? Great idea. And then to have a drum, so element of surprise is there.
I like how they're all drunk as well.
Oh, they probably were.
Well, we all
They're
like,
losing it.
let's go do it.
Rather.
It started in a bar.
We'll beat them.
I see the Red Bulls are flowing over there, John. From tequila to Red Bull. That's brilliant.
Yeah,
stay away,
up
man.
and down, up and down.
Yeah, I
Both sides.
understand.
Is that it? The poor man's fucking speedball, the tequila, and then the Red Bull,
it.
right?
That's it. I love Red Bull.
Before
It's
Red
worth
Bull, man, what were we drinking? I don't remember getting high on
Snorting
beverages.
cocaine.
Yeah, but now it's like I still take Coke and Red Bull.
Okay.
I don't take Coke in this country because you people frown upon it, but in Britain it's like a beverage. Like people offer it a lot more.
Really?
It's not as prolific over here.
It was. See, you guys are like back in the fucking 80s, though. Over there.
Oh, I don't have
in
a
the
comeback.
80s, it was huge. it was huge in the 80s here. Everyone did Coke.
How much is a gram of Coke in this town?
I couldn't tell you these days.
Two blowjobs.
See, that's
going Rich. If you were wearing your tight pants, how much was it, Rich? Your dealer giving you a fucking deal with your balls hanging out?
If he sees the dickhead, you get a quarter gram for free.
I don't even know. What's a gram of Coke go for?
A gram of Coke in Britain's 50 quid, but I think over here it's only like 80. It's only like $60 or something, isn't it?
It depends.
Wow, that's cheap. Someone's nodding.
I bought
the guy
one,
grinding his teeth is nodding.
Yeah, we had a few nods out there.
I bought 1 gram in Kansas, but I feel like it travelled further because that's inland. You got to get like dock type of size.
Yeah, it's got to make its way to the fucking shoreline.
Can I get in trouble for saying this live? That I bought,
that
you do
Coke?
Coke?
Bring it here. How much does a gram of Coke go for? You know? No.
Listen, when I
Thought maybe you'd know.
When I
Silly
stopped 23 years ago, you could get a gram of good rock Coke up in Harlem for like 60 or 70
We're
bucks.
talking
Listen,
powder, not that fucking crack.
No, I'm not talking
shit
crack. I'm
you
talking
got.
about before it's cooked. I'm talking
that
about
stuff will make your teeth fall out,
No,
Rich.
listen to me.
Yeah.
Listen to me. Okay. I'm talking. That's how real men do Coke. They smoke it. Anybody can snort it. Snort. Fuck that.
Men?
Sell your mother's car to get high.
I
Be a
sniff it
man.
off toilet seats, mate. That's the most masculine thing you can do.
Yeah, it's because you want to come there,
I take
too.
it with a line of hepatitis.
And by the way, when you're snorting Coke, you get a higher caliber of girl than you do smoking it. You get crackhead fucking bitches.
Yeah.
But if you're snorting Coke, you'll get club chicks.
First of all, if you're a real Coke addict, you don't want some bitch to share your Coke with. You want to isolate in a hotel.
I'm not talking about a crack whore.
You don't want any
and
girl.
smoke it because you're talking crack whores. You're talking crack whores, not fucking girls
any
that'll
girl
snort some Coke.
sitting there when you're doing Coke, talking and fucking grinding her teeth.
Oh, you want a guy there?
No, you don't want
suck his
anybody.
dick for more fucking Coke.
I'm not an addict. I want to have the Coke to entice the woman back to my hotel.
Social atmosphere, right?
It's my caveman's club.
Coke was currency.
I need.
Bingo.
That's cool. If you
Coke was fucking a chick magnet.
Not in Rich's
Who
case.
in the beginning?
Because you didn't want a girl that was going to suck on a crack pipe.
No, I didn't want a girl that was
fucking
even when I
disgusting.
snorted. Who wants to fucking give your Coke to some little Coke whore that's going to just...
Because
There's some people out there that do it socially, not like you addict.
I'm not an addict. I do it socially to get myself. It's good to have sex on it and to bring a girl.
Okay, so the money you're spending for the Coke, just go get spend half on the Coke, go get blown from some hooker. What the fuck?
No, because I like the conversation. I'm a people person.
Okay, well, that's what it's about.
You're over the house, you got some Coke, the girl's there, you're doing Coke, having some
We
drinks.
played that fucking game. Then you fucking you promote yourself to smoking it. You don't want nobody around. That's all.
All right, I'll smoke it. You've convinced me. What I'm doing is silly.
Yeah, smoke it.
Anthony,
I don't want to smoke it.
If you want to
Anthony,
get high,
$60 coming in a lot, so
$60
that must
now?
be the going rate.
I know it was a
$60.
lot more than that back in the 80s.
That means, we're paying a bit more. But you know how much it is in Australia? How much do you reckon Coke costs in Australia?
One kangaroo fucking
About
pouch.
250 Australian dollars, and it's like 80 cents to the American dollar. So what's that, like 150, 160, $170?
But then we set our clock back Sunday. Now what?
Yeah. That messes everything up.
I have no idea. I have no idea what the exchange rate is for Australia.
What we take in Australia is everyone's into speed because you can make that in laboratories because it's too much to import the coke from South America and all that type of stuff to get it into the country.
Crystal meth? Is that meth?
Crystal meth, huge heroin problem.
Yeah.
But we love whiz. Speed, man.
Well, why don't we ask? We should ask Kevin Nealon. He knows all about coke. We should bring him in here. And
oh, that's right.
I hear he's still got a problem.
Here.
I've never met Kevin Nealon. I'm actually a fan. I'm getting a little bit nervous about meeting him. The fucking coke fiend.
Where's Kevin Nealon? We should bring him into the party. And we got John Valby. We got everybody.
There he is.
For the first time on the Opie and Anthony Show, Kevin Nealon, the coke fiend himself.
Hello, Kevin.
He's sniffing right now.
I was listening outside. You guys know your stuff.
Well, about cocaine and
coke and blowjobs and
Rich Voss.
Rich Voss, who used to smoke the crack by himself.
Nice,
because that was the way to do it, I guess. He had it all wrong, Kevin.
He never understood the social aspect of coke, especially in the 80s. Not everybody was like hiding out smoking rock. There were times where a lot of people were over the house. You'd be doing blow, and then you'd have some drinks, and actually, spend some paranoid time together.
We did that. I did all that bullshit. We used to have parties, get coke. The girls would come over, the little coke. Well, that contributed nothing. Okay, maybe they gave us some pussy, but who cares? Coke is more important than pussy.
No, it's not.
If you were,
yes, if you're a coke,
it depends on how you cut it.
I'm with that.
If you're
cut the pussy or
I have never done coke, to be honest with you, and I've been offered mansions full of coke. Doing the comedies, doing stand up in the '80s. Every club owner would put the coke out. They assume you did the coke, and they bring in the back room and they put it on the mirror. There you go, buddy. There you go. I go, sorry, I don't do coke. Yeah,
you put it in your pocket and save it for the girls, though, because they would.
Or that would have been a good idea.
Yeah, probably would have been a good idea.
Yeah,
right
in
into
hindsight.
your pocket.
Yeah. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
I mean, we banged girls on coke all night. We were selling it, banging girls, running to the door, selling it, banging girls.
I always feel when I have sex on coke that I'm about to die, though. Like I'm just laying, I'm laying in a silhouetted puddle of my sweat on a blanket, just and then I do it again, and then my cock's all beaten up the next day. It's all swelled and shit.
I picked up a girl in Worcester. I was working up in Worcester, and I picked up a waitress. I did a coke bit on stage, and she goes, "Oh, I do coke." I go, "Do you know where to get any?" This is up in Worcester. Worcester. So we drove. I couldn't find any up there. We drove to Harlem. We drove back down. I bought
from Worcester to Harlem.
Worcester. Yeah, I bought like $500 worth of freebase. Got some shitty hotel in Jersey. Smoked it all. Had no money left. Right, whatever. Had no enough. And now I got to drive this bitch back home.
Yeah, but you got to fuck her.
Oh. Big deal. I blew $500.
What else do you want to do with women?
This back then, that
you
was...
know what it is, though? The interesting part of the story? That woman, now his wife.
Yes.
Not his child.
It can happen.
And you had to drive all the way back to Worcester?
Yeah, and I'm driving. All of a sudden, my nose starts bleeding, so we pull over in like Hartford to try to get a little more coke. We had like 20 bucks.
Great
place and we couldn't get coke.
Hartford's a good place to stop with the nosebleed.
Yeah, exactly. So we ended up getting ripped off buying heroin, and it was just fucking horrible. And I had to go back up to Boston and do one more night and drop her off. And my clothes were there in a bag because I didn't have luggage because I was a drug addict. And fucking, it was just horrible.
So
and
why
then
did
the
you
next
stop?
week
Why did you stop doing this stuff?
Because
it sounds like a great time.
I can't drive that much. No, I went to rehab a week after.
Oh, you did?
That's right.
How did you afford rehab if you didn't have money?
That's a good bottom.
It was.
You got rich parents, don't you?
No, the rehab was free. It was through the county or through.
Is it hard to drive with a nosebleed? You got to hold your head back.
It was poor. It was horrible.
It's gotta be. You got to
use the mirror a lot.
The mirror to drive forward. That's terrible.
It was fine. I went to rehab and I have not picked anything up in 23 years.
Oh, we know. 23 years. Right. God, I'd love to see you relapse.
You don't wear the necklaces or anything, right?
No.
With the years.
No, I stopped going to meetings. I'm dry drunk.
You stopped. Yeah, they're a waste of time.
He does everything differently. Look at his body. He's a
You
Jew with tattoos.
You don't even drink.
No, nothing. I don't.
You look haggard.
Do you eat food?
Not red meat. Not red meat. I'm 51 years old. Look, you're fucking in your 30s and you're a walking. You look like a jellyfish with scoliosis. You have fucking horrible posture. You should be in a tower ringing a bell. You're a fucking mess. Okay, shut up. All right, no pigment. I'm fucking in great shape.
Where are you from? Are you from Australia?
I'm from Australia originally. Yeah, but I've been living in London for the last 8 years or something.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, I'm all fucked up. I'm not. I know how I look. I'm not proud of.
Do you know where you are right now?
Yeah. I know I'm one step away from getting plugs like Anthony, and
plugs.
My teeth fall
individual
out
follicles.
Like Rich Frost. The only person that's sort of hanging in there is Opie and his hot wife.
Oh wow. My wife opened for you. My wife opened for Kevin. Yeah. And I think she worked with him too.
Who was she?
Bonnie McFarlane.
Oh, yeah, that's your wife?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Let's stop right there.
Yeah, no. He calls it number 27.
She's great. Yeah,
she
loves Coke. And,
I haven't seen her in a while, but last time I saw her, she was funny and hot.
Yeah.
Coked off her tits.
What is what is Kevin Nealon up to these days?
Well, that's a good question.
Yes, that's why I asked.
Kevin Nealon is a very, very busy man.
Yeah. He couldn't make it here today.
He could not make it. I'm here in lieu of Kevin. Well, we have the fifth season of Weeds coming up.
Fifth season?
April
How do these
7th.
Shows like...
Valby,
I'm amazed at that. It's like
a fan of Weeds?
5 seasons.
My wife loves
Coming up on 5.
It's amazing.
We got a Weeds. Valby's wife loves the Weeds.
Yeah.
We love the Weeds in my house.
You like the Weeds?
Yeah, a lot of
Kevin
people
Nealon
watching
rules
the
on
Weeds.
Weeds.
Yeah, we got the Weeds thing coming up, and I'm doing a new show with Catherine O'Hara. Do you know her from SCTV?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
It's called Glenn Martin DDS, and I play Glenn Martin, and we have a dysfunctional family. And we travel around the country in an RV, and I do my dentistry.
You're a dentist
practice
on the road.
out of the RV. Yeah, I got a book out called "Yes, You're Pregnant, But What About Me," and that's available in bookstores and Amazon.com. Stop me when
Look
you
at
want.
you! You're all over the place.
I got a comedy special coming up.
Overachiever.
I'm interested. This dentist on the road story.
Yeah, I like that one.
What? Give me a little more on that.
Well, it's produced by Michael Eisner, formerly of Disney.
Yes, of course.
And it's a really funny show. It's along the veins of The Simpsons, Family Guy, that kind of type of humor. And they have really good writers. I think it's going to be a good show.
Is it a cartoon?
It's a claymation. Claymation.
I love that shit.
Claymation.
But, here's the thing. I thought, when they said, hey, come on and do the voiceover for this. Okay, great. That'd be great. I'm thinking an hour, maybe.
Yeah.
Slay down the tracks, get out of there. Mm-hmm. Good job. But no. Like 2 days a week, you go in one day and then you go in another day and you're there from 9 to like 4 doing the one line over and over and over. Can you make it a little hotter? Can you make it a little more angry?
Yeah, accentuate the last syllable.
Yeah.
All right, that one. We did video game voices, and it was one of those where I'm just gonna be in and out. I'm a bad guy, so it's like, I'll blow your head off. I'll blow your head off. I'll blow your head off. They want like every possible way you can say it. And claymation. Now, is this computerized claymation, or is some
it's stop
idiots
action, I
like
think.
doing?
I don't think they do claymation anymore. I think it's called stop action.
Yeah. Stop action.
Like Wallace and Gromit.
It's not like Mr. Bill's doing a guest spot on the show.
No, I thought maybe a Davy and Goliath kind of a thing. Gumby. Shit, where it was like real guys having to fucking play with clay.
Well, they still do that with the Wallace and Gromits, don't they? And Tim Burton still does that with the Nightmare. And
that's like old school stuff where they just do one frame at a time, and it takes 18 years to put a movie out.
Yeah.
Something for a series
now?
that would be a little rough.
Now, speaking of movies, here's the big thing.
Here
we go.
Are you sitting down?
Yeah.
All right, John.
No, I've done a film. We actually shot in New Zealand, right outside of Australia.
Yes.
And it's called They Came From Upstairs, and I play Ashley Tisdale's father. Are you familiar with Ashley Tisdale?
Ash?
No.
Yeah, High School Musical 1, 2, 3, and 4. Little thing called High School Musical.
Oh no, she was one of the girls. She's not.
She's one of the girls.
I thought she was like an historical figure. You were trying to remind. I felt really ignorant.
A very historical American figure.
No,
she knitted the first flag. That was when they were knitting it.
In New Zealand.
Yeah. Anyway, that's coming out July 31st. And Andy Richter's in it, Tim Meadows, Doris Roberts.
I'm seeing a little trend there.
Yeah.
Bringing the old gang together.
I'm just going to tell you there's aliens involved. That's all I can tell you.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's not pretty.
All right.
Yeah, we'll see what happens with that.
Sounds like the
but
plot
more
of-
important than that, the big thing, the very big thing, I'm at Caroline's this week.
That's I know it.
Finally,
Okay.
we got
A lot
to
of
the-
people, I'm telling you, a
Love
lot of
Caroline's.
people, I hope you don't know I do stand-up comedy. You know,
They
it's really
should
what I
know
started
that.
out doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah,
started
that-
in New Zealand, so that was the problem.
Jim Jeffries.
right.
Jim is a big fan of yours, Kevin.
I am, yeah.
He's a little nervous to meet you.
I was,
and
is
he's,
that right? I was,
and he's
yeah.
filming his HBO special tomorrow.
I
so
smoked my
Are you
first-
really?
He's
I
doing
got-
very
I got
well
my
in
HBO
his own right.
special. I'm at the Skirball Center.
Look at him getting all
And I'm a bit nervous, yeah.
At the Skirball Center.
Yeah, at NYU, yeah, the theater there. Yeah.
Are you
so-
falling apart in front of him?
I'm a little bit, because I don't want to take the audience members away, but I'm going to do it. I'll crush you.
No, you will. You will crush me.
And I'm in Scranton this weekend.
And there's another crush right there.
Right.
Two crushes back to back. Scranton. Now, does Bonnie ever open for you?
Once in a while, yeah, we go on together. We'll
What do
go
you
to
mean
work.
once in a while? You guys are
Not
pretty
all the
much
time.
working
Not with the
together.
baby. You know, sometimes like this weekend we'll work. The next 3 weekends, if there's a car involved, then
He's
we
a
can
horrible
work.
father, by the way.
No, I'm not. Get the fuck out of here. I got 3 kids.
Hey, you're a horrible.
No, I got one with
smoked
Bonnie.
cocaine for
Yeah,
Christ's
that was
sake.
before I had my kids. I
Bonnie
had
was
18
telling me when we were hanging out last week that you guys were on the road and you were supposed to watch the kid because it was her turn to be on stage. And during her set, the kid, who's only 18 months, walks up on
I
stage.
did that on purpose. I let the baby walk
That's
to
not what she
her.
said.
Oh, great.
Well, okay, because it's fucking.
She said that's
she's-
how you're going to spin it now because, you know, you look,
No,
you look
really,
like a
I'm going
bad
to just let the
father.
baby roam
That's
around
what
the
she
club.
said.
I do that in the park, but not
Walked
in the
right
club.
up the middle of
got-
the club and popped on stage.
Unless you're doing a live version of the Aristocrats, I don't want to see a baby on the stage.
Okay. I have 3 kids, 18 and 16, and we have one 18-month, Bonnie and I. So we work together once in a while. Yeah.
Yeah, that's hard working with your wife, I would imagine.
Well,
if you get in an argument or something, what happens?
Yeah.
we just
work it into
nothing.
the
We
act.
just
They
it's
don't
just-
have an argument.
He
What
gets,
happens?
he gets all
Can't
crisp
stand each other.
Who else worked together? Oh, Mitch Hedberg and his wife, I think, worked
Yeah,
together.
that's Bonnie's best friend, Lynn.
Oh, is she still doing stand-up?
Once in a while, yeah, she's funny
I
too.
met
She's
her
funny.
in LA.
Without any
She's
disrespect, I hope it's the same end result.
Oh, what? No, Jesus. Mick. Is it hot in here?
Don't take the drugs back
I like
up,
it when
mate.
people
It doesn't
ask
end
you,
well.
is it hot in here?
Yeah.
You know it's not hot in there. It's
No,
just you.
of course. It's just you.
Is it just me or is everybody throwing up this morning? Everybody coughing up blood? Or is that just me? It's like you want everybody to be hot, you know?
Yeah, it's got to be me.
It's like when somebody dies, you know, I always ask right away. I say, I'm very sorry, but then I start asking questions, and it comes off like I'm being compassionate, but I'm trying to find out, could I have anything like that?
Yeah, what
You know
happened?
I mean?
What
Do
was
you, was it difficulty in breathing? And how did that manifest itself? You know? Whether there's bleeding from the rectum. Really? Oh, I have that.
That is such a paranoid thing of being a hypochondriac, because for years I've just been a functioning hypochondriac, I think. Like if you're in a restaurant and the lights dim, to me, I have to acknowledge, do you see those lights dim, right? Right. And if someone even fucked with me and said, what do you mean? Tumor! Fuck, get me to the hospital. Like, I freak out. I can't watch hospital shows. That fucking show, House, freaks me out. I can't even watch the trailer for it. I, turn it off in the middle. House, this week dealing with bloody anuses and penises. It started with just an innocent headache and turned it... I'm like, I have a headache. What the fuck?
You probably, after you get up from the toilet, you look down and see if there's any blood every time.
Yeah,
right?
I gotta see if there's something.
I might
something
even-
in
I
there.
You go through the feces, you taste
Oh
the
my
blood.
god! Just a little taste.
It's the whole thing
Taste
is
this, try this.
the red blood's
Iron
good,
niacin,
the dark
this is
blood's
good.
bad.
My friend,
Yeah.
right.
a comic I know died of meningitis years ago.
That's funny.
hilarious.
So when you
Wow.
know, this is
Great, thanks.
That's funny.
when you get meningitis, you can't touch your chin to your chest because your spine swells up. So after he died, forever I thought I had meningitis.
I'm all right.
I'm walking around like that, you know, and people are going, "What the fuck is wrong with him?" And they go, "Well, I guess he thinks he has meningitis." But that's what you do. So forever, just every now and then, touch your chin to your chest, and you won't have
That
it.
is so stupid.
It's not stupid. It's what if you have meningitis, dummy, your spine swells up.
What are some of the other
Why am I
symptoms?
going to get meningitis? I think
Death.
I'm going to get
How do you know
cancer
you have death?
or ass cancer. I've always got blood. I'm going to get ass cancer so
Yeah?
bad.
Why do you say that?
There's always blood, and it's too much for.
I had a
man.
colonoscopy a
you
couple
did?
weeks ago because
Yeah.
they say you should get one if in your family if you have any. Well, my uncle's an asshole. So I don't want to get one. And they talk. You don't even feel a thing. They knock you out. You wake up and it's all over.
Yeah, here nowadays they give you like fucking. They give you medicine. You fucking go to sleep. They snake it in.
Yeah, but the technology has gotten better too.
But you know what else?
They're not using the periscopes anymore.
I stayed up so I could come.
I had a camera put up.
Yeah, but the cameras used to be a lot bigger.
Oh my God!
And like everything else, like the cell phones, that shit.
It's like the thing that was in the back of Neo's head when he was in the Matrix.
Exactly.
They shoved that thing up there.
You know what they use now? It's a drug that gives you amnesia. So you're actually, I think, experiencing it when it's happening.
Nice.
You're going through the pain. You're probably screaming a lot, and then they give you the drug, and you forget everything.
This way, wouldn't
that be great? Yeah. It gives you amnesia. So you go, I may have
just colon amnesia.
Colon amnesia.
So this way you could come while it's happening, and then forget about it later.
Yeah,
and deny everything.
I had my first prostate exam like a couple of years ago.
Nice.
Where the doctor, I come in for a checkup, a full checkup, and I'm looking at his sheet, and the last checkup I had was like a checkup from in my 30s, which didn't include that. Yeah. But then your 40s checkup is different. So he's going through the list, and I'm looking over at the list, and I see like prostate thing, and the thing is X'd off, like, all right, that's coming up. And it's like the fucking, it's like the encore for the doctor. He leaves it for completely last. And so
where do you go after that? You got to finish strong.
Yeah. He's not going to pick up the stethoscope and all right, breathe in.
Always leave him wanting more.
First time. Right. That's the big closer. That's the stairway to heaven.
You know, it's not a good doctor when he finishes. He smells his finger.
And then the thing is, you're going out, and then it gives you the paper towels to clean up, and you clean up.
You feel so cheap.
And then I'm driving home, and you're kind of squishing in your seat, and the first one especially is just so invasive. It just you feel like you've been raped. You really do. You have that kind of ew.
And then you hope to hear from him.
Yes.
And when they don't call, you feel really cheap. You know.
But if you heard from him, it was going to be you have cancer. Yeah. So you kind of hope not to hear from him, but you just want him to say hi.
When he says clean up, and then you walk out of the van and get back in your car.
No, it should be in an office, Rich. It should be in a doctor's office.
I have a doctor. Whenever he calls me with the results, he never just comes out and says it. He always prefaces a sentence like this. He goes, "I mean, it's not that bad, you know. And everything is. I mean, you know, it could be worse."
Oh, you don't want bad?
You know, yeah.
You want your clean as a whistle. Everything's hunky-dory.
I mean, we'll keep an eye on it. You know, but you're a little low.
We're going to look at that next time. We'll look a little closer.
Yeah,
the first time I took an AIDS test, like I get a call from the doctor. You know, if it's negative, they'll go over the phone. Hey, no problem. Don't worry about it. So I get a call from the doctor. Right? They go, this is Dr. So-and-so. I wasn't paying attention. They go, can you come in tomorrow? I'm well, what the fuck? What do you mean, can I come in? And I'm like, I'm just starting to sweat.
They don't tell you over the phone for that,
I'm starting to fucking sweat. I go, why would you want me to come in? Why can't you just tell me over the phone?
It's like, have you ever been to Africa?
And then they go,
I broke up with a girl like that once.
And then
I was going to break up with the phone. She said, no, let's meet in person.
And then I'm all sweaty and nervous. I go, why can't you tell them over the phone? They go, because your tooth came in. It was a dentist. I got the wrong doctor.
Yes. Your tooth came in.
You know, if you find a good dentist, they'll do both. They will.
Every time I go for an AIDS test, though, they say that they can't tell you over the phone.
If it's negative, they can.
No, I don't know what.
Well,
it's
then
like
you know if they tell you to come down, it's positive. So they told you over the phone.
They always tell me to come in, so I always freak out that I've got it, and it always comes back positive, which is a good thing. And
positive.
No, I mean negative.
Oh shit! The jig's up there.
The problem with the AIDS thing, it keeps coming back. You know, you get rid of it and it comes back again.
That's what it is.
I had an AIDS test in South Africa because they do it so quick over there.
Right?
They're good. Because a line
between shows.
It's like a week you have to wait over here, or 2 weeks, or whatever you have to wait. Right? In South Africa, because they got the AIDS problem. Right? They do it 10 minutes later, but in that 10 minutes. They give you, like, this lady came and sat with me who has AIDS, because 1 in 4 people in Africa have AIDS, right? This lady came in and sat next to me, and she basically sits there going, oh, it's not that bad. She just calms you down, and you go, oh, I can live with this. You look happy.
All right.
But I mean, look now with the AIDS, you don't really see that much. I'm sure it's still out there, but you don't hear anybody complaining about it. So maybe it's not that bad.
Magic Johnson sells it so well.
Yeah.
He looks so healthy, man.
He apparently had it, and then it went away. And then, but then, you're not really hearing. It's not the big activism and the ribbons and the quilts and everything like that. I think it
a lot of those people are dying. Just they're in the way.
Yeah.
But nobody's really an activist anymore. You don't see people marching to stop the war.
No ribbons.
No ribbons.
No one's wearing ribbons anymore for anything.
There's a guy called Sharpton. If you.
He marches for stupid stuff.
Don't march for anything.
I just want to tie a ribbon around the tree for some reason. You know what I mean?
That old gag. Yeah, the yellow ribbon, bring everyone home kind of thing. No one wants ribbons or.
Now it's not even ribbons. They're like little pins that look like a ribbon.
Yeah.
You know.
People still get into breast cancer, don't they? They're going about that one. That one always gets a pink ribbon.
The pink ribbon.
Yeah,
okay.
That one's still out there.
Why the face? You're not into the
I'm just
saving of the breast?
I'm not anti-breast cancer. I'm not pro-breast cancer. I just think that people go on about it a bit. Now you're going to get people texting in after me being so confident about beating women earlier on the show. I'm just not displaying myself very well
today, aren't you? Yeah,
this hasn't worked out well for me.
But you go to these stores and they have a little jar by the cashier, and I must have put I don't know how much change in those things, and they still have not found a cure for these diseases.
For the gas station convenience store diseases.
Those pennies and nothing. It's
Where's the money going?
The Ronald McDonald House. I never finish a meal at McDonald's and take anything coins away. I put it back in that. That thing's filled.
No one wants change anymore, really, to carry it around.
No, I don't like
coins. It's not worth anything. Yeah.
So and it's not worth anything anymore. So you just throw it into that thing.
What will you not bend over to pick up now if you drop it on the ground?
Holy
it used to be a penny for
my
me.
wife.
The only thing I'll pick up is a quarter.
You said that.
Yeah, it's got to be paper money
now. You pick up a quarter?
No. I'll pick up a quarter.
No.
Only because they're good for parking meters.
Yeah, if you need one, I guess, to throw in the thing. But I got like a few in the cup holder in the truck.
Yeah. You don't need to pick it up.
Then you don't need more. And then they wind up just scratching the screen on my iPhone if I keep my iPhone in my pocket. That's one reason I've thrown change away.
Absolutely.
I've thrown it in the garbage because I don't want to scratch the screen on my fucking iPhone.
There are homeless people you can
get the case.
Hook it to your belt.
I tried that, and then I lost it at the Borgata once.
He can't find his belt.
In a collection game. Yeah. Oh, you're going back on the fat. Yeah, I'm so fat.
Another fat joke. Right.
Someone made an asinine joke when I was ill.
Put it in your pouch. Excited about the fat jokes.
I had a flu. I went to blow my nose, and I went. And someone snapped a picture, so like my belly was sticking out, and then all I heard on Twitter was, "Look at this picture of Anthony. He's so fucking fat."
Kevin sees it.
It was a fat woman who said,
"Hey man, you can't go anywhere now with the cell phone cameras, And
I know.
A pain in the ass,
it's
man.
Every fucking shot. I look at stuff sometimes and go, I wasn't even there.
Yeah,
Where is that? That's like fucking Arkansas, and I was never in Arkansas.
Yeah, and when you go out to clubs, all these girls are taking a picture with a cell phone with you. I mean, they can put that anywhere and say you have an affair or whatever. Yeah,
I had a friend at the Laugh Factory. He's on stage. That's the joke.
That's the whole.
That's funny.
Wow, that really.
I didn't have anything after, so I bailed out. Sometimes you got to bail out.
I wish you had.
You got to fucking start to bail out.
Let's take 10 minutes and you can console me.
Where were you going? You
left me. My eyebrows were still up in the air. Like, listen, you Laugh Factory.
You hit the ejector seat before you even got in the plane.
I got nervous on that one. I've been going well, and I got nervous on that one.
You know what?
Do you see this as a sport?
We should hold on. After that, we should take a break.
How are you going to follow that?
Yeah, we're going to regroup.
Yeah.
Kevin Nealon's at Caroline's. Everybody else has gotten their plugs for
Kevin Nealon's got books, movies, TV shows, and Caroline's.
What are you promoting, John?
I'm just around.
You want to play us out with a little something? John Balby, Dr. Dirty?
I want to relive playing that Steinway downstairs.
Oh, yeah.
I was out on a date in my daddy's car. I picked her up in a New York bar. I finger fucked her clit. She didn't let out a peep. I had my cock in her throat too deep. I was humping her face. My pecker started to spit. The doctor said the bitch had an epileptic fit. Where, oh, where can my pecker be? The bitch bit it right off of me. Here I stand with 2 balls and a stump. Please FedEx me my pecker when you take your next dump. Cha-cha-cha. Girl, her name's Renee. She'll go down you faster than your 401k. Bob Reba. Hey, Bob Reba. Oh, we're back on O and A. Yeah, all right.
John Valby.
John Valby helping us out today. We got Kevin Nealon in the studio, Jim Jeffries, Rich Voss. It's a full house. Brian in Rochester wants in really fast. Brian, what do you got, buddy?
You guys gotta play this one John Valby song. It's called Hey Lottie. Anthony the Racist Kenny will appreciate it.
Sure, I heard that a little better, but
I think he called you fat.
Yeah, he was trying to goof on me, being the obese mess that I am.
Well, we could get some Hey Lotties out of, but we could get
cell phone.
We could get some Hey Lotties out of John Valby.
Hey Lottie, Lottie, Lottie. Who you want to pick on?
Yeah.
Well, Rich Voss would be really good.
Really. And easy.
And easy.
Hey Lottie, Lottie, Lottie. Yeah. Hey Lottie. I know a guy, his name's Rich Voss.
Hey Lottie, Lottie, Lottie.
They'll eat your cock with A1 sauce.
Yeah.
Hey Lottie, Lottie.
How about young Sam over here?
Yeah, young Sam.
I know a guy, his name is Sam.
Hey Lottie, Lottie, Lottie.
He butt-fuck Voss. He don't give a damn.
Callback.
Do Fat E-Rock. Fat E-Rock. Who? Fat E-Rock.
Fat? What the fuck is a Fat E-Rock?
It rhymes with cock. It's an easy one.
Yeah, actually,
all right, you do it. Hey, Lottie, Lottie, Lottie. Hey, Lottie, Lottie, Lottie. Go ahead.
No, I'm not doing it.
I'm not doing
You
it.
said it was easy.
It was easy for you.
It fell apart there, Jim Jeffries. It fell apart.
I know a guy called Big E-Rock. He's
Hey, Lottie,
so
Lottie,
fat
Lottie.
he'd eat fucking Voss's, I don't know, cock.
Really? Can you set that
I'm
up?
not a musical genius.
He butt-fuck you and cock toxic shock.
It's been put out there, hasn't it, eh?
What about David?
Dave.
It was young David.
Oh, I love Dave. I know a guy, his name is Dave.
Hey, Lottie, Lottie, Lottie.
My dick made the shot. His face made the save.
You got cum in your face.
You got cum in your eyes.
Right, that cute.
How you doing, Dave?
You've got cum in your face.
Why would the mic work?
Why would it work?
Is it on?
Yes, that one's on.
Gotta see, bring my people.
Hold on. Kevin Nealon, this is our intern. Shut up. Kevin Nealon, this is our intern, David. Just so everyone knows that.
Hello, Mr. Nealon. How are you?
Very good, thank you.
You know Kevin Nealon?
I know who he is. I've
SNL?
never met him before.
Well, I assumed that.
We all know who he is, we've all never met him before.
Yeah.
So.
Is he okay?
That is private.
Is he about to tell me that Qantas will never crash?
No, he's David, our intern. He's a very hard worker.
Is he a hard worker? David and
I have no
Bobo
idea.
show?
I don't know what he does. No, he doesn't work hard.
No.
No?
No.
David, why don't you show him what you're all about? Why don't you ask Mr. Nealon a question?
Yeah, interview. See, now, David, this is interesting. He was an intern for us. He is.
Yeah.
And he was going to the Connecticut School of Broadcasting.
Yeah.
Which, if you've listened to the news of late, you find out that everyone from the Connecticut School of Broadcasting got a little text, I guess, that said the school's closed. There is no longer a Connecticut School of Broadcasting.
They packed up in the middle of the night.
They packed up in the middle of the night. Some students went there and the doors were locked. Everything's gone. So now our intern. That's what David does when he's upset. He goes,
David, are you upset that the Connecticut School of Broadcasting is closed?
Yes, I'm very upset. I won't be able to get my job placement assistance anymore. have said, yes.
See, that's the important part of the Connecticut School of Broadcasting was getting that job placement. You went, you learned from professionals. Actually, you learned the most important thing about radio. One day you can show up and they won't let you in the fucking door and they don't know your name and you're just gone.
The next
part of radio.
The next day to school is the Baltimore Colts, and they sneak out of town.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of the same way.
Yes.
So, David, what are you going to do now for your career? Because I know you want to be a broadcaster.
There is the Connecticut School of Modeling.
Still have a future.
I'm not going to give up just because Connecticut School of Broadcasting is gone.
You could fix car engines or be a private eye. I've seen those commercials.
Fix
or
car engines.
gun repair. What are the other subjects? Graphic design.
Yeah. Get cancer and claim.
Video games. Right. You could do all kinds of things.
Why would I give up just because the school is gone? I'm not going to give up.
Go to the American Culinary Institute. You could learn how to be a saucier.
I'm not going to be a chef.
Go on Hell's Kitchen.
Hey, there are plenty of things to do. Criminal justice system. You too could be a prison guard. You'd be a great prison guard.
Connecticut School of Prison Guards.
I'm kidding. You'd be fucked in the bathroom in a second.
I'm not going to give up.
By other guards.
In the bathroom, you're hopeful. I don't think you'd make it to the bathroom.
He's got a really bad philosophy of not wanting to give up.
Yeah. Yes. He's not giving up.
The sooner you learn that it's good to give up, the better off.
Yeah, just give up.
Give that up.
Your school is closed.
Oh, hey! Oh!
Your school's closed, so now the only real practical applications you have, like practical learning, is here in our school.
Correct.
This is the New York School of Broadcasting.
Yes.
On-the-job training.
Right. Yes.
So Kevin Nealon is here.
Yes, he is.
Very famous. Very famous
we would
guy.
like to see your interviewing prowess with Kevin. Ask him some questions. This is on the fly. This might happen to you someday.
It is on the fly. I didn't prepare.
Could come down ill. Well, this is what I was going to say. The host could come down ill. All of a sudden, David, we need you. Kevin Nealon's in here. He's got some things. Here's a Nealon one sheet. Give him the Nealon one sheet.
I'll
real
give him
quick.
my seat.
Don't give him
the Nealon. No, don't give him the.
I was going to say, if I catch him reading this, I'm going to kill him.
No, don't even give him the sheet.
I just want it for the plugs.
Sometimes you don't even know these guys.
If I can't read it, well, give it to me, yeah.
I forgot the one sheet then.
All right,
yeah,
You got it now.
I don't think David needs it.
Off the cuff.
No, I don't need that one sheet.
You should research, Ben.
David seems very confident.
The host is sick. They've brought you in. It's now on the air in 3, 2, 1.
Come closer.
All right. So, Mr. Kevin Nealon, have you ever been contacted by Saturday Night Live to host to be a host?
That's a good question, David. I'm glad
and
you
if
asked me
so,
that.
would you accept and host?
Yes, I would if they called me.
You haven't hosted and been back
I
since
have
you
not.
were on the show?
No, I have not. I'm not allowed back in the building.
You're not allowed? Why aren't you allowed?
The police referred to it as an incident that happened.
Unpleasantness.
Can you elaborate on this? What was this
That's
incident?
a good follow-up question, by the way, David.
Thank you.
It's an incident that is still in the courts, so I can't talk about it right now.
Oh,
But
okay.
very good follow-up question.
Yeah.
Is there
Okay.
a part B to that follow-up question?
There's no I have a different question in mind, related to Saturday Night Live, but
Sure, yeah.
different. You on Saturday Night Live were the lead anchor for a time for a Weekend Update.
I have no recollection of that.
You were Weekend Update.
Oh, that's right. Okay, I know what you're talking about now. Yeah.
Yeah, the anchor for Weekend Update.
Right.
If you weren't in this business, like comedy or performing or acting, would you ever consider like getting into like news or being like a news reporter, since you did some news on Saturday Night
played
Live?
one on a comedy show?
Well, that's a very good question. I might consider that. Yeah, if I would consider anything.
I mean, you have news experience. You were a host of Weekend Update.
Yeah, and basically they're readers, they're news readers. And, so you really have to have a background in news to do that. So I would read the news.
But you have to have a background in, like journalism, like reporting and stuff, don't you?
Not necessarily.
No?
Yeah. That was a bad question. That's a good question. That's a good question. No, that was good. But I think I would be more of I'd maybe get into advertising.
But in terms of I want to get back to that Weekend Update, because I want to know, like,
good follow-up.
Did you have to prepare did you yourself write the jokes for Weekend Update, or did you have writers writing for you, or did you come up with the material?
Well, at that point, my first year doing the Weekend Update, nobody really wanted to write for a Weekend Update because it was not a glorifying job. Nobody would talk around the water cooler on Monday. Oh, did you hear that Bush joke or that Clinton joke? Mm-hmm. So the newer writers would come up, and they would try to get the writers to come up to the 17th floor on Saturday morning. They put out like a breakfast spread. They would have it catered, a nice breakfast, and they put all the newspapers on the table, and AP photos, and nobody would come up except for the new writers. And then Al Franken would come up because he was a political junkie. And then somebody else might come up just to read the paper and have breakfast. So I had to write, some of the jokes I wrote, and then I hired friends that would fax me in jokes, and I pay them $50 a joke.
Wow,
that's a good one. Yeah,
that was a good answer. That's a good answer.
He's surprised at the answer.
So you said Al Franken was writing some of your jokes for Weekend Update?
Oh yeah. Al was a good writer.
You still keep in touch with Al Franken?
I do.
What do you think about his whole deal in Minnesota? Like, whatever happened with him? Did he, with his trying to be senator from Minnesota or whatever state he's in?
Yeah, Minnesota is probably a good city to be a senator from. But
Jeffries is just pondering. He's just
I'm interested in knowing about that.
No, that's a good question. No, I think a lot of people are. I think, that's a good thing. A lot of people don't know. He doesn't even know if he's won or not. But
he's still not decided?
No, he was running against Norm Coleman, but I think he's up by 33 votes. And maybe by the end of his term, he will realize that he won.
Hey, he's lucky.
But he's doing a joke writer.
If I could ask you an honest question, if you were a resident of Minnesota, would you vote for Al Franken?
Yes,
I would.
You would?
Yeah.
Have the previous questions been dishonest? I just asked because the way you prefaced that one.
Yeah.
You should not be an intern. You should be a full paid employee here.
Yeah.
Why, thank you. I appreciate that.
Thank you. Good answer.
Is that?
Well, you got to get the plug in for where he's going to be.
Well, I don't have that paper in my hand.
Anything else you want to ask him? Well, you could,
wrap
just
up. Ask him where he's going to be.
Ask me what I'm doing in New York.
All right, I'll ask that. What are you doing here in New York?
Oh, that's a good question. I am working at Caroline's Comedy Club on Broadway tonight and tomorrow night. Friday and Saturday, 2 shows. Yeah. You going to be there?
I did have another question for you.
Well.
All right.
This is unrelated, but what is it like to work with Eddie Murphy? Because you worked with Eddie Murphy on Daddy Daycare, didn't you?
I did.
What was it like working with Eddie Murphy? You had a small role in that movie.
It was
a role.
Thank you.
Jesus. You were Eddie Murphy's boss, weren't you?
I believe I was.
I don't think he likes to hear that it was a small role.
No.
You had a favor role where they gave you, as a favor to you, just threw you in the movie.
It was not a small role. It was a tiny role.
Oh, okay. What's it like working with Eddie Murphy?
It's I didn't really know him that well until that movie. Still don't know him that well, but he was very nice. He was very complimentary. He was funny, and it was exciting.
What about Jeff Garlin?
Funny.
Yeah,
funny question. Jeff Garlin I've known for a long time, and he's always got stories about something. You mention one word, he's got a story about it.
If you want to get the way he felt working with Eddie Murphy and the way he just described it, think the exact opposite of this interview. Funny, exciting, words like that.
I thought he did a good job, you fat bastard.
This is an on-the-spot interview. I didn't prepare one question. It's on the spot.
Am I going to take that?
Don't get all Chris Brown on us now.
David, ask him about Weeds.
I think he's loosening up a lot.
That's a good point. That's a good point. Yeah.
Well, Weeds is a very popular show.
I didn't think about that. I didn't prepare anything.
Does Eddie Murphy like
These are just what came to my mind.
You didn't ask him anything about Weeds.
No, I didn't. It didn't come to my mind.
Give him a question about Weeds.
Preoccupied with Weekend Update for some reason.
Do you watch Weeds?
No, I don't watch Weeds. Unfortunately, I don't have Showtime, so I can't watch Weeds.
Who doesn't have Showtime?
Me.
You can get it at the video store, the box sets for the first season.
Yeah.
So
okay, so I may ask about Weeds if we're gonna get if we're gonna get technical here. What is how does it work in terms of actual smoking weed? What exactly are you guys smoking on the set? Is it fake weed? What exactly is it?
Obviously, you have not seen the show because there's no smoking. Not. There's no smoking on the set.
There's no smoking on the show.
No.
They inject.
So give me another Weeds question.
All right.
Wait, Dave, why don't you ask him? Well, that doesn't make sense. The show's called Weeds, and you're not smoking weed.
Yeah, the show is called Weeds, and you're not smoking weed. What are you doing? You're trying to buy. Do you on the show? Do you grow weed in your house on the show?
Well,
if you've seen the show,
you would realize that when they say weeds, it's not about the substance. It's
I thought it was about the drug. You trying to
it's
get
the
drugs.
grass. It's the weeds that grow in the grass.
Yeah. Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I thought it was you trying to smuggle in drugs.
No.
He works for Lawn Doctor.
Obviously, David, you're not prepared for
Aren't
these
you like
questions.
aren't you the mayor of the city in the show?
No, that's Spin City.
I thought you were the mayor of the town, or councilman or something like councilman or.
No, you're
not the
thinking
councilman
of
of the town?
Mayberry. You're thinking of Andy Griffith.
Andy Griffith.
Boy, David.
But no, one more weeds question, because I might have an answer for this next one.
Well, honestly, I don't really know much about the show. I've never seen it before.
That's a good question.
Fake it all the time. Go ahead.
That's a good question.
What's it?
Fake it.
You're married to Mary Louise Parker's character in Weeds?
Absolutely false.
No? I don't know.
You've not done your research, apparently.
No, as what you said, this is not. I didn't do any research. No.
No. All right, I'll answer all three of those questions in one answer. It's fake grass that we smoke. It's honey rose herb.
Okay.
And I am the city council member.
Okay.
Or I used to be, but now we're on season 5, so that was a long time ago.
Okay.
And the third question was what?
Are you married to Mary Louise Parker's character?
Louise Parker's.
No.
Are you married to Louise Parker?
What is your
She's no
relationship to
longer
her
married.
character?
I'm her accountant, and I help her launder her drug money, and I help run her operation.
Yeah.
And you're where exactly are you trying to get all the? Where did these drugs come from on the show? Like from another country?
Well, in this past season, they come from Mexico.
Mexico, okay.
Yeah.
So is there
immigrant drugs.
Does your character ever have to go to Mexico? Are there actually scenes of you in Mexico on the show?
Not my character, no.
Other characters on the show.
But I have been to Mexico myself.
Yeah, but not for the show.
No, it wasn't for the show.
Other characters are.
It was for a different show.
Yeah.
Yeah. But some of the other characters go to Mexico through a tunnel.
A tunnel, oh.
See, now you want to watch, right?
Yeah, if I had a Showtime, I'd watch,
Or
yes.
you can go to the video store and get the first 3 seasons.
I would.
4 seasons.
Seasons 1 through 3 are on DVD already?
Yeah.
You have a DVD player, Dave?
Yes, I have that.
All right.
And I think you'll get addicted to the show.
I think so, too. It sounds like a really great show.
If this is the David I think I know, I think you'll be addicted.
I think it is. What you see is pretty much what you get. Was that on Blu-ray? Is it available on Blu-ray?
David,
I believe it is.
Yes,
I believe
it is.
Wrap up the interview and then make sure people know where they can see him.
Okay. Well, this has been a great interview, and just so you guys know, this is Kevin Nealon. You can see him at Caroline's Comedy Club this weekend.
Yes. And?
This weekend, don't miss it. And you can also see him on Weeds on Showtime.
And?
I'm not sure when your show. When does your show air? What days?
It'll be coming up in August, probably, end of July.
Okay, so your show will be coming up in August?
In the end of July or August, yeah.
That'll be season 5?
Season 5.
Okay, that'll be season 5. And also, guys, make sure to pick up a copy of Daddy Daycare with Kevin Nealon in it.
Were those real muscles on the Hans and Franz bit? Was that your real muscles?
Yeah, those were real. Those were real.
And those are real horses? You real camels you were riding?
That's right. That's right.
David everything.
If you could pick one character.
Oh, here we go. He doesn't stop.
That's the problem.
I have one final question.
This is the problem with the bit.
If you could pick one character out of all the characters that you played on Saturday Night Live, what was your favorite character to play out of all the characters you played, and why?
Not a bad
church
question.
lady. Because I got to wear a dress.
The character where you got to wear a dress?
Yeah, church lady.
Yeah, church lady.
Church lady. Oh, and why was that your favorite character?
Because I got to wear a dress.
Oh, so you like pretend acting as women?
Just
you
church
like performing
ladies.
and being women? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, my God. All right, David.
David, everyone.
Yeah, good job,
pretty good,
David.
Thank you, David.
Go back to whatever the fuck you do at this place.
All right, you're welcome.
Get someone coffee and a sandwich or whatever you do.
Oh, my God. He's an excellent driver.
Nice kid. Nice kid.
Isn't he just a nice kid?
I'm telling you, I've learned this. You got to be careful with the younger people that you deal with, because they will eventually be employing you.
Yeah, he will definitely be somebody's
We don't
boss.
have to worry about that with him, though.
Yeah, no, I'm just thinking he will be at some point. My nightmare is walking into a radio
Is
company.
he always that nervy?
Oh yeah, he's.
But have you guys experienced that? Probably, maybe not in the radio.
We actually have. There's an old intern that
yeah,
kind of runs the show.
like our
now.
boss now.
Yeah.
And he was an intern from another show that we used to just, intern.
Stupid intern.
And now he's a suit.
I know. That's why I never mess around with those guys.
Now he's a senior, I don't know, programmer or
what
something.
What happened?
Yeah, John, you like David?
Absolutely wonderful. What do you mean? What do you want me to do here?
What the hell do you want me to say?
I was just trying to have a little human interaction with you. You just saw intern David.
But what does David do?
He makes everybody uncomfortable.
He pretty much does that.
You just see the awesome fucking interview you just did. That's what he does.
He kind of did a better job with you than we did.
He gets coffee for people, I think. No, he doesn't even do that. I think he just gets the fact. What does he do?
Facebook. That's it. And interns don't get paid.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah,
Facebook.
he just comes in and fucks with his Facebook account all day and tries to pick up girls.
Yeah. Can you hire an intern? Not even hire, but use an intern at home.
Like personal life. How cool would that be?
Yeah.
Just do my laundry. Do my
as
laundry.
an assistant.
Yeah. Just a personal
go
assistant.
run down and get some paper for me.
I guess you
Without
could.
Connecticut School of Broadcasting, I think he might need that.
Why is David back?
Yeah. He's not going to give up. He's not going to give up.
David.
Yes.
What do you do here? Because no one knows.
I'm an intern. I get people's food and get people's coffee all the time and go run errands for people if they need something to pick up. I go get it. I print feedbacks and hand it in. I scan, do old paperwork that a certain person messed up, and I have to fix that all. I work on that.
And don't forget, he looks at bikini pictures on Facebook and masturbates in the back office.
Yes. David,
how many hours?
David, tell Kevin Nealon about the boner you popped recently.
Yeah.
Be honest.
All right, if Kevin Nealon wants to know. Okay.
Of course Kevin Nealon wants to know.
Tell him the story really fast. Just tell him real fast.
It was Monday. I was sitting in the office at the
What
other
time?
7:34 a.m.
All right. He's probably accurate with that, too.
So 7:34 a.m. We was in the back office over at CBS, and I was on Facebook, and we were looking at some girl with a bikini, and I was just observing it and looking at it, and
What time is it now?
It's 7:34.
Okay, so within a minute.
It appeared pretty. Yeah, it was pretty quick. Yes.
And then what happened?
It works fast.
I was enjoying myself and proceeded to get a boner. looking at the picture.
And is that where it ended, or did
No,
it
it's not where it ended.
Okay.
And
easy, Jim.
And some other O&A colleagues were watching me. They were standing behind. They were watching and noticed that I had a boner. My hand was in my pocket, and they noticed. So they noticed what I was.
A little pocket pool, huh?
Yes, a little pocket pool. And they noticed, and proceeded to get a camera out and to try to take a picture
of said boner.
I said boner and my hand in my pocket proceeded to move towards the boner. Yes.
By the way, that is nothing to be ashamed of.
No.
And incidentally, what is that Facebook address?
Yeah, the bikini girl.
And but as you just say, I was ashamed. You said don't be ashamed. I was ashamed.
Oh,
and
no.
I have a notebook.
We all go through these emotions when we're young.
Yes, but it wasn't that I was young and it's that I was ashamed that I was doing that in the workplace.
Oh, I always
Everybody did that in the workplace.
I do it in the workplace.
I remember when I drove a school bus.
Oh, shit.
I've done it on stage.
It's called a work jerk.
Yeah.
You do a work jerk. It depends on your job. If you and where you are.
I used to wank in the toilet at my job.
Yeah. Work jerk. You got to relax a little on the job.
David, do you have a girlfriend?
No.
Why?
I'm single. No.
He's single. He's playing the field.
Ask out that Facebook girl, man.
The cemetery.
You already like her. You're halfway into a relationship.
Jim Jeffries, there was a problem there, too, because he was flirting with a married woman.
Yep.
Nice.
On Facebook.
Who had a couple of kids.
He's on Facebook spilling all the beans with this married woman. And then the husband got called up and...
Is there anyone here that you're interested in? Besides Jeff?
David, look around.
Besides what?
Any girl?
Jeff.
Yeah.
Any girls you're interested in that came in today? Anything?
I don't know. I'd have to observe them.
Come on.
You've observed them. What do you mean observe them?
Come on.
Binocular.
Yeah, until the fucking...
It's like a fish tank of chicks, mate. Just have a look.
Yeah.
There is, but there's really not any that are...
Look at that cute intern right there with the hat.
Yes, I'm not allowed within
She's an
20
intern. We're talking
yards
about
of
the
her.
guests.
No, an intern too. She's cute.
We're talking about the guests.
We're talking about anybody.
Any girl out there.
Any girl in the room. Or boy, don't be ashamed.
Yeah, whatever you need.
That's true.
You like any of the girls out there, David?
And, no, in the corner. Where?
What about Stalker Patty?
Oh, Stalker Patty. Of course. I'm always interested in her.
Yeah?
No, you're not.
No.
You want to bring her in for Kevin Nealon?
Yeah, where's Patty?
Okay, sure.
Patty's probably a big fan,
Look at him with
too.
the
You're gonna love,
It's like a
you're gonna
young
love stalking Patty. She used to stalk us.
He's the
and-
kind of cat
Here,
that a married
she-
woman would
This
leave her
woman's been
husband
stalking
for.
us for over 10 years.
Kevin Nealon at Caroline's.
Yeah.
I've managed
This
to
weekend,
avoid
yes.
stalkers all my
you're
career.
lucky.
Oh, this one's great. This is Stalker Patty.
For real.
We've known her for about 10 years. She is now 50 what?
54 in June.
She'll be 54 in June. She is a virgin. She has never known the pleasure of a
Nothing to
man.
be ashamed of.
Fuck off. 50.
No, Jim.
No, I don't believe that. She's lying to you.
No, she's
Jim?
not.
No, I kid you not.
It's as tight as a nickel.
I'll give it to you just to put you out of your misery.
Wait,
I don't know if that
But
would be the solution.
but Patty, what have we done to your vagina, even though you're a virgin? Tell Kevin. He likes this stuff.
I was playing ball with Jimmy.
What?
What?
I guess I was playing ball with Jimmy.
Is it true that you got some fingers in your hiney?
Well,
Jimmy,
I'm embarrassed.
Jimmy penetrated you a little bit, right?
With his finger?
With his fingies? His little Jimmy Norton fingers?
Yeah. Yes. But
I feel like saying, show us on the doll where he touched you. This is so fucking, like,
wrong.
Just,
I think we're losing Kevin on this
Let me just
one.
ask you this. How,
Kevin was
how's
with
this-
the David bit, but...
Has the stalking stopped?
I don't know.
No, she's here all the time.
Because we invite our stalkers to, like, live among us.
Oh.
We're stupid.
Yeah, maybe it's
plan.
our fault.
Yeah.
Good plan.
You're supposed to, like, you're supposed to get a restraining order and all kinds of documentation. We invite them in.
It's Kevin, hard when you get
Kevin, not only did we
Yeah.
invite her to live closer to us, she became homeless, and she took up residence at the radio station under the stairs.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I only spent a couple nights there when I didn't have anywhere else to go for a couple days.
Then you
until I
hoard
figured
yourself out.
something out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's tough to stalk when you don't have a home base.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm
Yeah.
fine now.
You need to have somewhere to bring back your pictures and your magazine clippings to put up on the wall.
Yeah, to build your shrine
Yeah.
to that person.
You want to ask
How
Kevin
you know
Nealon
that?
anything? He's a big star.
You know Kevin, right?
We don't get stars like
You
this.
know what?
He was
To
on
tell
Daddy
you-
Daycare.
Yeah.
To tell you the truth, you're a relatively new comedian to me. I never really knew you.
Well,
until
join the
just
crowd. I've been doing it for about a year.
I'm really sorry.
Yeah,
I'm
he's
just being honest.
He's new at this.
Yeah.
You never
have a
watched
TV?
SNL? You never watched?
You know what?
None of
I
the
did
blooper
here and
commercial
there,
shows?
there were guests on or somebody that I knew or a band or something, but I'm not
Really?
a regular watcher of Saturday Night Live.
But you know Colin Quinn.
Of course I do.
Yeah, well, of course you do.
Because I like
Kevin wants to
Tough
hear.
Crowd. I was really into that. I enjoyed the show.
David's just rolling in the
I know.
corner.
Yes. What's wrong, David?
Nothing. I was really wrong.
She's not a pro like
Why
you.
was that wrong,
Because
David?
she knows Colin Quinn. She doesn't know Kevin. You know, that's hurtful to Kevin.
I am so
Sorry.
hurt by that. So what do you watch?
Yeah.
Me? Well, I like shows like 48 Hours and True TV.
I'm on True
I'm
TV.
really into
Oh.
that game show that comes on in the afternoons with the suitcases.
Deal or no deal?
No, my
Deal or
husband's
No
leaving.
Deal. I'm really into that. I wish I could be on that show.
Oh, really?
That would be awesome to be on that show if they come to
As
New
one of the
York.
models that have the.
No, but I enjoy that show.
Yeah,
I'm
that's a
really
fun
into
show.
it.
It's good because you don't have to be smart to play it. Anyone can do it. You could have a completely retarded person playing that show and they've got as much fucking chance as anyone
Yeah,
else.
that is
It'd be
true.
like, we've got the $1 million to play, we've got the 1 fucking cent in play, and we offer you an ice cream.
I know. The thing is, some of those people get too greedy, and then one lady ended up with only $1 in her case or something because she thought she
Stupid
had the
asshole.
$1 million.
What was it- what was
I
in the
would take
case?
one of the
Citadel
offers,
stock?
But wait till the end of the
That's
towards
just
the
roll
end.
over my line.
But
Fuck yourself.
Yeah.
I will correct you with something. You do have to be smart to be on that show because you don't want to be picking the same suitcase that you picked earlier.
Yeah, that's
a big number.
Wow, that
there.
would be stupid.
7 again.
Oh, $500,000. I missed it again.
I know, but it's not something I would go for. I would just wait until play it with strategy. You know, like
What strategy? There's no
what kind of strategy? It's
Well,
luck.
it depends.
It's,
Some of
it's
these,
random.
yeah, some of these people will get very greedy and just take it to the end, and they think they have it. One lady had such a tiny amount in her case, and that's what she.
How many dogs are craning their necks right now from that voice?
So your strategy is make money.
Well, yeah. Then towards the end, then take one of the deals. You know, not take for granted that what's in your case is going to be the case because it most likely isn't.
What's in your case?
David, comments?
That's a good show. I like Deal or No Deal.
Yeah.
It's a good show. I watch it. I'm a fan of Howie Mandel. He's funny.
Yeah, Patty. So what do you got for Kevin Nealon?
Cry
You're
for help.
smart. Ask Kevin something.
Okay. When is your series going to start? At the end of July? What channel is it?
I asked him. We talked about that.
Showtime.
Wasn't paying
Oh, that
attention.
one.
Fifth
What
season.
channel is it?
That's Showtime. Showtime.
Showtime?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where did the drugs come from? I didn't get it the first time.
David just laughs in the corner.
It's funny. I asked that question already.
I know, but
I know.
David,
I'm not good at it.
as you watch Patty, don't you understand? As you laugh at Patty, don't you understand that's exactly how we felt when you were up there? I'm kidding, David.
They look like brother and sister.
How many interns do you have? And can
Yeah.
Patty be an intern?
Husband and wife, I'm certain.
Patty, Kevin, has a great story. She works at Starbucks, and how many hours of vacation have you built up after 5 years?
I don't know. I usually get like a couple of minutes for every so much time, whatever.
Minutes,
I'm
we're
up to
talking
3
vacation
hours
time.
now.
Minutes.
She's up to 3 hours vacation time.
She measures the hours in grande and minutes.
Yeah.
I've heard they're very good to their employees, and they have good.
They are. They are
not the
very
ones
fair.
You have 3 hours of vacation time.
Where can
I
you go?
use it-
You can't get off the island in 3
Well,
hours.
if I need extra, if I didn't get enough hours one week, I use it for that, and then just save them up for that.
But what about taking a vacation? You can't.
Well, no, I don't take vacations.
What are you up to? Because we haven't asked in a while. How many?
About 3.5 now.
3.5 hours.
I use
Not days or weeks. 3.5 hours.
A traffic jam and your whole vacation's fucked. I'm going to the Borgata.
Rich, she's built
I've
up
never been.
3.5 hours of
She
vacation.
bets something on the fucking lucky wheel, puts a buck down. All right, I gotta go. That was great. Here's me spinning the wheel. Here's me losing. Here's me running for the jitney.
You can't even do a whole taping of Deal or No
Been
Deal.
to the Borgata. I would love
you
to
couldn't
see
get a
it
whole
one
tape.
day.
Let me tell you something.
You
God
couldn't even
bless her.
see
She's got
one
a
of the
job
Lord
in
of the
this
Rings.
economy.
No.
That's true. Yes, she does have a job.
She works at Starbucks.
She's not out there looking for handouts.
Good.
Well, we give her enough.
And what's Big Kev doing here? I didn't know Kevin Nealon had an action figure to sign.
That's Big Kev.
I'm just having with you,
Kev.
Kev.
You
How
should
you
be
been?
going
Good.
good.
How are you guys?
Very good.
Good.
What are you doing? Anybody coming in that we should hang around for on Ron and Fez or something?
No.
No,
nothing
you
like
just
that.
stop by?
Just happen to be in the area.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Because he's very sneaky, especially with Ron and Fez guests. You'll leave and then you'll realize like some fucking cool like action hero star is coming in and
Nope,
nothing.
No sneak at all.
All right.
Hey, Patty, we got John Valby, and I know Patty has a very good singing voice. Ron and Fez exploit that.
Yes.
We exploit her awfulness, and Ron and Fez exploit her talent.
You want to sing?
You want to sing a little something? If
let's
Valby
see.
could maybe...
Do you know White Rabbit from?
well, do you have another one? What songs? Well, she knows a lot of Beatles songs, too, right?
That's
Yeah,
true.
I had some
What do you want to
Beatles.
sing, Patty? Let's see what you got.
Oh, God. What do I know? How about yesterday?
Someone's phone's going.
Yesterday.
Yesterday.
Love was...
It's like I Love Lucy trying to get one of Ricky's shows.
Now I need a place to home.
Love was such an easy game to play. Now I need a place to hide away. Oh, I believe in yesterday.
find your
Suddenly, I'm not half the man I used to be. There's a shadow hanging over me. Oh, yesterday came suddenly.
Suddenly. Wow. Voice like an angel.
Jim Jeffries was rocking out to Patty.
I was
Holy-
fucking giving power fists, man.
This is a love match.
Leprosy. All my skin is falling off of me. I'm not half the man I used to be. Oh, I
Reminds me of a
believe
movie
in
I saw last
leprosy.
night, Poltergeist.
Syphilis. It just started with a simple kiss. Now it even hurts to take a piss. Enough of that.
Come on, John.
Well, it's hard to follow, Patty.
It is.
Oh, isn't it?
How about Obama and Biden? Obama and Biden. This country's asshole is about to widen. They say we're never going back, man. Once you've been fucked by a black man. How about Biden and Obama? Biden and Obama. Keep your word, now go and kill Osama. The White House has started smelling like KFC and
Oh, my God.
Isn't that
wow?
Even as an Australian, I found that racist.
Welcome to the Racist Network.
Wait a minute. I know a girl. Her name is Patty.
Hey, lottie, lottie, lo.
She's so hard up, she's an Australian who lives in Cincinnati.
Showed you, Jim.
You remember the Cincinnati bit? That's a long callback. That's a long time ago. I didn't even remember that. I had to check myself.
He knows what he's doing.
So who'll be coming back next week, David or Patty?
It's like a reality show.
Fucking so
the elimination
What?
round.
Just so fucking
Nealon rules.
Never.
Kevin Nealon rules.
God damn.
Caroline's this weekend.
I might have
There
to
you go.
fucking go tonight and check out Kevin
I
Nealon.
canceled my gig to go to their gigs this weekend.
Where's your gig?
Well, it's nothing.
Doesn't- yeah.
It's
Don't you
in
dare.
Scranton.
Oh, I've been there.
No, I'm at the Cinema Draft House, March 20th and 21st.
Fuck is that? A movie theater?
It's
A
theater.
beer place?
It's a theater.
Yeah.
It's
Draft
a good
house?
payday. Shut up, stupid.
Oh,
It's
right.
in Arlington, Virginia. It's like a draft house. It's like a theater where they either do shows or movies or whatever. Bands.
okay.
And Jeff, you're at the town hall?
What?
You're at the town hall?
Looking around.
I know. I'm at the Skirball Theatre Centre at NYU. Free tickets. Email Jim Jeffries at BroadwayVideo.com and they'll send you free tickets.
David, how much are the tickets?
They're free.
Good job.
He was paying attention. I like that.
Oh, I'm going to be
How much
there
are the- how much are the
tomorrow night
tickets?
'cause I'm on a mailing list, and they send me stuff like that all the time, so I accepted this time, so I'm going to be there to see
And how
it.
much are the tickets?
Oh, thank you.
Free.
I'm looking forward to seeing you.
Is that for the HBO thing?
Yeah, it's for the taping. It's
Right. Do they always put you way in the back?
No, I just wherever.
At Carnegie
Last
Hall.
time I was in the middle.
Well,
Yeah.
Opie will be there. You can sit with him.
Never those tables right up.
You rule. I'll get you back, you motherfucker.
You're never at the tables right up front, are you?
No, why would
Yeah.
I be?
Oh.
I don't know. Just saying.
Did I call you Jim or Jeff?
That's all right. Jim Jeffries said Jeff.
But I called you Jeff, didn't
It's all
I?
right. It's like
Jeff Jimfries.
It's like we've been hanging for a while, and you call me by my second name, and then you have abbreviated down like we're close. I like that.
No, people call me Neil a lot.
All right.
Really?
Because it's my last name, and they forgot my first name. Yeah.
Kevin
Good
Nealon.
good
How do you
story.
forget that?
So it's
That's a good one.
That's a good way to close on.
David, any follow-up to that story?
That was very funny.
That was very funny.
Hey, David, where's Bobo today?
Yeah, I know. He's not here. I'm upset.
No David and Bobo show
No,
today, huh?
no.
Wow.
He
Wow,
didn't show
I
up.
almost hear a cheer from outside the windows.
No kidding, I heard it too.
Another David and Bobo show.
Hey, when you don't know somebody's name, do you take a stab at it, or do you just not call them by their name?
Don't even say a word.
Or you mispronounce it a little
Dude
bit.
or something.
I would try.
I go like this, like if I know someone's name, I don't know their name. I go, oh, what's your name? And then they tell me their first name. They go like it's Anthony. I go, I know it's fucking Anthony,
Yeah,
but what's your surname?
Oh, that's a goddamn. That's a good one.
Yeah. Of course it's Anthony. I mean, what's your bloody?
If you're with someone, it's
you go-
easy because then you can pawn it off on being rude. I've done that before, and then the person will introduce themselves, and the second they say their name, it's like, yeah, no, Jim.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I
It's
thought
like,
you knew
I'm
each other.
sorry. Oh God, I'm so rude. I'm an idiot. Of course this is.
I'll go. You guys introduce yourselves. That's how you
That
do
is a
it.
surefire. I don't know. No, that's not as good a cover.
That's lame.
Here's the
I'd rather
mistake
just
I
be
make.
rude.
Here's what I got to stop doing. I come up to somebody and I think I know their name, and like if I think it's Vincent or something, I'll come and say, "Hey man, how's it going? What's going on, man?" Just kind of barely say it.
And then, but that doesn't help you.
It doesn't.
Like, get the name.
No, it doesn't. But at least they think I knew their name, and they just didn't hear it.
My favorite is when fans come up and they'll be like, "Hey, you don't remember me, do you? You don't know my name." And it's like, what then? And they go, "No, I remember you at the club or something."
thing, yeah.
And I don't know why I lie. I should just go, "Yeah, I don't fucking remember you." But I go, "No, I remember." "Oh yeah, what's my name?" And I'm like, "Now you're pushing it." Okay, I don't fucking know who you are. You're David. You used to intern for us 10 years ago, and now you're my boss. Shit. Whoa!
Here's what people call me a lot of times. Hey, boss, what's up? You ever get that?
Yeah. Hey, boss. Hey, pal.
That confuses me because I start thinking, wait a minute, do I own a company? Is this guy my employee? And why is he standing around chatting? Why is he working?
In the north of England, they do that a lot. They call people boss. And
Boss?
in Scotland, they're big on they go, "Hey, big man."
Big man.
Hey, big man.
Hey, big man.
Yeah. I don't like big man. It's a bit patronising, isn't it?
How do they know?
What?
How do they know?
Well, because you're really tall.
Oh, we're tall.
Hey, big man.
A lot of foreigners go, boss. Hey, boss. Can I help you, boss? And I think they're calling me my last
boss?
name. I think they're going, boss. I go, how the fuck's this guy know my name? It's kind
that
of
would
creepy.
be asshole. Nothing. Please hold. Always willing to throw a car crash out for me.
Hey, Chief. Hey, chap.
All right,
All right, pal. Don't call me pal, friend. I'm not your buddy.
We should wrap up this mess. We did a lot today.
That was fun
We
today.
got a line of the day today. We haven't had that.
Let's reminisce for 1 minute.
Yeah, let's just think about it for a second.
We had David come out.
Those days over.
David's
Patty
interview.
the Stalker.
Remember that?
Yeah, that was awesome.
God, that was
That
great.
was good.
It
And we
seems
talked
like
about
just
Bonnie
happened.
and you guys working on the road together.
Yeah.
And
Coke. We
you
had
had a
a nice
cell
Coke
phone
discussion.
camera with the
God,
fat
remember that?
belly,
Yeah. I remember you just walking through the door. It seems like
were days, man.
moments ago.
We teased Anthony for being fat.
Fat.
Yeah,
Right.
they were
John with the
times.
songs. John with the songs.
John playing
Yeah.
some tunes and everything.
Man,
It's just been
these are the times we got to remember.
You've-
whirlwind.
You've been to Mexico, but you haven't
The
been to
character.
Mexico in the show.
The
but in real
character's not
life,
bad.
you've
Yeah,
been to
yeah.
Mexico. That was good.
Yeah.
I almost forgot that. Thanks for bringing that up. I would have forgotten that.
I was the
When,
church lady.
Gone.
Yeah.
Church
When you,
lady.
Favorite character.
Yeah.
I wish this was
said
in
that
slow
one
motion.
thing.
Voss doesn't share his coke with women.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a moment right
He'd
there.
rather have a crack pipe in his mouth than
Very
a pussy.
mean-spirited when it comes to
Yeah.
coke.
See, when this was
Selfish
all
addict.
happening for us, I didn't realize how precious those moments were until we reflect back.
You'll
on
look
them
back
now.
and almost wish you could do it all over
Oh
again.
my God!
But you
And we'll
can't go
never
home
recapture
again.
it. Never
You can't go
recapture
home
it.
again.
No, that's gone. That's been said. It's been done.
Fortunately, we can go home right now, though, because I want out of here in the worst fucking way. It's Friday.
You only have 3.5 hours.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck,
out.
man.
I'm done.
Starbucks.
I was going to blow out at 10. Shit.
Yeah, 3.5 hours.
I'm not going to see you
It's up
guys
to
for about
11.
6 months now.
It's another commercial. I know you're fucking.
I'll be fucking.
Hey, David, what's Carbonite about? I don't know what this sponsor is
David?
all about.
It kept.
Carbonite.com.
Yeah, what's Carbonite.com, David?
Carbonite.com is a website where you can go and you can store, like, if you have a lot of files and stuff and you're worried about your computer, like, crashing and screwing up, you can save your files on that website. And it's like a server that stores all your files, so if your computer crashes, you can go back to that website and recover your files.
Wow, what a deal!
Why do they call it carbonite?
Yeah, why do they call
Because
it?
it's like Carbonite, it's like a carbon copy of your files. Carbonite, carbon copy.
But where's the night come in?
The night?
Yeah. Does it have to do it at nighttime or what?
No, it's like a Knight of the Realm there to help you.
Oh, right. Yes, the night. K and.
Why don't they call it carbon.com?
Yeah.
Or carbon
night.
copy. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's Carbonite.com.
Yes, it is. Yes.
Do you have to keep going to that website? How does this work, David?
Oh my God, David!
Solo.
Yeah, you keep going to the website and you get a username, you get a password, and you transfer. You download all your files and your personal files onto that website, and you pay the fee, and then you it's stored there. And then,
David, how much is it?
I've seen my setup.
Oh, nice. I love to see it.
I don't know. I don't have the copy in front of me. I don't know how much it is.
Well, you should know it's $50 a year.
That's right.
I didn't know that. $50 a year.
Yeah, $50 a year, and you got it wrong. You don't go to the website after you sign up, then you forget about it, and it automatically sends all your, well, not all your files, but most of your files.
Personal files.
Your personal files to Carbonite.com. So then if your computer crashes one day, you're like, oh, wow, I could go to Carbonite.com and get all my stuff back.
Right. How many
That's
files?
the beauty of Carbonite.
Just off the top of your head, how many files would you say Carbonite has recovered from people with crashed hard drives and whatnot?
Yeah, many. Million, maybe like 100, maybe over 100 million files.
100 million?
Wow. Yeah, 100 million.
How about 2 billion?
2 billion. Boy, was I wrong.
Yes, you sure can say that.
Let me ask you this, David. Aside from storing files there, can you store furniture and other things as well?
Good question,
Kevin Nealon.
That is a very good question. I think the answer is no. You can't store furniture.
Unfortunate.
You can't store
a car. What if you don't have a garage, but you have a nice car and need it stored?
Just files. Just files.
Hopes and dreams.
No, just files. Just computer files.
What about a picture of the car?
Yes, you can store pictures of the car. Yes, you can. Yeah.
How many pictures of cars have been stored on there?
How many pictures of cars have been stored on Carbonite?
On Carbonite. Whoa.
Carbonite.com. I don't know.
I'll tell you. 5.
5?
Yes,
Okay.
5. There reside 5 pictures of automobiles.
Hey, David, what's the offer code? We got an offer code? Because if you sign up now, you get 2 free months.
The offer code is, I don't have the paper in front of me. It's O&A.
Look behind you. Look behind you.
Oh, XM. Okay.
Very good.
I was going to say O&A
XM,
or something. No.
Offer code is XM. You're right.
Can you and Patty make out, please?
Whoa, no,
come
That would be like mother and son doing it. That's
Why do you want to see that, Rich?
What's that?
I said, why would you want to see that?
Because just make me appreciate my wife or something. I don't know. Just make out. You guys look good together, man.
Just finger us so we can all go home.
I think they look good together.
Or at least pump a little jizz on her dunce cap.
Okay, he toned it down.
Take a break. We'll be right back. More comedy.
Holy shit. Kevin is like, what the fuck did I walk into?
Exactly.
Kevin Nealon. I don't know if he'll ever come back.
What a mess.
What a hell of an appearance. I think we've done enough. Carbonite.com. So,
yes.
John Valby, can you play us out, please?
Yes, sir. I met her down in Florida. It's known a night like this. I've been drinking lots of beer and had to take a piss. I knew that if I stopped to talk, that'd be when nature calls. But I took a chance and pissed my pants and soaked my fucking balls. She said her name was Tammy, she'd love to give me head. By now my balls were clammy, but my dick was big and red. She said she'd like to hum me in one of the bathroom stalls. I just prayed her nostrils stayed upwind of my balls. She started sucking on my pickers, slurping like a pig. She said it cleans her sinuses to suck a dick this big. She said, I'd like to see you, my number's on the wall. But there'll be no more blowjobs, so you wash your fucking balls. So I shot a double load in and made her eyeballs twitch. Said, keep sucking, honey, cause I hate to hear you bitch. The jizz flowed out her nostrils, looked like Niagara Falls. So I used her semen-coated tongue to wash my fucking balls.
John Valby. There you go. Have yourself a great weekend. We'll see you guys soon.